Stop DMing me. Stop DMing me, idiot. I need coffee. Okay, chat. We got a special surprise. Did you see the Captain Flowers Twitter video? What did Captain Flowers do?
Alright, Golden Guardians, I'm out here in the desert. I'm going to a heavy metal concert. I'm not going to be there in person tonight for the absolute dismantling you're going to give these European boys, but I'm going to give you some words of encouragement first. I want you to whoop them so hard somebody calls emergency services. I want you to beat them so fast nobody even remembers what 1647 means. And I want you to fist them so hard everybody renames these dudes to the sock puppets. Do you understand? In A30, all the way, no shot. Don't even fuck with me. Let's fucking go.
Okay, that was a really good video. That was a really good video.
Let's go, man.
I'm not gonna lie, that video was sick.
World CO stream XD 400 milligrams of energy.
You just drank 400 milligrams of energy drink just to see licorice gap Adam.
Caedrel, I love you less than 3. Cannot wait for your co-streams for worlds less than hash.
The world's co-streams are gonna be on another level. Alright, chat, let me just...
Pog, let's go, man.
Happy worlds.
Are you ready? Are you ready for the first surprise? The world's giveaway starts in a few days, so it won't start today, but it will start in a few days.
Smile.
Done.
Pog, let's go, man.
Alright.
Rule
Let me tell him, let's rock. Yo, thank you all for the resubs. I'm gonna mute alerts for now. I appreciate all the resubs. I'm not stalling. Wait, dude. Okay, so there was two dudes, and they were working on Discord predictions all night. They were cooking all night for these Discord predictions, and they fucking did it. They actually pulled it off. Because the Discord kept crashing. They've only gone and done it. So they're gonna send it right now. And they're gonna full send it. In before website 07. If this website crashes, I'm gonna be sad. Anyway, chat, how did everyone sleep? Did anyone sleep? Where are you from right now in the world? Did anyone sleep, or are you in A? Anyone in NA? Anyone in NA and you're just staying up all night, or what? Are we staying up all night together? Is that what we're doing? Are we staying up all night together? Wish I slept. Bro, I went to bed at 11 p.m, okay? I went to bed at 11 p.m. I couldn't sleep till 1:30. I woke up at 5. But I'm fucking gassed. I'm absolutely gassed. No, I don't want to open up Fortnite. I want to open up that. I'm absolutely paced out my fucking nutsack. Just woke up. Wish I had napped after work today. Bro, what do you mean you wish you had napped? I will single-handedly inject your fucking blood cells with energy. I'll wake you the fuck up. I will wake you the fuck up. Imagine someone reams 50 mil for the stream end. Did you know Adam upgrades his skills with his cursor? Bro, should I take my glasses off? It's so bright, this light, that my glasses are going schizo. Wait, I can do this actually. Oh my god, he's a genius. What was I gonna say? Yeah, bro. I will keep you awake. Don't worry. Santorin is retiring? Wait, what do you mean Santorin is retiring? Did he retweet that? Did he tweet that? Did he tweet the Santorin tweet he's retiring? Oh yeah, he did announce it. Santorin retired. Aw. What a legend. He was my teammate for Oh, wow. What do you mean a morning warm-up with chat? What do you want me to do? You want me to start doing some squats? Yeah, I have a bit of a cough. I apologize. So I asked all the LEC teams. Actually, I forgot. This is going to sound really bad. I asked all the LEC teams. I was like, yo, guys, can you send me a jersey, your Worlds jersey, so I can wear it on stream? Because obviously I'm repping the EU boys. And I forgot to ask BDS. I feel like a bad friend. I feel like a bad friend. I feel like a bad friend. And I feel like a bad team supporter. So I don't have a BDS shirt. I was going to wear it, but I forgot to ask for it. And then I realized yesterday and it was too late. Yeah. Do I have a BDS shirt? No, I don't think I do. There's a massive box of random stuff that I have. Get a white shirt and write BDS on it. Wait, that's a good idea. But I don't know if I have a Sharpie. I don't know if I have a Sharpie on it. Let me check after game 1. I'll check after game 1. How do you not... What do you mean? What do I use a Sharpie for? What do you... Bro, what... What? Use black tape. Oh yeah, you want me to sit there like a fucking clown-ass motherfucker, just going every single letter with tape. This chat is so dumb. I love this chat so much. I can't believe we're actually co-streaming Worlds. What the hell? What the hell? It's actually happening. There is a box. I want to check this box that it might have a BDS shirt in. Give me 30 seconds. I got a white shirt. I got a white shirt. And I got a blue Sharpie. Hold up. Hold up. We cooking. We cooking. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Wait a sec. Let me write BDS on it. I don't have a black Sharpie. I only have blue. Wait. If I write BDS, is it going to be fine for the camera? Or is it going to be backwards? I can't write on this shirt. B. Stop it! B. I got the B. I got the B. I got the D. Now it's time for S. Wait, hold up. S. BDS, what's their logo? What's their logo? What's their logo? Wait, hold up. BDS logo. What the fuck?
Welcome everyone to the first ever World Qualifying Series
I'm drawing a logo,
between
I'm
the
drawing a
LEC
logo.
and the LCS live from Seoul, South Korea. The regional rivalry is teaching us or reaching another climax today as only one team will survive and move on to the actual World Championship. You can see the Golden Guardians setting up on stage right now over in Lol Park, home of the LCK. And our boys, the BDS, about to put the smackdown on North America once more. Thankfully today, I'm going to be joined
Almost
by
finished drawing the logo.
Region, the losing region, Raz from the LCS, as well as the winning region, Gulborg from the LEC.
They're
Jimmy,
awake.
what could possibly go wrong today?
Nothing could possibly go wrong. We got this in the back. BDS 3-0. We're looking at it. But Raz, how are you feeling today?
Feeling pretty good. I feel like you guys are just trying to get
I
this
did it.
out
I
'cause
drew
you
the
know how
logo.
day's gonna end.
Listen, I saw Reddit, and the explicit
Look at this.
request of the people was to be as biased and inflammatory as possible. I'm just giving the people
Tell 'em what you think, tell 'em what
they
you think.
want. So let's talk about why we are here and what exactly we are doing. The World Qualifiers
Is that
Series
good?
is a best-of-5 match
Is that
between the
good?
LEC's 4th seed Team BDS and the LCS's 4th seed, the Golden Guardians. The winner of today's series will advance to the actual
Let me
World
put it on, wait a sec.
2023 play-in stage, with they'll face off against VCS's second seed Team Wales on Wednesday. And loser, they end their theoretical Worlds run before it even started. This isn't Worlds yet. World starts tomorrow. This is the spicy prelude, the amuse-bouche, if you will.
Yeah, what's already really cool about this play-ins bracket is that we already
drew
seen
it
so
on
many teams
inside
that
out.
sort of size. So
Fuck.
often we talk about a region story, but we actually
Man,
get to
what?
talk about teams versus teams from these specific stories going up against each other. You know, GAM losing to R7, potential for them to
That's
find
so
victory again and redemption, depending on how the bracket pairs
so
off.
dumb.
But also really
Bro,
measuring
how
the
did I
strength
do
of
that?
these regions and teams coming back now when they also will go up
How did
against
I
either
draw it
Golden Guardians or BDS
inside
later.
out?
I agree. It always feels bad when you start a tournament or end a tournament saying they'll be back stronger, etc.
It also stinks of fucking
take that spot,
pen
right? You
marker.
have to start from the ground up. But this time around, yeah, as an example, being Loud, that team coming in on a three-peat, looking stronger
Alright,
than ever.
BDS
These
better
are
get
things
the
that
win,
I
otherwise
feel
his
like I
shirt's
live
getting
for, that
burned.
I'm going to be excited to see
I
these
mean,
matchups.
I am looking
I'm
forward
kidding,
to
I won't
potential
burn it.
rematches. I also love the fact that whoever wins today makes it to their first World Championship ever, and they'll be facing off against Team Wales. Both
Wait.
of the teams making their World Championship debut.
Wait.
So that's all to come later on in the week. As you can tell, we're having a little bit of
Wait.
fun. The energy here in the studio is quite spicy. So let's spice up this regional rival a little bit more. I've tasked both of my analysts
there we go.
to present a short
We have to
presentation
take a
of why
picture.
their team
It's
is
on
gonna
backwards.
win. Now, it's
Yeah, no
important to
shit.
know
It's on backwards
neither
and it's
analyst
inside
has
out.
seen the other's presentation. I've kept it secret. So I want to ask everyone who's watching on Twitch chat right now on who you think is going to win this matchup, and I sincerely hope you adjust your votes based on the presentations. So Raz, seeing as though I'm expecting you guys to lose, I think I'd love you to teach me about the Golden Guardians. Everyone remind at home, twitch.tv/RightGames, that's where you vote. Raz, Golden Guardians presentation, go.
Ignorance is bliss, quick shot. Because all of you guys have been talking for a little bit. You guys have no idea, and I'm here to educate you. Let's start from the very start for Golden Guardians as a team in Spring Split. The fact that they went to the finals of the LCS. So as we
All right, let's rock.
get to see what we see from Golden Guardians.
Turn
an
the
amazing
shirt
moment that
around.
they
I
had
can't
when
be
no one
asked.
really
I can't
expected
look.
it,
I'm
but
gonna
they
be honest.
finally
I can't
did
be
that.
asked.
Exactly. So that was beautiful from them, and then they
I
were
can't be asked to
basically
turn inside
a
out.
greater sum of their parts, but then they go into Summer Split winning individual accolades. Licorice and Huhi getting first team All-Pro. Huhi the first time in his career being able to hit it. And then second team All-Pro for River and Gory and Stixay. Gory and River.
All
All right.
five players.
Exactly. First and second team All-Pro. Actually, my memory's lapsing a little bit. Goldberg, did BDS get any All-Pro
Here's the tweet.
accolades? Don't worry about it.
No, they did not. They did
Get the
not.
fuck in here.
They did
What
not.
is
Yes,
Raz?
yes,
What
they
is
did
Raz
not.
ranting
So
about?
success
Is he
across the
talking
board,
about
and as we move
7
on to the
months
next
ago or
slide,
something?
the
What is he
question
on
for
about?
me is how did it all happen? Because not only are we talking analytically, are we talking
Bro,
about
we
just
ain't
how
got no
we've seen
time
them
for
play
7
on the
months
Rift,
ago.
It's the blessings as well. As long as you rub this head, don't worry about that. As long as you rub this head, you get to see blessings from this team, a coaching staff, basically winning coaching staff of the split in Summer Split because of the continuity they had.
Chat.
Yes, did they win anything from that? No, you did.
Listen up.
So then we go on to the next slide.
Listen up.
Because what we saw in
The
MSI
Pick'em's predictions are
culmination of
up.
all that success.
The Pick'em's
Winning
predictions
that
are up.
game versus BLG.
Okay?
Are we
You can
talking
vote
losses now?
for who you
That's
think's gonna
it.
win. You click on the link and you click on who you think's gonna win. I think BDS is gonna win. Boom, you voted. You need to sign in with Discord though. So sign in with Discord, vote, and if you follow along to the whole tournament, you can win 200 euro Steam gift card, 100 euro Steam gift card, 50 euro Steam gift card. Okay? Cast your vote on Discord. We're gonna do this every day. The leaderboard we updated for every point you get.
that was
All you have
big
to do is
black
go to
liquor in
Pedro's
action, and it left
Pick'ems,
a sour taste
and you'll
in
get a
Mr.
prediction,
369's mouth as we go
and
into
then
the
boom,
next one.
done.
For Adam. Oh,
That's if you want to
man,
join in.
I actually
If you don't want to join
remember
in,
this one all
fair
too
enough.
well. It was a double solo kill, but Adam was on the receiving end.
Look at Raz, he added the tier.
Yes, it was actually quite sad
Really
for him.
stacked, bro.
Goldberg, question for you.
It's down? No,
how
it's
do you
not.
reckon that tasted?
Oh, I mean, you know, I love my salty licorice as well, so that's what I'm ready for
Okay,
later
so then
on
listen,
anyway.
listen. I think that's who we are. I'm gonna move us along to the
Fair.
next one. GB, I think you take the floor. Let's talk about BDS.
Let's get it going. That was cool on
it
Golden
down?
Guardians. You had some accomplishments coming through. We're not just gamers at BDS. We're so much more. So let's get the first light going, okay?
Yeah, tell him,
You're not
Goldborg.
going up against your average gamer. You're going up against professional golfers. You're going up against Air Force pilots. You're going up against the police. You're going up against paramedics. When you play BDS, you
Tell him,
play
Goldborg.
peak human performance, not just in-game performance. That's cool.
You have
That's
full-time
BDS.
gamers, you have part-time gamers.
No, we got everything. We got everything. We knew everything. But also,
Chat, I
in
don't
the
know
beginning
my
when
fucking
I saw
Discord
we were facing
login, so I can't
I
predict.
just thought it was not announced who we were playing against, so I actually had to Google what that
I
was.
forgot it.
And Raz, if I move to the next slide,
Oh, no.
NA. English is not my first language. Could you please read the dictionary of what NA is here?
It's actually written there.
Near Airport is
I
known
don't-
as the fastest region to arrive.
Oh,
in the
Near
United States.
Airport.
They gave up on LOL World Championship. They are investing in.
Oh,
Speedrun.
use
Oh,
QR
read
code.
this.
Go on, go
Why am I
on.
reading this.
Go
Yeah,
on.
use
They are
QR
current
code. That's
world record
genius.
holders at Airport, any percentage, and
They are
can
current world
do it.
record holders.
I will have you know that can be broken today. They can lose already before they get to Worlds. That
How do I
is
do
a
QR
world
code
record
login?
That can be broken with 0 wins against.
Oh, here we go.
North
Scan
America.
QR
So
code.
Let's get into the matchup actually, because you're
Scan
talking about
QR
licorice,
code.
right? We got a Giga Chat versus a single
Login.
piece of licorice.
Oh my
I'll
God,
have
it
you know,
worked.
When I was a kid in Denmark, I devoured this in less than a minute when my parents fed it to me. What do you think this guy's gonna do to it? There's not even any
Wait, I don't
point
have
in
a-
looking at the rest of it. So in conclusion of this PowerPoint,
Okay,
it's
fix.
just gonna be a straight BDS 3-0, baby.
That's
That's what
right,
I'm talking about.
BDS.
Oh my word. Okay, Raz.
That's
any
right.
Marks to that one. No.
Got nothing.
Okay, let's take a second to cool
That's
off.
right,
Let's take a
GB,
second to
you
cool off.
fucking
I wanna know
legend.
what everyone's voting for in chat. What was the percentage? I didn't see that on purpose.
There it is.
70% in favor of Golden
I picked
Guardians.
That's what I'm talking
Golden
about.
Guardians.
That's what I'm talking about.
So we've heard from the analysts, we've heard from the fans at home. It's time to hear from the players themselves. Let's tune into some trash talk from Golden Guardians and BDS.
Put your shirt back on.
Join the Discord, make a prediction. Once per day, you can win hundreds of euros of Steam gift cards. What is he on about? Wow, that jersey's kind of sick.
I mean, you know, like,
He's accurate.
first of all, he's like full of Twitter game. I'm not sure why, and also people like to kind of create a rivalry between me and him, but I actually don't get why. Like, we're really not from the same scale, you know. Like,
True.
tomorrow when we'll just meet, there's just not gonna be a single matchup positive for him. Like, he'll just get destroyed. and
Tell him,
he
Adam.
won't talk ever again.
I mean, even the EU teams are rooting for us, and
No, we're
they
not.
think we're gonna win.
Who's rooting for you? What is he on about?
I mean, it was
Golden
funny.
Gu- what is he
The guy
on
that
about?
played in LCK and LPL got an LCK MVP who lost to a bunch of nobodies. It would be quite funny, to be honest.
Oh, that is one of the harshest things I've ever heard a player say live on broadcast.
What is blood
Take a
waffling
second,
about?
let's react,
Listen,
trash
chat,
talk
if you
from the
haven't,
players, obviously it's
if
spicy.
you
I
can't tell
believe
already,
BDS
I'm gonna be very
sold out BDS.
BDS biased
Those
and very
before we dive into
sad
some
if
more
BDS
specifics.
loses.
We need more stuff like
Bro,
that.
look at someone's in LOL Park right now watching series. Look at that. All that glitters is gold. Smoke the doubters, the whole pack. Bro, that sign is sick.
And I'll say
Yo,
this, I think both of these
nice
teams,
sign.
especially on
That's
social media and
wicked.
at least externally facing, they're willing
That's
to have a
fucking
bit of
sick.
fun
Nice
with it. They're
sign.
willing to play around. So let's dive into the meat and potatoes.
Smoke the
of
doubters,
today's
the whole
matchup.
pack. That's
And let's
fucking
take a look
right.
at the introduction for both Adam, his international appearance, alongside the rest of BDS.
Smoke
which
the
is gonna be
doubters,
incredibly
the whole
low,
pack.
as well as the Golden Guardians. Rez, when we take a look at these individual players and we look at how many matches they've played on the international stage, how many events they've appeared, you can see on screen behind you, 3 international appears, 45 games, 449, 117. In contrast, we have
By the way,
6 games
ads
of
will
live
have to run
appearance.
during
I mean,
Worlds.
experience
You know how
playing
it goes.
this
If you've
type
been on
of
the coach
stage
streams
in front
before,
of
you know
this
how
type
it
of
happens.
audience
We're gonna run
is
ads
huge in
before
favor of
draft.
Golden Guardians.
And this is something that always catches off
I need to run them now, however.
Was the same thing because the
Do I need to run them now? Starts in 5 minutes. What time is it? No, I don't. I don't need to run them now.
The branding of Golden Guardians, right?
Okay,
Golden
the
Guardians
ads timing
brand
were really
never
bad.
made it to Worlds. Didn't make it to MSI historically.
Yeah, I'll run them now.
But the players themselves even just specifically singling out Stixay, that man who went to MSI,
Let me think.
had that amazing moment.
Okay, ads have to run
They've
before
been in
games.
the
I'm
stage
sorry.
under a lot of
Otherwise,
pressure,
you're gonna
and
get
they're able to
smoked by
deliver.
ads.
Yeah, but I think as well on the side
You can
of BDS,
prime for
right?
free
I
to
mean,
avoid.
Adam's
You can
not
tier
even
1.
gonna
You
be
can
the
get
guy
gifted a
who's
sub.
actually rallying them and giving that extra veteran experience,
You know how
because
Worlds
that's not
works.
him.
This is the same as
He's been a guy
MSI.
like Crown.
Everyone
Even though
remembers
he's got
MSI.
zero international appearances, he's been here for
Is-
a long time. He's been
Okay,
through
I
lot
need to
as
do a
well.
poll in
I
chat.
think
I'm gonna poll chat
hopefully
real quick.
they've
Yo,
had learnings from
who's
spring as well. If
gonna
they
win?
stop
I need to
these
get
being
my
too
Golden
open,
Guardians
fully just default
BDS.
them.
I need to
It's
understand my
surprising,
chats
but
real
then
quick.
they can actually come back together and realize that
Holy
this is a
fuck,
good
the amount of
metaphor
subs
right
are
now. We can actually
mental.
pull this off.
Let's talk about both teams in terms of, being in this
Wait, it's
position.
50-50.
Neither Golden Guardians nor BDS were expected to be here. I think in terms of both teams, there's a lot of parallels in their journey. They both may have peaked. I use this term a little loosely. Let's say earlier in the year. Both teams kind of fell
Okay, they're gonna
off
run
towards
now.
summer
I'm
towards the
sorry if you get hit by
qualification
ads.
for World Championship. Coming in as
You
4
won't miss
seed,
anything, I
mean,
promise.
Goldborg can
'Cause it's 4 minutes
BDS
left.
Not only surprise both us in terms of performance, but even Golden Guardians, because as a team, the way they play the game is also a little bit non-traditional.
No, absolutely.
Look at Adam in LoL Park, bro. That's so weird to see. We co-stream LCK all year, and EU team is in LoL Park.
Adam plays a game where he gets lane prior. He doesn't really use it for himself with the champion pool that he's got. I think where I'm looking, and I'm a bit worried, is the mid jungle on BDS. When I look at Shion, when
My
I look
man's
at
in
Nuke,
LoL
they're
Park.
obviously some of the newer guys coming into it, and they're playing against some of the strongest players as well on Golden Guardians when they go up against River and Gori.
And I think that's fair. I actually remember the playoffs in which they fell.
The closest they'll ever be,
fell
bro.
off
Shut
to
up.
Team Liquid to put themselves in this position.
Wait,
It was
the
actually
crowd-
inconsistencies
Yo!
from Gordon, somebody that carried them
Chat.
to this position.
Where's
where
the
they
crowd
were
at?
Honestly, one of the strongest mid jungle duos in the LCS, but they come into Game 5. Technically Game 6 because they had to replay that game.
Bro, I would rock up with a
and it
drum.
was a disaster for Gori. So as long as the consistency is there in the mid
You know,
jungle, then
just
it should
fucking
be
go
good.
crazy there.
Should be is the.
Well, listen, I want to move us on. We've only got about 3 minutes before we head into the very first Worlds qualifying series.
Oh,
And
this is
because
gonna bang.
both of my lovely analysts had a let's say tasteful joke
Yes.
between Licorice and Adam. Let's
Don't
dive into the
forget,
specific matchup,
you can
because I think
vote
this
in
could
the
be one of
Discord
the
who you think's
more
gonna win.
pivotal
Last
impacts
reminder,
if
you can go
I
to
think
the
Adam will just
predictions.
pop off. Raz, I'll come to you
Click
first.
on that link or
what
the link
fear
in
do
chat
you
and you can
have
predict.
for Licorice, like pooping the bed against Adam, maybe the
Last
champion pool,
reminder.
maybe the play style. Like, is there any concerns on your side?
For the champion pool, for sure. When Licorice is going into an unfamiliar matchup, there are going to be problems. You're going to fall
Why is
behind.
that someone called
And in
Papa
fact,
Stiffy?
I would say my expectation, ban the Darius. I don't want to see it, especially if we're
No,
focusing
don't ban
on
the Darius.
Darius.
Don't be weird.
No,
Don't be weird.
You don't have to, bro. Don't worry about it.
And then when they played up against specifically
Don't
BDS,
be
playing
weird.
up against Fnatic in the series that they lost, I thought the best matchup that Adam had was the Jax matchup. So he's actually really
Why is there-
adept at
bro,
just traditional matchups.
There's
something
Twitch
that
staff
people
in the
try
chat
and overhype
who said
the weird
NAEU.
things it
Bro,
has.
yo,
When it goes back
Twitch
to
staff,
Jax or
shut up,
Renekton,
bro.
he does perform.
I
So
mean,
that's
don't
something
shut up.
that
You're
I want
lovely.
people
I
to
love
be
you.
aware of.
And that's really where I'm hoping that Adam would excel, actually, because as I said earlier, like with champions like these, when you see them in solo queue, you best be knowing they're never joining your team. But Adam plays it differently. He actually wants to get lane priority, so he can either move down towards Dragon and get Drake priority, or actually move in on the enemy jungler and try and move in with Shio. And that's kind of what I'm hoping we'll see here. I want to see them attack River. I want to see them have prior from the top lane. But let's be honest, that's a very real scenario where we'll also just
You
see them play
insulted
their
Twitch
shared
staff? No, I
champion
didn't.
pool, where Licorice was
Yo,
getting
Twitch staff.
Kasante, Adam will
Don't-
lock in
don't-
Renekton,
don't-
and then we'll
don't
just
take
have
me
a
out.
trade
We're-
upstairs
we're
where they're
friends.
just trading plating, or Adam will get plating on the Renekton.
We don't wanna
Wait,
see
I need
that.
to group this.
We don't
Hopefully
wanna see
not.
that.
I mean, I would love to see Adam on the Olaf. I would love to see him some of the signature picks, because I think that's really where they can gain an edge.
Yeah,
so,
agreed.
Raz, we've got 90 seconds left. I'm
Yes.
going to ask you to give me a prediction.
90
Who will
seconds
win,
till Worlds
what the
qualifying
score will be,
series.
and why you're
Ooh, let's
making
go.
that
I only slept like
I
2
have Golden
hours, but I'm
Guardians winning
fucking
this one.
gassed.
3-1. If there's a 1 in there and a Golden Guardians there, I think your shirt is
He
perfect.
gave
You should
BDS a
put that
game.
on.
Fake fan.
The reason why I have that is I give BDS a single game
He
because I
gave
think they're
BDS a
really
game.
traditional front-to-back team
Fake
that will play
fan.
around Crownie and do a pretty good job at that. And if they can mix them up in the top side of the match, maybe we see a Darius go
Read
through.
what Lar wrote. No, I'm not
then
reading
it's
what
gonna
Twitch
be a
staffer
little
wrote. He wrote NA greater than EU. That's all I need to see.
I know the score, I know prediction. Tell me why they're going to win.
I don't need to see more.
Without full hopium.
Without full hopium, without full hopium,
not
I think
possible.
we're for sure at 4 games, right? But
No, I'm kidding,
I
Twitch
think
staffer.
that
I'm a big
we're
fan of
looking at
yours.
an edge where Adam can gain it in the top lane, but I also think that
He-
Crownie
Bro.
is a stronger player than
Wait.
Stixay is. I think that that's where I'm really looking at them getting agency in the mid to late game. If they can
writing
actually play
XTV.
around some of the strengths that they had earlier, where they get their Drake Prow going, where we saw them step up in summer, where they mimic the formula to success, that's where I start seeing them getting edge against Golden Guardians. And if they can snowball the game from there, make Golden Guardians uncomfortable, because they're going to be playing against a play style that you can't really practice against. Like, it is very BDS
All right, the predictions are going to
specific.
close
That's why
when the
I'm hoping
timer
we
hits
get
0. You have
I
20
really,
seconds to
really
vote.
hope BDS surprised today. I hope
You have
get a
20
good
seconds to vote
series.
to win Steam gift
And
cards.
I am very hopeful that we'll have a lot more fun throughout the day. If you are watching, reminder this
Let's
is the
rock.
World's Qualifying
Focus up
Series.
now.
The winner today advances to the World's Playing Stage. We'll have face-off against Team Wales on Wednesday. You
Focus
need
up now.
3 of the 5 next following games.
Why did someone
Let's bring
gift
us
the
into
Twitch
this
staff
matchup.
for a sub?
Let's head to the casters. Dracos, Dagda, and Mark with the Z.
Be biased as fuck, Dracos and Dagda. Be biased as fuck.
Welcome, everyone, to I think what is going to be the greatest best of 5 of the year.
Be biased as fuck.
Hands down. Easy. No question in my mind.
Wait, it's
This
Mark
guy's
Z.
gonna be
It's
biased.
the better
By
Mark.
popular demand. And in
saw
order
the
to
thread.
facilitate that, I will be the neutral party. I am the Switzerland.
He is the
of this
blocker
particular
from
equation.
Let's go.
Trying to throw fists around him. Please. You're going to get some elbows and collateral damage.
I can't wait to hear this
That's
cast.
kind of going to be the vibe for the day. Obviously, Golden Guardians versus BDS. We both did a podcast today before if you haven't checked them out.
Dagda, I want you to
right
start
now,
laughing
from
if someone
perspective
fails to
here,
flash on goal.
it's,
I want you to
we're
say,
kinda curious
oh
to
my
see
god, that
BDS
guy
high
said
ceiling, but we
Worlds.
want to see if they
He
can
needs to do
reach
something
it.
like that.
That's the more
needs to do
objective
something like that.
perspective from a regional fandom perspective, Dag. I think it's safe to say it's a quick 3-0, yes?
Yeah, BDS, easy 3-0. I mean, how the hell is Liquor trying
Increase
to deal with
volume bit.
Adam? I mean, you saw GB as well. Like, how do you try and argue against that sort of European representation? I thought he was going to fight Raz at one point, to
Boo.
be perfectly honest.
No, I'm kidding. I'm not
I
a
mean, it's
booer.
a big regional
I'm not a
rivalry.
boo.
I know people
Boo.
will
No,
try
I
and
would never
convince you
boo.
that
No,
there's
I would
more
never boo them.
important series
Boo.
to play
No, I
after
would
this,
never
like
do
the
that.
entire rest of the world tournament, which this is technically not a part of.
Yeah.
I disagree with all of them. I think that this is for NA and EU.
No,
the most
I would never
important
boo
series that they will
someone.
play, because this will define a lot of bragging rights for the entire rest of the year in Reddit threads. If you lose this, you have no leg to stand on.
But that's why they had to put this first, right? Because it's like, technically, this isn't Worlds. So they're
Everyone's
like,
got their
we gotta
phones
have
out.
this one first, or else everyone's just going to be talking about this.
They're just
the
waiting
entire
for it.
thread.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're kind of, they're just,
There's
you know,
the
they're giving us
boys!
some medicine
Look at
for
Adam!
NA and EU fans. They know
Look
what
at Adam!
Worlds
He's
usually
gonna
means
fucking
for our
beat someone
respective
up.
regions recently.
Everyone clap.
We'll just have to see if this is going to give us the fix that we
Everyone
so
clap.
desperately need. Obviously playing
Everyone
in
clap.
Laurel Park today. Love to
Clap.
see the Korean
Yeah,
fans
good
in
crowd
house.
house.
And BDS.
Clap.
The boys from the LEC, if you missed the season, you heard the PowerPoint presentations at the start. Obviously, up and down season, a team that when they looked good, looked
Yo,
great,
BDS
but
shirts in
struggled to
the
find that
crowd.
form.
They don't look that scary. Looking at them on stage here, I'm not that worried.
What are you just waiting for balls to come back? And
Another
be
BDS
jacked on
shirt.
stage?
Three,
Is that how you
bro.
define it?
That's
Hey,
in the
hey,
crowd.
that's
We take
intimidating.
those.
Program.
Here's
Everyone
my
comes
question
out
to you.
swole,
Do you-
just ready.
Is Faker a man of intimidating stature? Is that what makes Faker
he eats
scary?
broccoli and rolls on stage.
Actually,
That's what
true.
makes me
Licorice
feel
about to get a
like
reality
I
check.
don't see anyone do that from BDS, so I think we're
forgot
good.
about that.
He about
The
to
last time we saw
reconsider
balls
his
making
whole year
presses
of
on
meta.
Darius, and then we just stole that with Adam as well. We're already in your head.
It's full circle. Oh boy, the Golden Guardians had you're talking about up and down year for both these teams. It felt like for BDS peaking kind of more in the middle. That was Golden
Licorice.
Guardians in a lot of ways too.
No,
making
actually,
spring
okay,
split
respect.
finals
We
for
put
the first
respect
time in
on
their history,
Licorice's
going
name.
to their first international
Look,
MSI.
I respect
no, not
good
winning
players.
a best of 5
Okay?
against one of the Eastern teams, but taking a game off BLG was still considered impressive to a lot of people.
Yeah.
And then they had a pretty strong
Licorice
summer
owned
that just
bin.
kind of fell apart in the final playoff push where they ended up losing
No, he owned
to Team Liquid
369. I
in the
don't know why
losers
people
bracket, which
say
was a
he
big
owned bin.
shock.
Didn't he own
Corey had
369?
an uncharacteristic performance. So this is a team that people are unsure of how they're going to perform after a month off and a disappointing last viewing.
And I think when we compare
Did he
and
own bin as well?
contrast
Oh, okay.
similar stories in terms of highs and lows and maybe inconsistency for both squads, the reason why people are often erring in favor of Golden Guardians is just the veterancy of this team. There's just more faith and there's more long-term track record. to
Dracos
prove
is
that these
being
guys
such
can
a
bounce back, that
meat.
they can get back to
Dracos
the
is
heights
saying,
that they were
"Oh,
at.
this team's
BDS
good. This team's
remains a
good."
question mark
Dracos,
because, again, in
speak
spring,
your heart.
in a single meta, they were fantastic. They were a great
It's the
team. They
parents. I don't know
teamed
whose
up
parents
incredibly
that is,
well. They
but
played
it's
on
someone's
incredibly
parents.
well, but they've struggled
Respect
to
going to
replicate
Korea.
that, and the meta hasn't always supported that as we've gotten further into the year.
I mean, I think it's also the case of the finals in spring, right? Where everyone was like, oh my god, BDS are going to do it. They're actually going to be able to take
Dracos is
a
American?
victory for themselves. And then they kind of
He's
fell
fake
apart
American at this
the
point,
last
let's be
hurdle.
honest.
So
He's
I think that's kind of the
European.
big question mark coming into this. But especially as you say, the lack of
Flying
experience
home
on an
together,
international
Pog,
stage
bro,
apart
shut up.
from Adam. We'll have to see now if they can try and step up to the mark and guarantee themselves that slot in Worlds.
Yeah, it was absolutely a disastrous first sweep that came in. Then,
All right,
of
what we
course,
got?
you have Mad Lions 1647.
Get me the draft.
You know, as a result of that, could have been avoided in an alternate universe. That never happens. If just BDS won that series.
Is this a catching strays kind of day?
Dude, I got the guns cocked. I'm ready to fire.
You ready? Yeah.
Yeah.
Get me the
The
draft.
greatest thing your region has ever done was beat
Actually, the
IGC
crowd's filled up. The
lose
crowd
to
is filled
G2
up.
in the finals.
We died so you could live. So we gave you the fastest international finals.
To be fair, I'm not gonna lie. You did take a bullet for the West.
The
there.
9-1 IG coming out of that group stage.
Wait, is that draft start?
Miraculously big. Everyone just breathed a sigh of relief.
Hold up.
I'm pretty sure you shot out at like strays at Mad Lions and then just shot yourself immediately.
Dude, I'm not aiming real good right now. Let me tell you, it's like 4
Let's
o'clock
rock.
in the morning or 5 o'clock in the morning. We're just firing.
All right, my pick'ems better pop off here.
On brand.
Olaf ban.
America, stars of ours.
Olaf ban. Dies of cringe.
Bans, Olaf taken off the board. Respect again for
Olaf
Adam.
Ben.
Olaf, Darius, Renekton, kind of the quintessential picks that made him popular in the LFL.
Jarvan Ben.
Deeper champion pool, but that's the
Wait,
signature.
hold up. What's been going on in
Jarvan,
scrims?
Rumble, Xayah, again, champions that were generally pretty strong the last time we saw them in the meta. Jarvan, a rumored strong scrim pick.
He's gonna, dude.
Also a
What's happening to Renekton?
River, one of his
What's
best
gonna happen to
champions.
Renekton?
So if
That's my question. If they first pick Renekton, he will play Darius into it. River Jarvan is OTP, is he? Okay, okay.
This is looking pretty standard to what we saw at the
Rel?
summer. I thought we'd have
Is
a bit of a
Kai'Sa
mix
first
with,
pick worthy with Xayah Ben?
Senna potentially coming in. I thought we'd see things like the Orianna and the
Talia
Zeta
first
a higher
pick.
priority, but not going to be the case. Instead, going to be the Talia keeping that flex.
Look at him laughing. Lock it in.
Lock
it in. He's gonna pick Renekton, isn't he?
But, yeah, I mean, at the moment, it's not looking too dissimilar, to be perfect.
He's gonna pick Renekton.
Yeah, that was the biggest question looking at the patch. Obviously, there's a lot of
Oh, bro, he's got the crowd riled up. I knew he was gonna pick Renekton. I knew it. Orianna won too. Wow, it is OP then, huh?
Gives her a lot of agency. Orianna is the pick right now that seems to be on paper one of the strongest, just because
They're gonna match mid with Syndra Azir. Is Kai'Sa not? I'm surprised Kai'Sa is not insta pick with Xayah Ben.
Standard control mages in a lot of ways feels like the Azirs, the Cassios, Orianna slots right in there most likely, and so this will be, I think, a lot of the focal point for the North American fans
Cassante?
watching is if Gory can
Boo.
performance and try and get some advantages over Nuku, will probably be leaning more towards the control mages.
Yeah, and as well leaning more towards those team fights, right? You know the BDS likes to try and play for these dragons in the early stages, having that.
What are we picking on 3? Maokai?
In those early stages to play
Wait,
those
is it
team
Shio
fights.
Nidalee angle?
It's
Nah,
gonna be a nice
Nidalee
little
Orianna is
setup,
trash.
but,
Yone.
looks like he might be going back towards a bit of an aggressive
That champ is OP.
Talia jungle confirmed
Yone
now,
is
and we've got
broken.
the Cassante. Now,
Double
I don't
flex.
think they're not going to flex.
They both play.
Yone
and
is
they
super
both
broken,
play
actually, I think.
Cassante.
Okay, so I was aware, but I wasn't sure if they're willing to play the Cassante mid lane. I could see how it would be solid into the Orianna.
Kai'Sa
but
or
I feel
jungle?
Like after all the nerfs, not quite as powerful as it once was.
Dude, we don't read patch notes in the NA. We can't read.
Maokai, yeah, I thought so. Okay, not bad, not bad. BDS team fight's good, but GG has a lot of damage. Holy fuck.
Like, I'm just gonna
GG has so much damage.
I know who I am, all right? And literally is not it.
I'm surprised to see the Maokai coming back into this, because I know a lot of people are talking about kind of more carry-oriented junglers, but with the Talia as well having great
They have
waves
so
to
much
clear
damage.
in the jungle, you're going to be able to pick up the pace, and I think Maokai just might struggle a little bit.
They have
against the
unreliable
Talia
CC
here,
though.
But it is more Sheo style of, hey, look, I'm going to try and play to stop and shut down and get vision and play more of a facilitator here
crap,
rather than
thanks for
being
the
a carry
resub.
myself.
And I was just going to say that I think right
Nautilus
now,
ban.
Golden Guardians are obviously drafting themselves
Lee
in a
Sin
situation
ban.
where they have
Oh, they think
champions
it's
that are
Maokai flex.
very strong in specific scenarios outside of Talia, who I think is universally
They think it's
strong,
Maokai
and
support, but
outside
you only
for
play
BDS,
Maokai
it's
support
safe,
into Rakan.
It's stable, it's
I
gonna
guess you could
scale
kinda play it
well, which is
into
kind of,
Leona.
Again, when they were at their
I think
best,
they're gonna
scaling
pick
to what they
Alistar on
did,
4.
The question now is, what do they bring out from Crownie? And is
I
this
heard
a good
Alistar
thing
is
that they're
super
drafting
OP in
stable, or
scrims.
is it going to be a problem if something like this Yone
But
pops
Kalista
off?
ban
Yeah,
makes me
this
think
is
they're going
Golden
Kai'Sa
Guardians when they were
100%.
at their best, kind
But
of bread and
Kai'Sa
butter,
Braum
taking
sucks.
flex picks, doing
What can they
interesting
play
things
into
with the draft,
Alistar
being
blind?
aggressive with them, having very high combined kills per minute, a lot of 3-man roams toward mid lane to kind of key off Gory's aggressive champions.
Alistar is
and that was what was kind of lacking in the playoffs, so we'll see if that can bounce back here. On the draft, just in terms of the changes, I know there's a lot of
Kai'Sa or
conversation
Alistar?
about practice time in Korea, where there was this belief that Golden Guardians was going to get way more. I think they showed up like a day or
There's
two
very
before.
little difference,
There's
yeah.
very little difference in
Rakan.
scrim time, and this is the first series that we're going to see on this new patch for Worlds, and it might be
What
people
AD are they
taking it a little
playing?
cautious for their first game going to
Are they
staples
playing
like
Zeri?
Maokai.
Yeah,
No
I'm
shot.
curious to see though what the game plan is.
Rakan
Because
into
there's been
Talia
a lot of major carry
Cassante?
bans. Xayah, Ezreal, Kalista, they're all taken off the board. Kalista
That's a bit
definitely starting
annoying.
to rise up in priority in that
I
bottom
guess
lane, getting
it
that bit
doesn't
of
matter
rest.
if you
We've seen things like Caitlyn and Lucian as well, those other lane bullies starting to come through, but Kai'Sa is there as kind of the other one that's kind of slipped through from meta's past, but it means you do have opportunities
Nice
here
jersey,
to try and go
thank
for
you.
some sort of counter pick if you'd like to.
And this is
Amumu!
Amumu versus,
What?
Huni. One of his kind of pocket picks that he's played a couple times, but not that seen by other teams.
Yeah, it was obviously really popular last Worlds, I believe, with MF, but very briefly at the start of the tournament, fell off very quickly. Once people figured out how to play against it, I think it lost a lot of steam, but still overall an impactful pick. You know how powerful the ultimate can be. And to be honest, I like what Golden Guardians are doing with this composition. You have a lot of champions.
Severe. Oh my god. I don't know if I like BDS's draft.
And we have, dude, we have
We are scaling.
quintessentials BDS. And here's the thing,
We are
fans, I'm gonna tell you
scaling.
right now, if they're gonna win this game, it's taken 30 to 40 minutes.
Mods Gamba.
You come back in 40 minutes.
You come back in 40
Gamba.
minutes and the game's still not going. It's not looking good. But Golden Guardians on the other side are going to have to try to blow this wide open because Crownie is an excellent late game AD carry. If there's anyone on this team you can rely on to carry
Alright,
the game,
tiny ad break.
past
You won't miss
2 or
anything,
3
and then we get
items,
into the game.
it is
Tiny ad
Crownie.
break.
And I think that's
just 1 minute. You won't miss anything before the game starts. You know how it goes. It's literally the short set break of your life. And then we're gonna get into the game.
This is
you
the
can
most
to avoid it, doesn't matter.
draft you can possibly
this
imagine.
tiny one. And then we go.
Jungle, Orianna, Sivir, just a Sivir comp with
bro, otherwise the game's just gonna fucking, it's gonna run in game. It's not gonna run in game. I won't allow it.
Crazy AD focus. The Kaisa build that's most popular right
What's
now.
the Gamba?
More of a,
bro, what is that?
Build and not the kind of
what are you doing?
that you saw before. We'll see where he ends up going.
Vote for BDS. What is this chat smoking? I would all in BDS.
Yeah, I mean, it does feel like, though, you've got what you're kind of looking for Golden Guardians, right? They like to try and play around this mid-jungle. You got a super strong mid-jungle you can play for, especially, like, Orianna. She doesn't really want to try and go for these skirmishes early in the game. Like, I know even when we look at the builds that we're seeing from Orianna, she tends to go more towards, like, the Luden's Echo Shadow Flame versus what it would have been the more heavy scaling items that we used to see.
So they're playing Cassante, Kaisa, Talia. So obviously their mid game is really strong. But BDS has Orianna, Sivir, which is
feels like that's the case.
I mean, I don't have to explain what Orianna Sivir does at 4 or 5 items. Yone gets absolutely one shot. Cassante gets melted. Yo, Thompson
individual player in this series, even in the
it's a montage making level champ. Yone has a little bit of setup. Yone Mumu, a bit unreliable. Because he has nothing else, but
early on. Level
let's see.
Let's
see what they got.
Crazy compared to a lot of the things that we see more standard in North America.
Yeah, she's notorious in scrims for trying anything and everything at level 1. One of the most hated players to scrim against because of it.
Why are we chanting TSM?
Finds it miserable. We'll see if River is in the same situation. The dive, obviously very confident, and Kobe specifically was very confident in River's ability to individually
I think they've changed the layout. Maybe it's better if the camera goes here. No, the player cameras will go there.
If you want to individually be the difference maker, this is a champion that can let you do it.
But I think it works well against BDS, because you know that Shale wants to go towards Sejuani, Maokai, these kind of things. So I think it's a good call here from Golden Guardians. But again, it's as you say, Shale wants to try and get in your face, try and get that vision down in your jungle, and just stop you from being able to interact on the map. So I'm curious to see how BDS get that going here against Golden Guardians.
I think it's a really interesting clash of the two jungle styles as well. Just across the board with this team, there's so many different ways to talk about it, because River
He's playing face rush red smite. He's going to Monarch Embrace then. Yeah, the front line is actually front line of BDS gets murdered.
Is something that you do want to get eyes on early, because he'll go for a level 2 flick back on you out of nowhere if any of his lanes have setup, which a lot of them actually do here.
Oh, nice. First Q, that's a mana flow in the bank.
I think with
keep the farm up.
Malrang not doing as well this year. EU fans have been
nice Q again. Okay. I see you, Nuke. Nuke has a really high win rate in solo queue.
We don't have a quintessential psycho jungler that's very successful now.
Adam's gonna push top, and he's gonna right-click their Gromp, and he's gonna put a ward on second or third wave. Then he's gonna push top again, and then he's gonna dive mid.
Ice as much as is humanly possible.
That's all Adam's gonna do.
Level 2 for Adam, just trying to get this wave pushed in. We'll see how this matchup shapes up as we get later and later into the game. Cassante obviously just repeatedly nerfed, but still just remains relevant because of how powerful that kit is.
Yeah.
He actually fucked up the crash. Now it's going to
like
freeze.
The ability for them to try and go for,
that's kind of bad.
Try and go for team fights as well. It's going to be a big one. Cassante going to work out well. I think you've got this great setup with like Hui going in.
Oh, Maokai did 3 camps top into topside invade.
Alongside like River with the flick back. So I think when you come into these
fights,
no,
he's the one warding their entrance.
Very difficult for BDS if they're not kind of keeping themselves in check. But Shao starting to make his way in towards the mid lane here.
Does that work?
Level 3. Ori has to be a little bit careful. The flash in immediately. Orianna gets a decent damage.
Get him! Where are you going, little bro? Where is he going? Where is he going? Bro, in the graveyard. That's fucking right.
BDS already off to a great start.
I could have gone longer than 3 minutes. Matter of time. Jesus, I thought that would be, a little bit slow.
You could have gone longer than 3 minutes?
Gory having maybe some of the same struggles we were seeing in playoffs here, just not tracking where Shao was. He did that full topside clear and just hadn't gone to the bomb side of the map yet. So maybe
that was a really creative gank.
Just insta flash.
Good job.
You get that guaranteed CC and kill nice and easy.
Why are they flashing the Fnatic logo?
At least didn't blow anything,
so hold up, what's the Fnatic logo all about?
He'll have a better chance, but nice start.
Is it because they lost the Fnatic?
That's kind of what we're talking about, right? Shao is a guy who kind of preemptively gets into a position to try and shut down any sort of aggression.
That ward, look at that ward on Talia. Perfect. Nice ward by Shio, covers off the top play.
And again, when we talk about a scaling team finding early advantages, it's so massive because
now BDS is very good at getting reverse swept, so please don't go too up and lose. Adam, we saw Talia topside, okay? Maokai's on wolves. We're not gonna die to this. Nope, it's not happening. We're not dying to this. You're not gonna walk up to those 3 Rakasa. You're not gonna do that. Get your fuck. It's bouncing. It's bouncing. Get back. It's bouncing. Oh, Nuke got the sweeper.
Necessary here, not to get caught out there as Gory trading back a little bit more in the mid lane. Obviously, the big thing about Yone is even if he falls behind, you know, you get boots 2, you get 1 item. This champion scales so incredibly well that small disadvantages don't
Let's go,
matter as
Nuke.
much.
My goat.
Yeah, and I think for the Golden Guardians team comp,
He
also
saved
have a lot of
TP as well,
individual
Nuke. He
playmaking.
ran
It's
back.
really gonna
It's
turn
so
on line
good.
at 6 around some of these
TP
neutral
advantage
objective
mid.
fights
Gory
where
should
they
probably
try and
base there,
find
actually.
these big combinations with their ultimates. The
He's
obviously the Yone one, the Amumu
not in a great
ultimate.
state. He didn't base.
Seeing
That's
if you
rough.
can get some of the gold lead back through there, because if you're just going standard laning and Sheo's finding these kills on and off, you're going to be in a lot of trouble.
You're
come
such
15,
an
20 minutes.
obvious
Yeah, I think
NA
that's where we're
hater.
gonna start to see,
What do you mean I'm
especially
such an
like
obvious
Rift
NA
Herald and that
hater?
kind of stuff at the 8-minute mark. I feel
Listen,
like you've
buddy.
actually got a decent opportunity
EU's
there
on
for
the other
Golden Guardians
side.
to try and play off of Yone being strong, Cassante
Sometimes
having good opportunities as
life
well.
crumbles
you are up
like
against
that.
Renekton, who tends to thrive in those scenarios, but like Orianna isn't going to be that strong at that stage, and I don't even think you're going to get much of an opportunity, to be honest, for Crownie to try and make his way up towards that top side as well.
It's 5 AM
in its
here, okay? We need
3v3
to win.
Scenario, give that edge to Golden Guardians.
Certainly. And especially if they're able to get set up first. Right now, Licorice obviously struggling to keep Prio in the lane. The sustain of Renekton early on can be pretty frustrating.
It's a really good game state for BDS. They have auto push bot, they have auto push top, decent vision top side. They have first blood mid in a scaling matchup. He might get pushed in now, but it doesn't matter. He has TP advantage.
Kind of everywhere, it's really
They're pinging
quiet,
bot wave. You saw
folks.
that?
We had that one gank. People are going to fish for ganks now, but until Herald
What are they
spawns, I
cooking
think
in
in
bot?
8 minutes, there's
Maokai
just
has
not
no
2
flash.
points on the map really for both sides to
When
play
you have no
for.
flash as Maokai and you're playing
imagine they're
Maokai
just gonna
Rakan, you need to be
trade
really careful of
objectives.
counter
If I'm
ganks.
honest, at the pace what we're going,
It's very possible for BDS. Say, great, first blood in our pocket, sack these first couple objectives, keep that scaling going.
Nah, we're chilling.
Looks like that might be the plan for them. And I got to say, I'm not shocked. This is a very high-stakes game for both these teams. You talked about BDS being young, never making it to international play. Technically,
Did
this is
River take
international play, but not,
Shio's Raptor respawn?
Worlds or anything
How
like
is he
that.
down?
So
A camp?
For Golden Guardians also never making Worlds, I think there's a lot
How
of
is he
pressure
down a
on
camp?
both these teams. And it's pretty easy to be the first team playing on this patch at Worlds. Tons of people watching and having a little bit
Is that a
slower
plating?
game one.
No, on top side, Adam's going to be able to grab a quick plate.
What is bro doing?
Meme lane. Nuke needs to be
What
careful
is
here, but here
bro
comes
doing?
Shia.
Ah!
The ulti out now.
Riot!
Gonna take Gory to safety. Forced to use the ultimate before a fight, though. Could cost him, but able to get out.
Very lucky. The pushback on the Maokai smash actually gave him
Oh!
the clear shot wave.
Hold up!
Nuke walking down. No mana. Clockwork wind up.
Oh, he predicted the flash!
Sorry, Mark, can you tell me
Shio?
what happened with the
Now
map
gonna try
match?
to beat up River. Oh,
He
no.
predicted the flash with his
Obi in
Q!
shambles.
Let's go, Nuke!
Shambles, man. Not a great look to the start of this game.
Where's Adam? There's Adam!
Oh, no.
Okay.
I knew he would be
I'm trying
mid.
to be a neutral party, but it's leaking out. Mark.
Let's go!
It's getting bad fast.
Get ready!
Let's go!
I'm in my comfort zone, actually. I swear.
Oh yeah, because it's
Bro,
3-0
it's the Adam
already.
Classic.
Yeah, that's very comfortable, right?
Oh, God. This is
BDS Dragon setup. I mean, we'll see the
Bro,
replay
Adam's
to
such
see
a
maybe
legend.
what went wrong at some point.
BDS.
Top side, Adam already got one. Now wants to continue to follow up. Using the dominance, wants to full commit here. Licorice can
Hold
the
up.
pullback. That's one dash through. He's going to have another one. The pullback there. Adam can, I believe, dice to follow the slice, taking his time here. Maybe it has
Oh,
expired.
no flash top. Bro,
Licorice
if
will
Adam has
take it out.
flash, he
Forced
doesn't
to
have
use
W
the
though.
ultimate as well, so
Still huge for BDS in this early game. We're talking about the scaling. We're talking about, oh, let's see if they can get to 20 minutes. Well, they can also just kill everyone and get the neutral objectives themselves. Here, Gory, I was talking about
But
the
Nuke's
arcane
flash
smash,
Q auto
moving
was
him out of
really
range
clean.
So the Yone ultimate could still go off, and then Sheo's W follows him in range. But I didn't think afterwards Gory would just walk back up and die with his
Wait, is
flash
Adam
up.
dead?
So I didn't see the game the same way.
Look at this flash Q.
Situation. My bad.
look, if I want to be empathetic
Oh
here,
my
I
god,
use the
really good
strategy
flash
in
Q.
Call
That
of
was
Duty
really
times where
impressive.
you die to bait your opponent into a false sense of security. For plays like this, just a shot. Never mind. All right.
Snap
What
back.
side are you on, Dracos? All right, come on, man.
Really nice.
Well, when you play Yone in Yasuo, you either go 10-0 power spike or 0-10. And since he died first blood, he's committed now to the 0-10 playthrough.
Yeah. I will say though, like I do like that Sheo's starting to play through this one, like in mid lane. But even like this is what you got to expect from Adam. Like the fact he's roaming down to get these plays, like you do have to watch out for.
Nuclear
Like, we're kinda
intelligence,
seeing what we
Giga
expected, right? Early Dragon going to BDS. They're going to trade that for Rift Herald on top side. They know they don't really have control, so just looking for plates for a Sivir on the bottom side instead.
And this definitely feels like a lot of the times the best version of BDS, where they can win some fights early, as we see a contest actually coming through for this Rift Herald.
Whoa, hold up. This ain't, you ain't gonna, oh, he got it as well. Oh my god, it's a montage. It's a montage. You got that? Q. Show me Q.
Oh, baby, he's been to Denmark. He knows what licorice tastes like, and it tastes good.
Do you need a hug, Mark?
No.
Are you okay?
No.
Is it all right?
Lull them into a false sense of security.
Wait, we're
Lose
perfect
one game
gaming
to
them.
give them false hope. It's these old CLG meme classic image.
Yeah, and
We're
I mean,
perfect
I think
gaming them.
ultimately for BDS,
It's
fans, they can rejoice a
fucking
little bit
free.
because BDS are playing a lot of what made them so successful in spring. They're steady, they're scaling, they're still making plays in the early game. They're still focused on getting these objectives. And they're showing up individually, which across
Holy
the board
fuck.
is the perfect checklist you want. And for Golden Guardians fans, I think it's probably frustrating because what you believed, if you believed in Golden Guardians, was we weren't going to get
Crowny.
playoff GG.
Crowny does
we
this
were gonna get the
a
refined
few
version.
times, if I remember the
It's
split.
gonna work out. Hold that thought here is who he's coming along to the bottom side.
He's
Moon
dead.
going in. There's just no way Crowny gets
Ah,
out. He's
don't
got
waste
the
anything.
Flames River now coming through as
Don't
well.
waste
The
anything, just
kill
die.
Getting donated over to Stixie. Does that feel good, Mark?
I had to get it out. I don't know how many more of those I'm getting, dude. I got to put like 10 kills of energy into that one.
Where Barak?
I mean, look, it's a good setup. Crowny overextended, but
Why is there 5
I mean,
people?
Shale,
No, I'm kidding. It's only
absolutely
2,
on
3.
form in this one. Like, this is kind of the Shale
Really
that we
nice
got in
Q
spring
flash.
that made us so hyped from coming in. Didn't get to see it as much towards the end of the year, but we got to see inklings of it at the end of season finals, and now again showing up massively here, getting that steal, setting up the kills.
Crowny,
Shale
why are we
is on
walking up?
form
Why are we
coming
walking
into
up,
the
Crowny? Listen,
And it's
listen.
nice,
Why are we
punish
walking
kill
up?
on
Why are
the
we
flip side
walking
of
up?
the map, finding Crowny slightly overextended, trying to get some turret plate damage down after winning on the top side. So it's a nice consolation prize, but at the end of the day, the fact that you get the
Don't
red
be a
turret taken
game one,
away
Andy.
after Golden Guardians had committed time to that.
Bro,
you
the
get
funniest thing
kills.
about the
Everything
NA
was
memes
going
is,
so well
what
for them
the
on top
fuck
side.
is
It
a
was
kilometer?
One of the parts of the map that I think was the most contentious when you heard people talking about how you thought it would go. Is Adam a genius or is he crazy? You know, which of the two is that? Sheo, how great is he when he has to play around top side so much? And so far, everything's come up
I
exactly
hope
how
Mark
BDS
Z
wants,
screams,
controlling
what the
Corey in
fuck
early
is a
game.
kilometer?
They have the roams from Adam to
I'm gonna
find
DM him.
kill in
I'm gonna
mid
tell
lane.
him.
He's been all over the map as well. Everything seems to be looking really good for them.
Yeah. Right now, BDS sitting pretty. Have the luxury of scaling on their side as well, at least when we look to the simple perspective that is front-to-back team fights most certainly, but often the easiest one to reference. Golden Guardians, 6s are through. They made a play on the bottom side of the map. Huhi, when his ult is up and available, we can imagine to fish for another play here. Because again, even at small disadvantages, the potential for playmaking on this Golden Guardians lineup is massive.
Bro thinks he's
Could
still
lead
on the
to at least a
casting
few
team?
more kills
I
if they
think
can
that would be so funny.
I mean, you can see the amount of vision that's been invested by BDS onto this bottom side. They really want to make sure that they're able to play around this bot end and try and find success. Shale was thinking of using that rip
Shut up.
Couldn't really find an in.
Wait,
so
it's
now
4
gonna
plates
move
top
mid
in
lane
isolation.
instead and just
You
try
love
and
to
snowball
see it.
this Oriana even further.
Yeah, it's absolutely disgusting. Plates going down in every single lane at the same time for BDS. They have CS
Oh, he got
leads in every
cancelled.
single lane as well. They have the kill
Fortunate,
advantage, and they have a
That's
lot
Merc
of map
Tread's
control
first
now.
buy,
They have
baby.
tons of
Nice
wars
buy.
on the bot side of the map. They also have some on the top side to make sure they can track River and not fall prey to any of these kinds of ganks.
Surprised Oriana didn't ult him there
Also the
for
fact
poke.
the Andrew's
Oriana
average
ult is very
already
good poke.
completed. Like, this Oriana is so accelerated. It's kind of disgusting.
You guys should stop building items for a little bit and give us a chance to catch up. It's kind of unfair that you have mythics and we don't. I thought Riot was about competitive integrity. What is this?
I mean, in Europe, the shops aren't even open yet, so you gotta play by like the time zone, right?
Well, okay. Huhi in
Hey,
a
they're all
decent
ganking mid.
angle here, spotted out.
Oh,
but she's
yeah.
gonna get a nice knockback still. The curse of the sad money
Wait,
coming
we're
in.
dead.
We're gonna get the
What?
flick back. Massive damage on the jungler and another kill donated over to Stixay. Liquors immediately gonna get the cancel. Big potential moment here coming in for the side of the Golden Guardians, but Stixay gonna get taken down by Nuke. Gory off to the side, completely whiffs. Now forced to snap back.
Get him! Get him!
Adam
Yeah!
with the one for
That's
one.
Adam.
Liquors denies the TP.
Wait, this Adam's another solo bolo? Boom!
Nuke on full
Nuke
today,
and Adam.
playing like you did in
Holy
the season
fuck.
finals.
Oh, it looks
Chad
so
him a
good
nuclear
until it
intelligence.
didn't. I saw the cancel.
Top
I was
tower
like, oh
down.
boy, we have definitely overextended.
Well, the
but
boys are in
BDS
form.
taking those early advantages and really hammering them home there.
The boys are
And
in
as well
form,
as you
that's
say,
fucking
like,
right.
This is what we were kind of alluding to, was like, this kind of feels like a meta for Nuke, and he's popping off in this one.
Yeah, you can see nice interrupt by Sheo. Makes them have to commit a lot of resources to find this kill. That's almost everything to instantly destroy him. And then the pincer comes in from Crowny and Nuke at the same time. Nice re-engage. by
Really
Bro
nice
to
ult.
find these targets.
He kept the
And
ball
then
on work
force him
on.
to scatter before Gory can even get
What
involved
is
in.
Gory
Well, it's
doing?
nice
Where
interrupt
is
by
my man
Licorice.
throwing
He
his
does
spells
lose that
at?
1v1, so cost
Looks
him
like
his only
Xiaohu
lane
on
to try to
Yone.
stop, Adam from getting involved in the playoffs. Still went BDS's way.
And this is where BDS are most dangerous. They're winning fights on that bottom side. They're just getting second dragon, as you can see in the picture-in-picture there. And now they're going to
It's
be
smart
like,
what Adam
okay,
does.
well,
He doesn't put his
Golden
back
Guardians,
to
what
the
are you gonna
wall
do?
on the
You
left
gotta come
side
up
and gets
with
baited
us
by
now.
Licorice
You've
so he
gotta
can't
try
get
our best
ulted
to
into
get this
Narnia.
third, fourth dragon, but you're not running a position to when we've got this big Oriana. Crowny's now picking up what he needs as well. And when you come to team fights, like that ultimate from the Maokai is so difficult to deal with when you're such short range.
And the thing is, too, the later and later when we get into this game, they're just going to be able to have such clean control of an objective. You've got the Maokai, you've got the Saplings, you've got the Maokai ultimate.
Bro,
for
it's-
a lot of these champions.
it's an everything gap.
They're great divers. They're great divers.
This
when they've
Yone,
got
what's
an
he doing in his
angle, when they don't
inventory?
have to
Build
walk
a bear?
face first into a Maokai, when they're not behind in gold.
What
so,
is my
so
man
much
building?
of what Golden Guardians wanted to
He
do
ain't
with
got
this
no chance.
competition is going to be shut down by the fact that BDS have any kind of advantage. They're going to be able to get objective set up first, and certainly because they have such a large advantage at this stage of the game.
That's where I was going to go a little bit earlier with.
Is Gale forced to build on Yone?
While they are not like this usually insane early game team, they have won a number of them where they get early objective control.
Fuck him up. Fuck him up.
And because they already also draft scaling, it just jumpstarts you so much further to their team fighting where they are also very, very good. So this is one of those games where, you know,
Kaisa items, yeah, he's gone Stormraiser.
Fighter 2, maybe a full send a couple more team fights for Golden Guardians, but already it's kind of hard to not have your mind looking at game 2 when you're 6k down against a full scaling team, kind of.
Okay, Adam. He's going Hullbreaker or Sterex. I hope he's going. I kind of hope he goes Hullbreaker.
Some extra rest. You know, they're getting used to the Korean time zone, I'm sure, or something.
Remind me, this is your basically your second seed, right? That's what I heard.
That's some old school thinking. No,
yeah, wasn't Golden Guardians their second seed?
TL's our third best, and yeah. Golden Guardians fell off for sure.
Golden Guardians fell off. Yo!
Ready to disown them after a single
Mark Z is selling them after 14 minutes of an early game.
It's going to be me and Dag to be like, yeah, you know, this is, you know what's funny is every time I come over to Europe to do like an EU versus NA game, this was like last year at MSI, did some of the G2 ones, we're like, yeah, we're going to like talk smack and have really fun. And then G2 just like destroyed us and railed us. I was like, yeah, I can't really fight back, guys.
To be fair, Mad Lions EG was the same. Can we get a close series?
That's true. I did get to cast that one, and that was also a rail. And now here we are.
What's the plan? We got Herald. Oh, it's Hextech Soul. Wait, they have objective bounties. Yo, hold up. Why do they have objective bounties?
Let's go 5 games. Let's
Nuke don't down the weak
something
side.
to enjoy. Yeah. You know, if you're a European fan, you woke up at 5, 6 o'clock to watch this game.
Yeah.
Don't 3-0 them.
Yeah, 3-0 them. Get us back to bed. Get us back to bed.
They'll be able to get to work on time. So, you know.
True, we get to work on time.
Or you can even watch the entire series before work. You know?
Hey, yeah.
Just over a bowl of cereal.
on the lunch break, put it at 2x speed, get through the whole series. Yeah.
It is looking tough.
Wait,
again,
Adam's bot. Oh shit.
It's important to be clear here. Renekton's not a bad laner.
I like this map movement from BDS. They just took Herald, they dropped top waves, they push out for nuke.
I think the big window of opportunity we're hoping
really nice actually. They can start pressuring this.
Was around these early objectives.
I don't know if they should Herald though.
Alts can bring to the table.
Did he -1 that
can
cannon?
bring to the table in these skirmishes, and they just didn't get a chance to do that. They were already behind by the time those opportunities came up.
Yeah, I think that's the big one. Like coming into the next one, if
bro, look at that gold lead. That's a fatty.
Early vision down to stop Shale having an influence in mid. I think this could be a very different game. So I think it kind of just snowballed out of control, but it still means he should have a decent opportunity to just bounce back in game 2.
Yeah, hopefully game 2 is a new look for them. But I will say for the BDS side, they didn't do anything crazy, which you sometimes seen them do.
Yo, they popped off.
I'm
early gank mid, solo bolos mid and top.
Objective, unbiased analyst.
You're telling
What do you mean they didn't do anything amazing?
That someone has level 3 ganked mid lane as Maokai with Flash W before? You're telling me that's not crazy?
I think Sheo
Dracos, what's Dracos selling
to ever consider that
have done
possibility.
that, to combine both the Flash
We've
button
never seen that
and
before
the
in
W.
history.
That was an S tier guy. Just saying.
Sheo, what was that?
My
look
point
at the moves, look at the plays.
My point was they didn't do any of their level 1 stuff where they can get kind of crazy. I mean, Adam didn't pick one of his weirder champions.
That's bot tower. Perfect. All 3 outers down. 3-0 in towers. 1 minute on Hextech. They have to reset for Drake. Labrov's covering 1 push out bot. Perfect.
But yeah, I know what you're saying, and I think that for Golden Guardians, the
bro, take that dick out of your mouth. That play wasn't amazing.
Point
No, I won't take it out of my mouth. Okay, EU
like
baby.
Golden Guardians kind of composition, and when this hasn't worked, what else do you have? Is this just a first shot, a Hail Mary, like let's try something weird, or is this what has been working in scrims?
Generally speaking, Golden Guardians are a very diverse team. They can play multiple play styles. They have different champions, and so I don't think that this is like a one shot. This is all we got. If this fails, then we're just going to run it back 2 more games, and this is all we can do. So this is a bread and butter kind of composition with a lot of heavy dive and focus on engage.
Sure.
But to be fair, like we said, in playoffs, they were struggling, and it was Gory who was getting beaten up.
Look at how many wards BDS have bot
It
side.
is concerning to see in the first game that he is running into that problem. He is someone who has had some problems, you could say, potentially with choking.
He actually went Gale Force Yone.
Both in the PCS a long time
Matt
ago,
lost 1 minute
in some
ago.
finals, as well as now that there was pressure on them in summer, losing in some of these series.
I also think it's like, because you end up with that much mid pressure coming through from BDS, it kind of shut down the person I was really excited for in Golden Guardians, which was Huhi. Like, Huhi's been so good
Matt
at
did lose 1 minute
making
ago.
early plays, like getting out onto the map.
That did happen.
Like we just haven't really had a chance. I mean, he was first All-Pro team as well, right? Like, I was expecting to see a lot of movement out from him, but I think with Brownie and Labrov having a ton of push and bot, and then just how poorly
But BDS are going to win in 5, so it doesn't matter.
Early setup that
When a Hextech Drake spawns.
hasn't been there.
What are these cross map Andy's doing? They can't even kill the Renekton.
They just had prio across the board. I mean, Adam got so many plates, 4 or 5, I think, at the end of the day. And at this stage, you can't really move on
Okay,
the map.
BDS, what are we not going to do? We're not going to pass them the ball. We're not throwing, okay? This ain't no NFL shit fucking ball throwing sport. We're going to wait for Drake. We're going to keep Nash Vision. We're going to get Hextech Soul, and then we're going to force Nash. We're not going to do it in any other order.
Correct me if I'm wrong, but
Don't you dare start Nash and try to 5v5 the minutes. Bro, it's 8k gold lead.
That's not how it goes.
Do I got any?
Okay,
Crowny is choking.
At the top, that's their game. They're just gonna go and fight you, Dragon, and then it's like, yeah, I'm sorry, man.
I think they'll throw. No.
Don't speak it into existence.
Bread and butter compositions become mom spaghetti compositions very soon, you know?
Yeah.
Maybe just a little nerfs. Just
Oh, double item Sivir.
I mean,
Holy
clearly
fuck.
you just need to ban Renekton, Maokai, Orianna,
Go
Sivir,
long. I'm not going
and
long.
Rakana game follow.
Yeah,
This
sure.
ain't
And that's
CS:GO.
what your 5 bans are for, really.
Yes. The exact
That's
composition they play with.
You're a former coach. That's how drafting works in League of Legends. You just ban what...
According to Reddit, absolutely. The thing that won was the problem, so you should have banned that instead of whatever opportunity cost is. I've never heard of that.
Herald Crash? They're on the timer for Herald Crash. Yo,
the cusp
BDS
of
macro
personal
is...
to you, Mark,
It's good.
Like, are you referencing something
specific. Adam pulled back.
Now we're
He's a
chilling.
beefy boy, and in come the Cavs.
Wait. Kill those frauds. Oh, LeBron. That's what we're talking about.
DS from start to finish taking control of this game.
That's what we're talking about.
Now.
Holy fuck. Wait.
Are we gonna get
Is it GG?
Herald? Probably not.
Is it GG? Wait, we got a Herald in that base. Hold up. Wait, it's over.
About this game one.
I think they're gonna go for it though.
Wait, is it a dancing Herald? No, Shelly died.
This is a statement. It's gone.
All right.
It's still a statement game.
At least it's post 20 minutes, all right? At least it's something.
Striking first in the World Qualifier Series.
NA, I can't hear you.
NA, Europe.
I can't
It's
hear
the
you.
time to be
where are
alive. Doubters.
Yeah,
You
doubters,
can still doubt.
smoke
It's
them
only
all.
game one, but we're feeling it here.
I can't hear you.
4 a.m. But damn, we're awake now. I'll tell you that much. Except for Mark. Mark is sad. But
nah, I'm chilling, dude. That was a great game. I had a lot of fun watching that one. BDS coming out game one, guns firing, feeling good. Woohoo! Yeehaw, partner!
Yeehaw, partner!
Yeah, they definitely they did some work in that game. I gotta say, Shale looked incredible. Yeah. I think the mid lane
Bro,
matchup, Nuke
this
was
is
someone
great.
that People were saying, oh, can he handle Gory? Easily.
one of
game
Quickshot's favorite statements is "Keep it simple, stupid." KISS.
Yeah.
And sometimes, like,
To be honest,
it's
I
just
think
the best way forward. I liked what Golden Guardians brought to the table.
I think
honestly
Golden
saw
Guardians,
Phoenix advance.
they have a
They
chance
get
still.
a
They
lead
just need
early
to
game.
stop
This
playing
team is so
these
good at
fucking...
never giving BDS an opportunity, but credit to
Let's
BDS.
take Gory off Yone.
Winning in
We don't need
isolation
to...
across so many
I don't think he needs to show off
Gory a
mechanics
little
or
bit
have montage plays.
over-eager in some
He's
contexts,
probably just
I
going to
have
pick a
say.
mage. Does Gory play
And it
mages?
just made it easy for BDS to take over the game.
Again, though, I want to go back to Mark's
Gory.
point. Like, I think Shale, fantastic. Like, he was one of the big question marks coming in today. Is like, what performance did we get from him? And then Nuke looked
Hey, he plays his
very
ear.
comfortable in this Orianna. I actually do think that's probably a
I think Gory's going to play mages
I
now.
also think that just the fact that they are the younger team of the two to come out with some momentum is going to be huge. And not being nervous, not losing game one, how do you bounce back? You get to keep feeling like, hey, we played standard, we smoked them, so we don't need to change anything. The pressure is completely on
We
Golden Guardians, who also,
smoked
to be
them.
fair, won the coin toss, selected blue side, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
And this is what they wanted to do, so they're going to have to run it back and make a lot of adaptations.
Nice W.
Adaptation, the name of the game for the Golden Guardians. We'll see if they can do it as we get ready for game 2. For now, though, we're going to toss it to a quick break. When we return, the analyst desk to talk all about that game 1.
Isn't Dracos from Portland? Yeah, but he's also from fucking Euphoria. Let's put that bad boy on. Do you hear that noise? Do you hear it? Do you hear it? What's that noise? What's that noise? What was that? Was that 20 minutes, 20 seconds? 20 minutes, 20 seconds? Bro! I'm gonna be in bed by fucking 8 a.m. That's fucking... Bro. 8 a.m. That's right. That's right. Yeah, I ordered Starbucks yesterday, put it in the fridge. It's been there for about 24 hours in the fridge, and it tastes great. So what? Wake the fuck up, Europe. I don't care that it's 6 a.m. Wake up. We ain't got no time for that bed shit, man. How many people are in bed right now? How many people are in bed? Who's in bed? I know you're laying in bed on your fucking phone and you're like this. Oh, they won. Bro, wake up. We ain't got no time for that. We ain't got no time for that. I'm sorry if you're an NA fan. I'm gonna become the most annoying person in your existence today. And that's a fact. Okay, who in chat just said English men supporting Europe, Brexit, Omega Kek? Who just said that? Bro, shut the fuck up. Shut up. Stop being annoying. Wake up, Hooney. What did I say, Hooney? Hooey, wake up. Wake up. Wake up, Hooey.
Yes, yes! Come on, let's go rub it in. Let's go rub it in. Rez, they want it. Yeah, let's leave
What is Raz wearing?
Yes! Yes! Let's go! BDS in the house! Playing like gods on the Rift. As soon as
Dom is watching your diss track.
Rez saw the Talia, the Cassante, the Yono. He put on his eagle outfit, and he was so convinced that Team BDS were going to get dumpstered by this draft.
I saw it. I saw the Cassante. I saw Gory's Yone.
Let's talk about the draft a little bit more.
He loves it.
A little surprise.
Bro, that was
BDS,
dude, you gotta pump that shit more, man.
One
more wave and you get slapped. Bang, stop smoking all that crack.
The doubters are already. They don't care for the sound like Sasuke. G2 with free Qs.
Bro, he's loving it.
We were talking about it. I was like, oh, Ori, Maokai. The moment the Yone gets locked in and you see the immediate.
No, I can't put it on Spotify. I'm not an artist.
It's going to be a little bit difficult. We're going to play through side lanes, but we're good at playing through side lanes, so at least we can try for that. We did. I know you said team fights. We didn't even get the team fights.
And I
Smoke
don't
the
know.
doubters.
I think that a lot of people will look at this game as a stomp and maybe expect that the rest of this game will go this way, or the rest of the series.
Yeah.
I also think
Okay,
it's
I
too
know
early.
you just got ads, but if I run them now, then there's gonna be no ads for 1 hour, and then we're chilling. Everything's fine. You don't have to sub. You're not gonna miss anything. I'm sorry that I'm being an ads, Andy, but basically, if I buffer ads, then it pushes back the ad timers, right? So if you have like every 30 minutes, 1 minute ad, you push it now, it's an hour, right? So I'm gonna push it now, and then you won't get ads ever again. I'm gonna push it in 1 minute, and it'll time perfectly.
Well, play-ins last year with a Mumu
What's Dom up
coming
to?
in
Is he
and
enjoying
it's
it?
just like, oh, right, this
We need Dom's opinion.
Maybe anticipates like slower start from BDS, but they just found so many early kills. Let's talk through some of Sherr's early game decision making, and then explicitly just how much he was able to stomp mid.
Wait, Dom dyes his hair. It was great. Based.
Based.
My dad does the same.
They kind of slumped going into summer, right? Like we did not see the same signs of.
My dad does the same. Don't you worry, child.
Game this one in the early game where he perhaps around the early ward you can see on the Raptors. He started topside, went Raptors, went all the way back, so Gory wasn't even ready for him. He thought he was going to be in the bot side, and they just kept
Dom loves it.
Gory again and again and again. And while Gory is trying to take agency on the Yone, where he's trying to look for kills, Sheo's just always there behind, and he was nowhere to be seen.
Yeah, he's struggling here, and even it wasn't even just.
Are you on Spotify? No, I'm not. I'm not an artist, so I don't have a Spotify.
We're punishing Gory.
I know that all of Europe, actually, like most of Europe, went back to bed after that game 1. You guys can sleep. You guys can sleep comfortably and happy.
Rough early game. Was getting caught out in wards constantly. Blue Trinket showcasing him looking for a play top lane. So great roam from Adam. You actually talked about this coming into the day. The fact that when we see priority come through from
no ads for all of worlds. Boom. There you go. Nice. Thanks for the 3 months, man.
Cool, well,
He's sleeping happy.
The players' faces right now. Obviously, Team BDS when they sat down, quite jovial, quite light. On the Golden Guardian side, a lot of focus.
Dom loves it.
A lot of stress faces right now. I want to just reiterate and double down on what you were saying as well.
What's he gonna say?
Caedrel reached out to me. He reached out to me before this, and he was like, "Can I put the crack line?"
I did.
Bro, of course you can put the fucking crack line, dude. He was really worried about that crack line. He thought that shit was gonna offend me. It's like, no, bro.
I did. I was worried.
If it was gonna offend me, I would have stopped doing that shit long ago, bro. I'm fucking rich now. I can afford cocaine. I do crack because that shit is part of me.
Okay, Dom, shut up. Dom liked it.
Alright, bro. Alright, Caedrel. Alright, you motherfucker. Alright, no, it's fine.
Oh, Dom wants to call me.
Do it.
Yo, how you feeling?
Yo,
bro,
man, I thought you were making a guy song.
Yeah, I did.
Bro, you just made a fucking... You literally went into the lab, you just made a Dom diss track.
You mad?
Just made a Dom for no
Are you mad?
reason.
Wait, are you mad or?
Look,
You
okay,
sound
so
mad.
4 things, alright, motherfucker? I'm gonna tell you 4 things. Alright, listen, write the shit down.
I don't remember. Nah, I don't remember asking anything. But yeah, go ahead. Sure, you can tell me whatever you want, buddy.
Okay, number one, I'm getting in the fucking lab with Don Jake, bro. Me and him are clapping back at you. I don't know when. It could be today, tomorrow, the next day, a year from now, at your fucking gravestone. There will be a Caedrel diss track at some point. Okay.
Hit me with it. Hit me with it. Yeah, go on then. Okay.
Number two, keep Shanji's name out of your no playoffs having Malzahar ult canceling mouth. That guy runs your entire
Bro,
fucking
you're
league.
like 45. What do you want about?
Number 2.
You're 45 years old. Talking about gamers in a fucking Wizard Child's game. Shut up.
Bro. Number 3. Wait, what is number 3? Oh,
you can't remember.
Weibo is fucking losing. That's number 3, bro. Weibo
losing what? At Worlds? They're losing at Worlds. Oh no, they're losing at Worlds.
No.
Where's OMG?
They're not making top 8, bro. They're not making top 8 is what I'm saying, bro. They're not making top 8. Okay, and number 4, when they don't make top 8, I'm gonna call you once again. I'll meet you in the same place, and I'm going to sing you La Bamba right in your fucking ear when they go
Bro,
to Cancun.
you're just a fanboy. You're just a fanboy. You're sitting there being like, oh, they're gonna lose at Worlds. You're a hate watcher, but you're a fanboy. You wanted OMG to make Worlds, and they're not here, and now you're turning that energy into hate watching over a children's wizard game. Shut up, Dom. You're 45.
Yeah, what about it, bro? That's what I fucking do, bro. Let's go.
Did you like the song? Can you see that damage dealt by Yone that game? Can you just check that for me?
Dude,
That's your
so
4th seed? That's your 4th seed?
Bro, I will see you when
2k
Weibo
damage?
loses.
Amumu did 400 less.
I will see you when Weibo loses.
Bro, cook that diss track up. I'll be waiting. I'll be waiting patient. He left. He's such a pussy, man. He's afraid of confrontation.
I think he's an amazing Azir player.
Bro, what is he on about calling me at 6 a.m. in the morning to tell me about the Shy? Bro, get a life.
Talking about it in the cast too, and I'm hoping we see more from them.
We're going to find out. We'll find out what Golden Guardians do to bounce back in game number 2. As we head over to the casters, Mark, I got a quick question for you. I wasn't sure. Do Gory and River have family in Korea? I'm not sure if they do, because I think Team BDS are trying to send them home early, give them some extra time with, you know, moms, dads, aunts, uncles, whoever's around. What do you think, Mark?
Don't answer that, Mark.
Thanks, guys. Welcome back. Looking forward to game 1. Looking forward to game 1 of the series.
Do you know what's funny? Dom messaged me and he said, hey man, after game 1, can we call and like trash talk each other about EU versus NA? He had nothing to say about NA. He knows it's already fucking lost.
The copium manifest here.
Yeah. He didn't even say anything. He just went in about the Shy.
Slowly step away from reality. It's over here, and I don't like reality, so I'm going to step over here.
Yeah.
Where he did not just lose in 20 minutes.
Yeah. Well, I think ultimately, for all fans involved, as much
well,
as
I'm glad I've inspired Dom to write the diss track.
Smash in game 1. We're hoping for something a little bit more competitive here in game 2, and I think for Golden Guardians, it would feel terrible to play a series at this level and immediately
He can get his rapper friend, ride the diss track, and then he's gonna get absolutely fucking smoked back. He has got no chance, buddy.
Like going back to what Raz is saying,
Bro,
is like go towards
chat,
it,
who wins,
control
me or
major
Dom?
mid. Like actually
If
start
he
looking at
claps
these
back,
ears and the singers and
bro,
that kind of stuff, 'cause
I will
I think
put
when
him
you look at
6
the
feet
last
under.
one, the Yone just wasn't working out. I
Okay,
think
this
early
chat.
ganks, the 3 camp.
What is
into the
wrong with
gank
this
mid
chat?
kinda caught Gory
What do you
off
mean
guard.
dumb?
At least if you have a control
What's he
mage,
gonna
it's a
rap
bit
about? This
easier
fucking
to
bro,
manage
his
that,
crack
rather
addiction.
than
Like
melee
that's all
champion
he's got
where
to
you
say.
just gotta go in and you gotta
His
go
lines are gonna be
And I
no
think there's
playoffs. You
the
cancelled
kind
it.
of
The
more heads-up
shy
awareness
sucks.
plays that
It's gonna
you
be
wanna
shit.
clean up, of course, but I also think the bigger and more egregious one was the second death, where he gets out with his ultimate, walks back up, eats Orianna's ultimate, flashes late, and gets killed by an auto attack in the air. And those are the kinds of mistakes where you can't afford those. It's like, okay, Sheo did a gank I wasn't ready for, fair enough, but I kept my flash. And then you get the more repeatable mistakes later on. Those are the ones I think for Golden Guardians fans and North American fans, you want to see those cleaned up first and foremost, as well as adaptations to the draft and all the things that they were talking about.
Yeah, and you have to hope that the mental is strong and unaffected from the side of Golden Guardians. You can see who he looks mostly unfazed, but when you're as an individual
Licorice,
player,
same
when you
keyboard.
make
What do you mean same
mistakes like
keyboard?
that, we
He
often
looks
hear
like he's
about
playing
players
on a
talking,
Mac.
you
What
get
is
in
that
the hole,
keyboard?
You start to doubt yourself, and I think if Gory wants to stick to these more aggressive, arguably more flashy picks like the Yone, then you need to still have that confidence in yourself and just recognize where you just made an objective.
All right, we're in the draft
Yeah,
game
and I think that's where you have to try and lean that in towards stopping the BDS show, which is, hey, we want to go for dragons, we want to set ourselves up for these late game fights.
Europeans, where you at?
Lane,
Actually, I don't get it. You're Europeans. You predict GG to win, and you say Dom's gonna out-rap me. Like, what is wrong with you? Wake up.
Here we are, picks and bans. Once again, the Rumble will be taken away. It seems to be a mainstay for BDS. Do not want to deal with it on the top side, but this time Renekton will also be taken off the board instead of the Olaf as it was in Game 1. Everything else thus far remaining the same in bans.
Yeah, no real changes coming through. I think if you're
yeah, the last time I watered my plant was the music video, which was like 2 weeks ago. But he's fine.
Wasn't really anything
He's
that you
chilling.
looked and said, oh yeah, that's the big difference maker. But immediately, both solo laners going to be taken away here.
He's having a great time in the corner.
Yeah, basically sticking to
Orianna ban.
what just won against them strategy that we were talking about before.
Hey, you called it. You were a coach.
Are they gonna first pick Talia again?
Many years
I
ago.
wouldn't
To
first
be
pick
fair,
Talia
I
if I was you. Okay.
It's weird to exist in a
I
world
wouldn't
where
do that.
Orianna is so powerful because for the last 5 years we've seen Orianna. She's been stable. She's been good in
I mean, they're just going to do Azir now instead of Orianna. Like, do you not know how BDS works? They're just going to do Renekton Azir.
And I think it's something, too, where you shouldn't be surprised.
I'm sure of it.
You've seen the buffs
Or
coming
Syndra or something.
multiple times. People have been talking about this champion as rising in priority.
If BDS has a brain? Oh, the
so that's
Renekton's
not too
been.
much of a surprise. We'll see
They could do Maokai Azir, yeah.
Because like we said, for
Sorry,
BDS, that
my
was
brain
not
is,
a
it's 6
extremely
a.m.
weird draft. It was pretty standard across the board. And the nice thing
My
about
main
standard
point was
is
to
you can
Orianna
swap in
ban. They should
the
just early
SS
rotate
or you
Azir.
want to pick for the Azir next or whatever else
Does
that
my
you want to
pen
move
work?
down the chart a little bit. So it's easier for them.
Yeah, it
For
does.
Golden Guardians, we want to see bigger adaptations.
Pick Azir, don't pick AD.
Not so far with the Talia first pick.
Are they thinking of picking AD?
I'm curious to see exactly what they do decide to go for in the mid.
They are gonna pick
Could
AD.
be something like the Syndra coming
They're
through
picking
for you.
Ezreal when Kai'Sa's up.
Or we end up going back towards Zir.
What
but,
the fuck?
Ezreal going to be taken for granted. Ezreal's really strong at the moment. Like, genuinely, he's very, very strong.
When Kai'Sa's
I'm
up?
fully surprised to see it coming through. You can go for the Triforce, you even go for the press the attack in lane if you want to play that more aggressive style in lane. But
Kalista's up as well.
definitely one
Kalista's
of
good into
the
Ezreal
premier
lanes.
picks at the moment. I would have to see now if Criny can try and have that.
Can be
moment.
Ezreal mid. I don't know if it's Ezreal mid.
Is he going to lock in the Calista? This would be a bold
They
play,
kind
but
of
I
need
like it.
Nautilus
Something
because
aggressive
Alistar
for
is
the
banned
bottom
into
side of the map
Ezreal.
certainly
Nautilus
allows
ban.
Queen to make plays
Rel's
as well.
down.
I mean, I think back to like 2016.
You could play Kalista Mumu,
Stixxay,
Kalista Rakan. I guess there's 3
there was a
options,
meta
so you
where he
can
was
pick
pretty
top.
good. It was Caitlyn, Kalista.
He used to play
Is it Olaf time?
We'll see
Wait,
if they can
hold
make
up.
it work. I think it's also possibly
Is
get
it
pushed
Olaf
in over and
time?
over again and just
Is
be
it
like,
Darius
more
time?
agency,
What are we
more
thinking,
on
Adam?
the bot side. I think
Adam,
also
what are we
there's
thinking?
something to say about sticking with your guns. If you
Garen?
played a lot of Talia
Or are we picking
Strength,
Azir?
one of your best performing champions, yes, you got
What are
slammed
we
on
thinking?
it. I know everyone's going to be like, Talia again!
What we cooking? What we cooking?
But
What we
if
cooking?
this is what you've
Talk
had
to
a
me,
lot
talk
of
to me,
success on,
baby.
I don't think you should throw it out when so many other things went wrong in that game immediately. And that's why you also see them kind of going back to Visante.
Okay.
Garen, all right, so this is
He's the fucking
what we're
goat!
talking about, where BDS starts
He's the
flexing.
goat! He's the goat!
Learn today, Mark.
You're gonna learn. You're gonna learn the hard
Like I
way.
have full faith in this pick. I don't. I'm nervous.
You're gonna learn the hard way. Why you doing it? Wait a second. Why didn't they pick Poppy?
You got Ezreal Yumi.
Wait, Poppy.
Oh my God.
Actually, I liked Poppy top there. But wait, Garen.
The original love triangle. Garen, Ezreal, Yumi.
How do you resolve it? Nobody knows. But yeah, no, I think this is kind of a case of like, yes, you get
Love triangle. Garen Ezreal Yumi. What the hell?
Before, so I am curious to see how well it'll do. But at least you've already got the setup there from with the Maokai as well for team fights. So and it kind of fits the same idea as Renekton of, hey, we want to try and play aggressive on that top side.
Sure, and I think that this is this point where the Ezreal, regardless of meta strength, also makes more for the composition. If they want to support and take double combat sums top side, put more attention top side, and set him up to try to find more pressure.
Now, the ideal scenario here is that BDS take away Rakan, because Braum is bad into Rakan, but Braum is good into melee support. Now, they might pick Rakan here, they might ban it, but Amumu's up is the problem. They can't pick Alistar, because Alistar into Ezreal sucks.
To be fair, been a while since
Alistar's banned anyway, what am I on about? Why did they ban Alistar? It's useless, they're never going to play Ezreal Alistar. Even if they do, they just sack the whole lane.
Jax directly into the Garen.
They should pick Rakan 1000%.
Because, like you said, Ezreal
it's
just
so good.
His own being
now they have to play a Mumu again, or Leona. What else is there?
Going in, and I
Renata could. Nah, Renata into Ezreal. Maokai.
It is definitely a solid question. What is the angle?
Yeah, I don't know. There's not many. Lissandra, oh my god, Lissandra support would be insane here. Lissandra support would be absolutely cracked.
Nice thing, though, is you are on red 5 here, so you gotta get to see exactly what's happening with the Golden Guardian side. I wouldn't be fully surprised to see the I was gonna say the Taliyah still going into the jungle. The Nico
he's gonna do a 0, I think, into
some
Nico.
Players have been experimenting with Nico support, but I imagine this is gonna go.
That has to be Lissandra support. But then you're playing Nico, Lissandra, Taliyah.
Ideal, so
maybe Pyke. Does he play Pyke?
Is a bit of a mix-up with the Nico.
Well, we got 10 seconds to find out who he is, someone who does love to pick up new champions and play them. As we see a Taliyah going mid, it is the Nico
Bel'Veth support.
Bel'Veth jungle. This is a champion that a lot
of
people have
been
hyped on. She's been buffed quite a bit.
Isn't it Bel'Veth support? I saw loads of people playing Bel'Veth support.
We haven't seen in competitive too much though. Europe did, I think.
Could be Taliyah support, could be Nico support. I've seen pro players play all 3 of these champs support.
I'm curious to see how this goes, right? Because it feels now like you've got good control over bot side, like good pushing lane there.
It's likely. It's likely. Is it probably Nico support? I guess with Kalista, you throw her in. But I've seen a lot of Bel'Veth support into Rakan.
Try and get in and be a menace for Sheo on this Maokai.
And the way that this combo works with the Kalista Nico, you can obviously time it in such a way that there's almost no yeah, you get the double
it's Bel'Veth support,
it's
isn't it?
It's very difficult to deal with. I also like in support position, you know, it's rare
no, they
unless
swap.
you're
Boo!
Okay.
Alright, let's rock and roll. There's not many ads, don't worry.
It's hard to get the Zanyas and Kalista.
Bel'Veth support? Yeah, loads of pro players are playing Bel'Veth support.
I really like what GG have drafted. I think that this is interesting. I think it gives them a ton of agency bot lane. Nico is so frustrating to lane against bot lane because of her ability to harass you behind the minion line.
My pick'ems are so fucked.
Cool.
My pick'ems aren't fucked. The Jax ban is my most banned champ in Worlds. I'm praying the Jax ban keeps going through Worlds.
This is scary to see them try and pull this off. It looks weird. We haven't seen a ton of it. We are, like we said, on 13-19 for the first time. Maybe this ends up being the meta. Maybe, but on the flip side, we saw, you know, like we said, just moving down the tier list 1.
This
You
guy
go Orianna
almost
to Azir.
rickrolled me.
You keep the same basic team comp.
We have to make a new section. There are picks that we believe are good for the entirety of play-ins. Will there be a new section that is, there are picks that we believe are entirely good for
these games count for
WQS?
pick'ems games? I think so. Chat, does this series count for pick'ems picks?
And there you go. Wait, this is confusing. That's a Cloud9
no, it doesn't.
BDS diff sign.
Oh shit, fuck.
That man needs
okay, that's fine then.
Sir, what are you?
Pick'ems locked tomorrow. Ah, okay.
You know,
I'm having a good time.
Yeah, so this is this changes nothing.
Gearing up now, ready to get into game. Adaptation again. I love the Golden Guardians are out here trying things, still trying to throw some haymakers in the draft, really mix it up. Obviously still stability from the side of BDS. The big difference is Adam on the top side. Double combat sums on the Garen. Phase rush, flash, ignite. He's here to kill people. And that worked pretty well in game 1. We'll see if Golden Guardians can weather that storm.
Yeah, Licorice is definitely going to need a bit of a happier time up there. It wasn't looking so hot, but at least this time around, if you get these early teleport plays, you might have a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, we will see if they can do it off. And here's
BDS
some
Adam, baby.
Adam is down on the bot side of the map looking to sprint at someone early on, help get some vision down if they can find an early pick off here. Sticks a playing respectfully, does spot it, pings it out. But this is the stuff you gotta be aware of when you play BDS. I think people talk about them being predictable because you know that they are willing to do level 1s, and you know that Adam does have these champions that he'll splash into.
Bro, I can't believe he's actually playing.
It's not really
he's
like
playing Garen at Worlds.
It's like, I know you're gonna do something weird, but I don't know what it is. It's like that doesn't actually help you prepare for it necessarily, and I think that sometimes people who have this idea of opting into Stranger Things frequently it's not actually predictable. You just know that this team will do those things.
Yeah, it's almost a reminder that you need to focus more on what you're doing and try to shore up any holes in that, as Mystic Shot's already connecting. Go next. It's over. It's doomed.
Which Callista took it.
I'm so glad Kleptomancy is in the game.
What does Crownie have second?
What? We've lost.
Oh my god, Raptor Belveth Raptor Invade is cringe. What
so
runes
River
does he have
gonna pull
second?
the
Does
Raptors.
he have Sorcery or Inspiration?
Bit awkward, obviously, at the level 1. River going to be much stronger. Forecast is the queue if you get the spacing right. And this is a bit awkward overall, as Nuke is going to get pushed in by
got the small one.
Yeah,
as well.
exactly. The mid lane, Gory should be able to
River, are we flipping the game here?
support his jungler faster. So I think both these guys are just going to stare at each other and see who can maybe get the smite.
As soon as Maokai uses Q, it's lost, so he has to hold it. He has to hold Q.
So as long as they stand here, Sheo's like, oh, this is actually all right. Like, I'm not the one that needs to do well and scale quickly.
Yeah, Gory and River.
But Talia's gonna come soon, that's the problem. He needs to start this now, Shio, I think. Shio needs to force it.
There you go.
I think that the argument for doing this for River, even if you're the champion who values the farm more, is one, you're clear
it's lost.
in isolation without a couple abilities is going to be stronger. And additionally, your lanes are winning.
Talia's gonna come really soon.
Top and bot
Bro, what is going on?
The jungler can't play the game. This is so
Why is
funny
there, like,
because
is there,
right now,
what's going on?
jungler's doing this to us,
Is
but
there sexual
in
tension or
2018
something? We're just
Vitality,
like,
a guy
what's
named
going on?
Mowgli did this to everyone. We have a name, it's called psychopathing. You show up and you say, I'm going to fight you at every camp. Neither of us will play the game. Let's see whose laners are better.
Is it pathing if you don't move? Can you call it
River's gonna go for the
jungling
kill, I
if you're
think.
actually just camping?
There's Maokai Q, now he gets it. The second Maokai Q is used in that fight, GG.
I think that was the big one. Wait for the smash so that you can actually clear the camp before Maokai just takes everything. But yeah, he gets the camp. You'll
Bro,
see,
Maokai's
Shea
level
gonna
1
move
at
down
3
towards
minutes.
his bottom side, but
3
at the end
minutes
of
is
the
when
day,
some
it's like,
junglers are
okay,
finished full clearing.
Yes, the lanes are going to get the push for Golden Guardians, and I think that's what realist, because you're saying River trying to wait for them.
Yeah, so
Oh my
keeping
god.
the aggression up, doesn't actually do any of his
Dice
camps.
of
He wants to use
cringe.
Sheo at level 1 and try and kill him before he can get this next camp down.
Oh, he smited it, nice
Team's really
smite.
come through, flashing out to safety, but River owns the jungle right now. You can already see bot lane moving up, fake Belveth waiting in the wings, and well, Shio was a problem in the previous game, keeping it standard, and he's not going to get that opportunity this time around.
Maybe the
River
flash was a bit
completely
early, but it's fine.
dominating the jungle. There's the
We don't mind it,
advanced
we don't
shout
mind
to
it.
you.
Yeah,
Wait, that's the guy with the smoke, the doubters.
I gotta say, this is a
He
very
has the
different
sign that
situation
says
for
smoke
River
the
versus
doubters the
game
whole
1 to game
packet.
2 that we just saw. River usually is more lane focused, but he is someone who can always change things up.
What a
He's
legend.
mostly known for engaging and tank play and supportive play style.
One of us.
He is also a great carry player. There are times where he has moved into those champions and actually executed very well on them. And so that's what's cool to see here is it's actually
None of these
River
games or
shutting the
champions
jungler
count for
down and
pick'ems
being
at all.
really in his
So if
face.
there is a
Yeah, I'm curious to
5-minute
see
game,
how he
it doesn't
tries to
count for
continue.
fastest
He could
game.
try and take this. Like, I know his Red Bull is up, but I wouldn't be surprised to him try and contest on. Yeah, I was going to say move topside, contest this Scuttle Crab, and then try and clear your full way back down towards that bottom half of the map. Just make things as awkward as possible for Sheo.
I also like getting up here to get close to Adam as the level 6 gets closer, because I think this is with the early prio that the Cassante had. The bigger concern is at level 6 with Ignite, the ultimate.
No,
coming down
it's
and
Worlds
just blowing up
qualifier.
and
It's
River
not a
being able
Worlds
to
game.
Make sure that Adam can't abuse the passive and sit in lane and actually probably force a recall teleport.
Flash in, the root's still going to connect. Lebrov now dashing out to safety, will make it away.
Okay, big problems.
Flash burned, traded, double sums
Well,
for one though.
GG have so much agency in this game since that level 1 invade. They have mid push when Talia wants it, because Talia is a champ that can get mid push if she needs mid push. Does that make sense?
Quietly, we'll try to go for the steal here.
She's similar to Lex. He just ignited to cancel his base.
Playing for tempo. That's a Hillisang classic, his former support. Just walk up and ignite so they cancel the recall.
Yeah, I mean, Wavos are pushing out as Labrov. Just gonna X-Flash over the wall.
Nico E through minions is so frustrating. That's the most powerful part of Nico support.
Still up on this top end.
I'm so surprised they picked Ezreal so early in the draft.
Poke damage back. Crownie has to be careful.
Actually, really nice trade by Crownie.
Damage is lethal. Adam spinning, but that's level 6 for Licorice, pulling him back. Shio in the area though. Is Licorice stuck around for a little bit too long? No, level 6 for Cassante.
But Cassante wins. He's level 3.
Shio doesn't really have the damage yet. Level 3. This man's just chopping the trees down. He's a lumberjack and he's looking for 2.
Hey!
Adam blinking, but he will walk away. But here comes Gory finding redemption in game 2 as GG are on the board.
Golden Guardians bounce back after a disastrous Game 1, topside going much better for Licorice there, being able to 2v1, force sums out. Just a little bit of greed from Adam, not hitting 6 as the slow pushing wave meant that he was trying to clear these creeps out to get it, I
don't
think,
be game
just
2 endies. Don't be weird about it, okay? It doesn't matter. Don't worry. Chill out. Don't be game 2 endies.
Earlier on to River.
Don't be weird.
Even there, I think he was trying to smite to hit the level 4, get something there for himself, but doesn't quite hit it. And then good
Don't be game 2, Andy. Shut up.
Nuke is on the map. He's already gone for the reset, so perfect timing there for Golden Guardians.
I think he smoked to try to give Adam 6, but I think Adam
they have 3 winning lanes. Ay, mama.
Give him enough XP. I think there was maybe a potential there if Adam had stuck around in the creeps a little bit more, but it would have been very dicey. And either way, Golden Guardians are able to find that 2-0.
And regardless, this is a difficult position to be in because then again, Garen is a champion who you want to get these advantages on, can take over a game. And we talked about Cassante being nerfed, but if Cassante gets a lead, Cassante is still Cassante. Yeah. Incredibly disruptive, hard to deal with for Shio and Adam.
Now Nico is oppressive in lane, but out of lane, strong in fights, but she will get one shot. So we're fine, don't worry.
Down to mid lane.
Yeah, I think the big thing as well is like because you end up with Shale being put so
count the minions, Crowny. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Because now you got Licorice, who's got Gore. He's in a good spot. I think you are in a pretty good opportunity here for Golden Guardians to try and snowball this lead.
I think this is closer to what we were talking about with game 1. So even though, you know, as a North American fan, great, we are 2-0, we have a 2K gold lead early on, this is fantastic. This is kind of the stuff we're talking about, though. Now you look at the scaling and you go, okay, yeah, front-to-back team fights later in the game, we're very short.
Why is Adam mid?
We have a lot less damage. We have to actually execute.
Adam, wandering, going on a walkabout.
What is he doing?
Is now going to walk away. Just Garen things. What was he there for? What did he do? Why? Questions we
Bro, Korean fans love Adam, I think.
He's setting up the plan for Nuke. Come on, he's been such a good guy. What do you mean?
Alrighty.
Oh, the stream F, not me, not me.
Here we are. Just a brief pause to contemplate our lives. Think about everything that was going wrong. Wonder again why Adam was there. And Adam now going to be in trouble because here comes River, another knock up. The silence not going to be enough. The play now continuing. Adam, it looks like, will walk away.
Okay,
so
we're
while
good.
we are having a little bit of issues, I think here, the game is still going on and we can see it. So Adam is actually living through this situation so far.
Adam just trying to hold on to that W. What is he doing? Why is he still here?
How is he alive?
Wasting time.
Oh, Nuke, Nuke, Nuke.
Damage now poking back. Nuke has to be careful about dashing in. River there to cover. This game, not only is it closer overall, it's incredibly scrappy. Level 8 to level 6 is looking like a Diffie in the Tiffy, boys.
I will say, during this time period, he has forced River to kind of waste time in mid, in top lane.
Yeah, waste time. That's what we're doing here. Perfect. Let's use that. The NA caster's coping for EU. Yes. We got him on our side.
Just captivated on everything happening in the top side.
Yeah, I think River is going to immediately move over towards this Riptail. It's giving Shea a bit of time to catch back up, but Adam being this slow with Licorice having knockback.
Oh, the knockback hits. The dash out to safety. Always have to be careful when Adam has the ulti up and available, but he's just getting lower and lower. The ult now comes up. Licorice is feeling confident.
Oh, he didn't ult him.
Turret shot.
Oh, yes. So worth. He got the wave as well.
There's a decent amount there, but the wave actually coming through just in time to make sure that he does not.
Worth. We're good. Bro, this Garen is chilling. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Oh no, Belvet's gonna get heralded. Oh no, you know what happens when she gets heralded.
TP for Licorice as he comes back up. So this should be GG getting the first herald on the game.
Yeah, they're going to lose Huki's flash in the mid lane. I'm not quite sure what went down there, but he did indeed try to make a play on Nuke during all of that. Did not matter though because they have
we're fine.
Like you guys said, so going to be able to grab this Rift Herald very easily. And we like this wide shot that we can try to go to when things are going down. You can still see it on your screen there. Rift Herald grabbed up by
It's the mainstream. It's the mainstream. It's not the stream.
This is, I think, closer to what a lot of people were worried about for some of these matchups where River can get really aggressive and Adam, his plays are cool, but sometimes they backfire and you end up massively behind.
Yeah, and I think good to see from Golden Guardians that when they have this lane prio, that they're not playing scared, that they are making these big plays. Adam does manage to get the 1-for-1, doesn't lose too much CS in the process, so that actually works out pretty well, but this is also kind of...
Look what Adam's doing. Look at him. Where is my man going?
Where he, once he's behind, sacrifices lane advantages even more to be annoying, frankly, whether it's wandering mid as a Scion or a Malphite, sometimes at level 5, which isn't great. But definitely for Golden Guardians, you feel pretty good after that game 1 to look at that massive difference in gold on the top side of the map.
Because it's not only just the CS, excuse me, sorry, it's also the fact you've gotten 3 turret plates now without a herald in that
What a legend.
So
where is he going?
They want to just roam up there, throw the Rift Herald down and get that first tower, but honestly, I kind of prefer what they're doing here, which is, hey, look, if we can try and open up Gory on the map, like create a long lane in mid, we now have
let him cook. What do you mean let him cook? Cassante STP. What is he cooking?
Yeah, I think Licorice is far enough ahead. 1,500 gold.
Ah, he's back top in time, kind of.
Getting some of our more damage-focused backline carries ahead, so if Stixay can get this gold, like you said,
you wouldn't get it.
or mid lane to break that open and start unlocking Talia would be great. So we'll see what they try and do, because Licorice is going to finish off this turret just fine on his own, getting some dirty farming in there as Adam doing what he can.
Yeah, we'll just do his best to pick up the CS, clear through the wave quite quickly. Bit tricky. Could suffer.
This is your region, little bro? Yeah, it is, and I'm proud of it, okay?
Adam, I assume
No Cassante fucking abusers, no boring ass top lane picks. We pick Garen and we roam. And what? And what? Isn't it fun? Huh?
Just across the board, checking in. Obviously, all of the goal difference essentially at this stage is Licorice.
Stay mad.
More or less. The rest of the lanes, relatively close. Decent CS lead for the Bel'Veth, the only exception. So top really is the strong point for Golden Guardians.
Yeah, and I think on the opposite side for BDS, you kind of have to find a way to try and shut this down. Like, give yourself time for Azir to come online, for Crownie to hit 2 items. But the problem is, we already kind of highlighted at the start of the game, like all lanes are winning lanes at the moment for Golden Guardians. Like Gory has
and we go 2
Licorice,
levels down.
Monsters,
So what?
Sticks
Levels are for
still
pussies anyway.
a lot of control over that bottom side. So
Full sense of security the higher level you are.
Especially with this next dragon up, and already the rest of Golden Guardians are moving into position.
That's exactly where I was about to go next. The Golden Guardians are on top of the dragon timings here. You're starting the stack and going to make sure that BDS cannot just comfortably scale through the whole time.
Oh, he knew it.
Knows! This man can count minions!
You're griefing who he...
counts so damn good!
You're griefing, buddy.
I don't know how he knew.
Wait, Nuke is smurfing this
School
series.
in Europe, apparently. There it is. Saw that one coming.
That's EU math right there. EU math.
I'm actually curious because, like, there's obviously the scoreboard trick where you can hold up the scoreboard, and if Nico is visible but you don't see her on the map, you're like, she is
EU education.
So I'm curious.
That's
if someone was like looking at the scoreboard going, look,
the second
Nico's
he saw
somewhere.
the 4th melee, he just knew
was
one
like,
of them was
go
there
for
and
it.
fished for it.
Yeah, I mean, Huhi also been doing this over and over in the bot side we saw earlier.
What is my man walling?
This is a bit of a
Who
disaster
put
as we
Trumps
just
back in
opened up the
office?
Golden
Put that
Guardians
shit
gameplay.
down.
Dragon stacking online, here we go. And then, boom, your support drops in the mid lane, gives a free dragon to BDS to stall out on that. And now you get the Chemtech Soul.
Yeah.
Not ideal.
Most certainly. I think the awkward thing there is just, did Huhi need to make that play? Could they have just had Dragon Control?
We don't ask
without
those kinds
that?
of questions.
But clearly keen to get something done there.
Can is the question. Should doesn't exist.
He's trying to invade blue, but I don't think he can.
The answer was also no. So, bit of a tricky one there. But credit to Golden Guardians, even
Yeah,
though they do lose.
they need to get Talia
use the
Flash.
Herald on the bottom side. Again, top lane's already good. Don't need to use the Herald there. Now, though, the dash into safety. Nuke's still winning this trade. Gory playing
Nuke is frying this game.
area. Nuke, of course, not feeling confident enough to flash in or over pursue in that trade. As Golden Guardians once again just trying to contest.
Oh, he got it. Yes.
In the jungle, blue buff will go over to Shio, though.
During that time, Licorice drops the top side of the turret. I do like Nuke here kind of recognizing that they need to do something to stop this slow Golden Guardians creep of advantages.
Nuke is holding them in this game.
That mistake in the mid lane.
That kill on Nico, mid push.
Against Goric, getting him low, at least stops the Talia from comboing with the others.
Look at him items. Don't look at him items. He's chilling. Let him cook.
Recognizing
Give him
I gotta
time.
play more aggressive
Give him
here
time.
than
Give him
maybe
time.
I ideally want to. I can just sit back and farm.
Yeah, it also made it a little bit tough for the Golden Guardians push into the jungle as well. But yeah, I mean, looks like just immediately saw the fourth was like I'm impressed he knew immediately that it was the first one. But I suppose technically those two waves want to meet in the middle of the lane, right? So you see the first one, it's like, oh, this.
Now this is one of those plays where you lose confidence. You're like, ah shit, they're counting minions. I can't do my minion trick anymore. Whole game.
You know, he did not practice the minion march before making that play in the mid lane. It did look a little bit more apparent in the replay than I think it did initially. So regardless, good on Nuke to sniff it out. Does not get them out of the hole at this stage. Still a pretty massive gold lead for Golden Guardians. Mid was already ahead. Balanced out now by the fact that Nuke obviously was able to pick up that kill, but still a small lead for Gory and a massive lead for Licorice on the top side. Adam going for the Stride Breaker as expected, but what is he actually going to be able to do, or is he going to just be
The
trapped
sun's
in
not
this
even
tower
up
most
yet.
of the
It's
game?
still pitch black outside, and we're going to get another dub. Come on.
Has been a bit of a problem for Adam, so you keep Adam in the top side to go up against Gory, while Licorice has moved down to the bot side, and you leave Nuke there to just try and wave clear against him. We'll see if he has any more success just holding on to turrets than Adam was having.
Yeah, even just clearing the wave out before it hits the tower, because that seemed to be the big one, is Licorice just having that demolish, making it very, very tough. But
Go back to bed, it's a 3-1 though, bro.
Shut the fuck up. Being nuisance against Sheo, like steal away his topside camps. Looks like you're going to try and respond here by BDS on this bottom side.
I'm not waking up my neighbors. My neighbors already hate me. If I start shouting, it's GG. If I wake them up at 7 a.m.
Map split play by BDS. You know that Adam is your
Is he
weak
dead?
side of the map.
No,
You're
he's
kind of
fine,
giving
right?
that over as he has to burn his flash to survive there. You're sacking your top side. Adam still playing up as he does, but during that time, the rest
They're
of
matching
BDS
Azir
getting
into
things down the
Cassante.
bot side of the map.
The problem is, though, that, like, they're moving people like Crownie up to try and facilitate that and make sure that Adam is going to be okay, which now gives up your mid control as well for Rift Herald that's going to be coming up. So even though it's like, oh,
Yeah,
Adam's
Herald's
kind
spawning.
of like being a bit cheeky, it is costing them. And even Shio there trying to cover that mid wave now has to burn his flash.
Could be tricky in the fights to come as well. Looks like Huhi's going for Proto Belt, so more of an aggressive option than the CC of an Everfrost.
Are we giving Herald? I don't like
More
giving Herald.
defensive option like the Hourglass.
I don't like
so
giving
imagine
Herald.
That could be the second item regardless. Setup is there. Herald should be taken care of. You can't really contest a Callista here, but BDS might fish
They're
for it
doing it.
anyway. The spears are there. The wall now comes out. They need to decide what side they want to be on. Labrov.
Oh, Labrov actually distracted them.
Locked up. The support pulled back.
That was really nice distraction.
And the objective will be secured. River.
Oh, that's a battle by Licorice. Perfect. Perfect. We take one. We take one. Yeah, we take one. We take one. That's fine.
BDS will walk away. Did you not get the objective?
Nice.
You get the free kill.
Nice.
Taken out of the equation.
Yeah, second time in a row, Huki's ultimates have not been able to
What
lock
do you mean
down
Huki
key
drill?
members. Ends up a bit isolated and presents someone that, at the end of the day, it's
A kill's a
Licorice who
kill.
drops, trying to get him out of there. Bought enough time for Golden Guardians to get the Rift Herald, but the
Luke
pressure
TP
is
bot for
completely
push.
relieved now. And you can see instantly BDS able to get some turret damage down on the bot side. Nuke actually
BDS are playing like their macro is actually not bad.
River respond with the Rift Herald, like actually
As long as Nuke doesn't get caught here, but he can't, right?
Nuke TP and bot side. I don't think he'll be able to get this bot lane tower, especially with River in the area.
Nuke dash out.
Get
to
that OP
safety.
champ away
Knockup
from
will
him.
not connect. River obviously would love to get something. You played against Bel'Veth, you know this. Herald, very important for Bel'Veth, so it's not just a normal Herald, it's a Bel'Veth Herald. Really want to make sure you value that.
I think it's going to be a take two here, though, where Golden Guardians like rotate mid, you get River into position, try and get this mid lane tower down.
Good morning, yo. Good morning. Welcome.
Like, try and
Welcome.
get the mid lane turret
Welcome,
down. You can move in
everyone who
towards
just
River
woke
there,
up.
set up your vision significantly
Welcome to the
easier,
free
but
win.
I think with the amount of ultimates that they have down, it doesn't look like they're as confident to try and push forward there.
I think that's really important to call out because again, Hugi is a very squishy
Yeah,
boy.
top
Faith
CS
Ball
recovered
got him
pretty
out of jail
nicely.
There for an engage that ultimately wasn't super effective, as well as the life of Licorice. He does not have that luxury this time around. The Pop Blossom will be available, so creative angles, turning into minions, maybe he can make it work, but the ulti won't be there from Stixxay.
Yeah, BDS, I think, knowing the long timer on the Kalista ultimate, are trying to contest some good
It's
chip
afternoon
damage
here.
there, though.
Yeah, wherever you are on the
Labrov
road.
as the key engager for BDS to chunk him out early on.
And this is kind of where Maokai shines, right? Where you want to try and get that space
we're
back.
fine.
You throw in a couple of these saplings.
Looks like give Drake angle.
Yeah,
Yeah, not bad. They have no flash from Maokai. Hard to fight.
Like BDS are like, look, we're just going to trade
Here's no
only
TP.
second dragon for Golden Guardians. It's not going to be
Chemtech Soul is
value,
useless.
and we can
Adam is.
instead look to try and push elsewhere, but
Adam's
he's
probably
now caught
dead.
between a rock and a hard place.
Yeah, the minions are coming in, so River's going to finish off this objective
Good
by
night,
himself.
Adam.
It'll be a three-man collapse onto Adam, who is not particularly tanky. Does have the Strive Breaker finish. Actually, he's going to hop onto
Stixxay just
Stixxay.
cleanses, just starts to walk him down. Is he just going to have a Garen?
That's fucking right!
He did the math.
That's fucking right!
He knew and he will die for it.
Get the fuck away!
But that's just Garen things, baby.
Oh, he attacks.
What a
Golden
legend.
Guardians as they try and go for
What
a
a
It's one
legend.
person, singles him out. Stixxay draws the
What a
short
legend.
straw, getting too close to Adam, who just runs him down. They still grab the turret. They still have pressure, but
Sit
that is
down.
a nice
Sit
little
down, son.
take back from Adam.
Don't
BDS
even
can
try it.
count. They can do math. They clearly,
They can run at you.
They can run at you. What can't they do? Right now, defend mid lane is the answer. So the Herald will push it.
No
Second
sums on
charge should
Kalista.
come through here as Crownie
Demacia.
hit the eye, will be denied. Overall, gold lead still to the side of GG, but a bit of a fumble there from Stixxay to get caught out.
Yeah, a couple little stumbles here out of Golden Guardian so far. You have, obviously,
That's
the
what a
Rift
kilometer
Herald
is,
that
buddy.
went
You should
a
be a
little sour,
kilometer
then you
away
have this
from the
play.
Garen,
These are
or he
kinds of
one-shots
things that can
you.
get very dangerous against a team comp like BDS, where they can slowly not let the gold lead extend too much. It's still 3.5, which is where it's been for, it feels like, the last 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah, I mean, this was just...
How do we break this one down? He pushed his Q.
I don't know why Stixxay
He
goes
pushed
for
his
this.
E, and then he pushed R. Ladies and gentlemen, Garen, dab.
But the thing is, Stixxay shouldn't have pushed it. Like, he had the wave coming. You've got
He
there,
wanted
just
to
chill.
escort the wave in to make sure
Just
that
chill.
Adam couldn't cut the wave, and then, you know...
What a
And
beast.
Garen is a math problem, and he did the math wrong, and it happens to everyone. Because
NA
when you
math.
play against Garen, you forget how much damage this champion does. That's just the reality of it.
No one plays it, so it must not be good.
Okay, all right.
No, I'm saying that's like the mindset.
That's like the mindset,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like,
yeah.
I don't see this, so it can't be that strong.
True.
Well, Nuke. Gonna
I
find
get
River
caught
here.
out here.
Oh.
Clean sidestep. Nuke, where's the dash gonna go? The knockup now coming through. Nuke surely dead. Flash to safety.
Oh.
Dash! It's
Oh.
clean! The backstep!
Oh.
But it's not enough,
Oh.
because here comes River. He's just gonna slap him with
Nice
his
try, nice
slappy
try, nice try.
hands and find the kill.
Nice try.
This is a good job from Golden Guardians. Like, they've been playing BDS every time they overextended side lanes. Now Labrov might be overextended as well.
This knockup, empowered Blasco. We'll take him out to safety.
Respectable
Well played
attempt.
by Golden Guardians to convert that kill. Nuke tried his hardest to make it out. Guys, they do get the flash as well and still managed to find it.
Yeah, BDS, again, playing to the flip side of the map, getting some pressure down there, but Licorice being more respectful, backing off that situation. I think they did finish off the top turret during that, potentially, so not at the end of the world, and the little
The Garen is
spawnings of
scaling.
River
Don't worry
were
about
not
it, yeah?
enough of a push to then get the
He
bot
was
turret.
2
So
levels
that's the
down, now he's
concerning thing
even.
when you die in a side lane versus Bel'Veth, when she's in that form, is there's this giant wave of creeps behind you, and you end up having to recall
Mad
2
would
or
have
3
lost
people
the
to defend
series
push
by
something
now,
like that,
bro.
but not the
Why
case
is
there. It
Mad
was not a
catching
stacked up
strays?
wave.
All I'm saying is if Golden Guardians win Worlds, they should have a Bel'Veth skin that spawns little Golden Guardian fans. Just run down mid lane.
Skin designer
Anyone
Dracos.
who plays Bel'Veth wins world, please. That's all I want. But for right now, River having a hell of a turnaround in this game. And again, credit to Golden Guardians. When we talk about their veterancy, this is what we want to see, this adaptation, not being phased by what could have been mental boom after a game one that BDS
Golden
favored.
Guardians lost 30
BDS
seconds ago.
weathering the
That's
storm
true,
for
they
now,
did.
holding on, but certainly Golden Guardians still very much favored in the game overall.
Yeah, I think
Yeah, I mean, BDS have Ezreal Azir, so they have really good range against Kalista Nico. It's actually fine, this game state. I'm not even coping.
Maker for the team, no matter how bad things get, he's
This
always
Ezreal will do
always
work in this
smiling,
game,
finding
unless he
ways to keep people's
misplays.
spirits high, and like you said, they've been in some tough positions before.
It's
and
not
this team
cope.
is no stranger to having it bounce back.
It's
and
not
that's
cope.
exactly
Ezreal
what they
Azir
managed
is
to do in
two of the
game two here,
best
but I don't
range
wanna get too
carries in the
far ahead of
game.
myself. I'm much more reserved with the
And they're playing Talia, Kalista, Bel'Veth. They're all short range.
I don't want to
Yo,
curse something
just
that's going good.
Oh, knockback.
where are we
Walked
going?
away from LeBron. The interrupt coming through there, just the edge. He's now forced to ult and try to run out to safety. Gets out with the quickness.
So this is one of the problems that they're going to start bumping into here for BDS when you have Adam without the teleport. Licorice can split down to the top side, or bot side, excuse me. Your 4v4 is winning up in the top side, chunking people low. And
Wait,
Adam's
Adam's
stuck
ganking
between
him. Does
defending
Adam win?
something he can't honestly defend against Licorice because how far
He levels
ahead
up on the
is,
range
but you're
minion.
also not very useful if the side of Golden Guardians just respects the fact that you went to the Baron.
And I think that's the downside of a pick like this. If you don't end up with a lead, it's
Bro,
just
bot
not
wave's
gonna
right
be
there.
valuable.
Oh,
You're
he's
not
giving
gonna
it to
have that
Azir.
top five presence as much
Holy
as
Adam.
Sante. And also, you're not
Bro,
getting
Adam
that
is...
much from the map to try and force the difference with the ignite. So BDS definitely in a difficult position here. I think
He's
it
not
is
going to
gonna
take
be
mid
a case
either. He's
of,
going to give it to
alright,
Ezreal.
Next Dragon's up.
Bro.
Can we try and contest this? I mean, Rabadon's death cap not completed for Nuke. He only just picked up his second needlessly large rod. Yes, he got 2 items onto Crowny, but this
He's
again
so
could be a
selfless.
case of, right, like, hands off the wheel, lads. We're going to go to the opposite side of the map, see if we can get Nuke a bit more gold, and hope we can fight fourth Dragon.
And this is why getting
He
that
knows
one Dragon
Ezreal
is
Azir,
critical,
just
because
feed
otherwise
them.
You're looking at soul point right now. If Golden Guardians did
Feed
not
the Ezreal
mis-execute
Azir,
there,
don't
you
stress.
are forcing, it is Chemtech Soul again, not the end of the world, but still a huge acceleration. And here, BDS can sit back, wait
I
for
think the
that
biggest
next
problem for
800,
GG,
600
even though they're ahead, is they played
Nuke's gonna
Kalista
need
Nico
to
into
finish off
Ezreal
that
blind,
death cap
and
before really
Ezreal
starting
is
to fight
even.
at the actual soul point.
If anything, he's ahead. He's actually a level
Stalling out
up.
the game again. BDS
That's
are no
really bad for
strangers.
Kalista
Their
Nico,
team
but he's got second
generally
item now.
comfortable executing
I think
team fights
GG
once
should
they
force
do have
Nash.
that itemization.
No
Golden
joke.
Guardians still have a ton of tools, still have a
I think
lot
a
of
Baron
ways to
Force
shut
on
that
top
down.
side
I
is
think
really
this
good.
Talia, the combination with the Nico. There's a lot that can be done here for Golden Guardians as we get later. I think they're still in control, but
They have
honestly,
Nico,
credit to
Kalista
BDS.
secure.
You know, I'm not a big fan of the Maokai after all the nerfs, but one of the things that it is doing for them right now is just keep some amount of relevant vision control at all times. The fact that they're able to comfortably push in and take control of Baron without mid-prio is because you can just throw a cat in the bush first. You're not risking anything. It's easy
Yeah, top
approach,
side
and it's
vision though.
letting them hold on in this
They're
game
on Drake,
longer
so
than
it's
they maybe
fine.
should be able
They
to
can even
when it
play
comes
for
to
bot tier too if they
I do
want.
think this
Oh,
is right
Rabadon's
for
Azir.
BDS,
Holy
though,
shit.
just, like, give Golden
Wait,
Guardians enough of a
Nuke's
lead,
Rabadon's
believe
Azir.
themselves, and then crush it
Second
immediately.
item.
So when you get into game 3, it's not as bad, you know?
Yeah.
So, yeah, Labrov, though, giving them that false hope here.
Talia
and
is
get
such a
back to
frustrating
work.
tramp to play against
He's on a
as
mission.
Rakan.
Yeah.
He's boosting their DPM stats. He felt bad after game 1. He's like, here you go.
He's like, I didn't mean to do more damage than you, Gory. That was
Oh no, we don't talk about that.
It's okay. I think we're eating crow here on this one. Like, we just have to
Yeah.
accept that it's turned around.
It's not quite as embarrassing. It's 4 minutes later than when Golden
I
Guardians
said
actually lost game
champ.
1, but it is, I think, hopefully more indicative
Oh,
of how
bot
this
tier
series
two's
is
down.
going to go than the game 1. As much as I would love to 3-0 smash BDS as an
That
NA
sounds
fan,
good.
I think I'm really excited to just see a good series. Since there's people talk about this, there's only been 4. I think this is the 4th best of 5 ever between NA and EU at the official Riot Games events, MSI.
This
or
is the
Worlds. And
4th
so
best of 5 ever?
It's really cool. I know technically this is not World, but it is very, very nice to have this matchup again. And
Between
have
NA and
fans
EU?
something to root
No
for.
way, right?
If we all, as NA and EU fans, just say it's Worlds enough,
It becomes.
does it become Worlds?
Yeah. Fake it till you make it.
Fake it till you make it, you know?
We're going to win the first best of 5 at Worlds.
True.
There you go.
Oh, I like this.
Mad
Please
versus
let this
EG.
work. Not actually. I'm sorry.
C9
BDS fans,
versus
it's just
Fnatic.
so funny if it does.
I think I've seen enough Huhi camouflages to not
It's
like
always
them.
best of 3. Yeah, you're right actually.
I mean,
He's like 0 for 3
G2
right
TL.
now.
there as well.
And this,
He waits.
there's no way this works. Here's the Baron Force I was talking
He
about.
is the honey fruit. He's become the honey fruit. I am sweet. I am delicious.
You want to hit me. Wait. No, you don't.
All right. Jig is up. It's going to have to get out of there. And again, relatively quiet.
That was a bad
I think
force.
at this stage,
They
Golden
need
Guardians
Cassante
have
to
a
tank.
big lead. They're 5K ahead, but they still have to be careful and respectful around these objectives. Their clear speed's pretty solid with River and Stixxay available. Their control is solid, but the potential for a Maokai ult or an Azir to disrupt everything and turn this game around is still there.
Yeah, I think the thing is, like, a lot of that lead is going to be on top side, right? And no doubt.
They really need Cassante to tank.
No doubt, like, that is going to
On
be
the
a
force.
problem. But I think when you're looking at, well,
Please don't start Nash, thank God. I thought they were gonna start Nash for a second. Where is this Cassante going? Yo!
So when you get towards these team fights, yes, there is that massive difference in the top laners that they'll have to overcome, but like the DPS for
Don't
BDS
minion trick Hui.
And
It's bad.
They don't have great Baron threat from a
The light's
tanking
coming.
perspective,
I can
so while
see
they
it.
can do it quickly,
The sun is rising.
They're going to take a lot of damage.
The sun is
BDS just
rising
there to
for a
hover around
BDS
until it's
win.
at like 3K and then jump on
Ain't
you.
no way
And
they're
like
gonna
you
start
said,
Nash.
Lucius is most of the gold lead and he's not there. It does become kind of hard for Golden Guardians to force that down. So I think they're more than happy to wait for Soul Point. And so instead, BDS are the ones with the
Oh
vision control
shit!
forcing this.
Oh
Setup
shit!
is
Hold
big
me.
here. So if they can force Golden Guardians to walk forward, good on the Golden Guardians to have the diligence to take their time.
Shio's gonna lose
Use
flash
the
here,
Weaver's
maybe.
Wall first.
Wait, can they finish?
It's 4K and it's getting lower. Adam off to the side, just trying to isolate the carries.
They kind of have to finish.
It's getting lower. Now you have to steal it. It has to be taken away.
Yes!
Manages to get it.
Oh, Labrov! Turbo flank!
But it comes up heads for BDS.
Out! 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 Oh, Adam's gonna kill Stixay! Look at Adam! Garen! Garen! That's fucking right! Sit the fuck down! Sit the fuck down! Holy fuck! That's the boys! That's the boys right there! That's the boys! Holy fuck! Golden Guardians choked that Nash so hard.
Taking this game.
NA, why so quiet? NA, why so
very,
quiet?
very good fight. And Adam,
I
of all
can't hear
people
you.
who had fallen out of the game by a lot of people's standards, able to set in the backside, sit there and just make it difficult for Gory and 6A to follow up on the front side dive. You see him sitting in this brush here, and he's just so annoying.
What are they doing? They should punish Shio here. They're so scared of Adam. Why is Shio allowed to sit there for so long?
Too slow to follow up on the rest of the team. He's kind of 1v2ing while LeBron finds his excellent flank. Hui has no follow-up now. They're just split all over the map, and it's very easy for the front to back double carries to have no.
No, look at Adam. Look at this. What is Stixay doing? He don't know the. He don't know the Garen.
And the thing is, as you said, like Nuke and Cranny, they are so strong at the moment. So while Sheo goes down as everyone on Golden Guardians focuses them, that just leaves the two DPS characters to just do what they want to on the back.
I told you guys, BDS 3-0. No one believed me.
Pull them in a straight 5v5 that they're still strong because before that fight, the strongest point was still Licorice, but Cassante's relevance in these late game fights.
I swear, man, just pick tank jungle and mage mid. It'll win you every game in this world's area.
Things look a lot better. 5.5k.
They're playing such heavy early mid game, pushing lane, punish.
That's a good number for BDS fans. The gold is now dead even, so after this brief window of time where BDS have the advantage.
Are you gonna change your pick'ems? No, I'm not, because I picked BDS. I knew it was a BDS.
More gold, sorry, on towards Adam as well is huge.
I'm not changing shit. I'm right.
Push against Cassante, which shuts down a lot of what Golden Guardian's strength was, but BDS playing around this bot side, they want to try and have Nuke push in bot, but also still contest this soul in 10 seconds. So that's why they're trying to keep Golden Guardians at bay in this mid lane, keep priority there, and stop them from pushing in.
Bottom side of the map, Nuke a clean backstep.
Oh!
Brief moment there. Just feed less clean of a backstep?
Yeah, maybe. You just gotta jiggle.
There's no way I picked you. Yo!
It's effing. Wondering how I ended up in this situation.
Oh my god, they got Drake.
The objective now taken down. That's gonna be Soul for GG.
Oh, it's lagging.
Enough, however, going in, getting the reset, but will get taken down. Licorice as well, just trying to make it out to safety, but he's got nowhere to go. Shutdown coming through as well. Adam spinning, finding one, but getting taken down. Stixay, Gory, what can they do in this exchange?
Bro.
They are backing off, I think, right now. The Baron usage, they already got 5,000 goalie, but for Golden Guardians, it's pretty huge to actually have this soul point in your side. So if you can weather this Baron, keep the goalie close to even, of course, BDS has better scaling, but the Copium angle now is at least you have the soul point locked down for your team.
Yeah, I think the sad part is that two of your members died in that place, and now you get to push in on bot side. They're already contesting mid as well.
Okay,
so
I did choose Golden Guardians. I just changed it to BDS. Now let me explain. I picked Crowny for highest KDA, and I picked Golden Guardians for going through, because then I would be right on both. Then I realized it doesn't count, and I forgot to change it. I said BDS will win, and I put Crowny for highest KDA because he'll get the planes. But I put Golden Guardians because it was low points just in case I got it wrong. Okay? I changed Crowny out because I realized pick'ems didn't count for these series. But I forgot to change Golden Guardians. Okay? I forgot to change Golden Guardians. Nah, I'm not a fraud. I'm not a fraud.
And to be fair, his
I forgot
carries are
to
not
change.
like great
Okay? I forgot to change. Nothing wrong with that.
So if Adam is able to kind of just, put the resist
Nothing
on
wrong
you,
with that.
run at them, they're not going to burn you down super quickly, and you can usually get a fair
You
amount
gotta
of damage
cover
no
off
matter
your
what.
bases, okay? You can't all in on one. If I picked Crowny and BDS and they lost, it'd be
But here we
DGG.
are. The gold,
Done.
slightly in favor of BDS. The Soul in favor of Golden Guardians.
Dom gonna rap about this? Shut up.
And this is exactly.
Now the audio
what
is
we
still
wanted.
scuffed.
A closer matchup. Maybe not exactly how you
The
wanted.
quality
You
is
would've liked
also
this in
kind of
game
scuffed.
3,
You loving this,
perhaps,
Mark?
after the
Is it like this on
summer
YouTube as well?
You can't see him, but his face is doing that thing it does when you eat a lemon. Not that you would eat a lemon for any particular
I'm
reason.
enjoying this.
Yes, it is.
I'm a professional caster for Riot Games. I enjoy all League of Legends equally.
I'm happy.
I will say, for BDS, it is a cool story to have them
Marksy.
here trying to make it into Worlds after being such a young team, falling short in the reverse sweep in Spring Split.
Boring
to miss
series.
MSI, give that
I
spot
found
over to
I
Mad
found
Lions.
the
It's
Golden
cool to see
Guardians
them
fan in chat.
having this shot at redemption here to take down also just a regional rival in a sense, or inter-regional rival.
Yeah. Is it a rivalry?
If I thought
The last best of 5 between these regions was won
is
by
their
North
region
America.
LCS, is our region LEC, it's a rivalry. I don't care. That's how it works. Those are the rules.
There's plenty of rivalries which are one-sided, to be fair in sports. It's very common.
Yeah, credit to BDS for rising up. Obviously, for the organization last year, one of the most abysmal years ever. Bringing it back this year, relying a lot of that LFL talent, keeping Nuke around. Didn't start the strongest, but spring has been incredible, and now showing that they can just continue to improve. For players like Crownie, who've been around for a long time but never found that big success, this is a massive opportunity, and so far it's going pretty well. Again, your Worlds run starts if you win this series.
YouTube is 1440p.
Away from
is YouTube like a lot better quality? I think the quality dropped to 720p here.
Interesting one, but
Let me
it
check.
definitely feels like this is kind of the, hey look, if we can get this, we're kind of up against what should be easier competition.
Nah,
so I think
YouTube's the exact same
for a lot
quality.
Of these teams, both these teams, this is your
over. Team a little bit split here.
YouTube's the exact same quality. I just checked. Something's wrong with their broadcast quality is low. So no matter how high you put the quality, it stays like this.
The ulti.
And the sound is screwed as well.
Pull through is who he just continues to
It's from the broadcast, not on the actual website.
Skill shots. Golden Guardians getting corralled, so
The audio is so delayed.
has to be respected.
Who he quite
okay.
low as well. Just taking so
We
much
focus
chip
on the game.
damage over and over again by both Crownie and Sheo, just landing these saplings so annoying. And I like the idea of Golden Guardians to try and jump and make that play happen before the Baron spawn, but BDS had a really nice disengage, and now they're able to fall right back.
It's slowly getting better.
The thing is, though, they haven't got Adam as...
We're forcing Nash.
Wait,
hold up.
Here, so separated again.
Hold up.
So it just makes it very hard for GG to try and fight this.
Yeah, it's
forward,
free.
Like, have that split coming through again.
Too late. Golden Guardians are
Red team is slaying Baron Nashor. That's fucking right.
Down. River slowly but surely getting chunked out.
Get that fraud.
Now going in. River's set to fall.
Killing spree.
Over the wall, but Crownie's still going to be able to finish the kill off there.
Chase him down.
Going in, and BDS just taking over. Golden
Chase
Guardians
him down.
lacking on the Baron play. They just were not ready. They could not find the angle to contest, and as a result, this fight is going horribly. Licorice now able to pull Shio back. Will it be an escape, or can he find the kill? The power blast coming as well, trying to isolate and at least take.
Doesn't matter if Shio dies. Doesn't matter. Doesn't matter.
Back up. Shio still standing for now, but they will grab one in return. Shut down for Licorice.
Still a huge play out of BDS there, being able to grab the Baron, find
Doesn't
those
matter.
kills, now continue the push right
That's in it.
after. You have to feel like this is the second win just waiting to happen for BDS. They might not be able to end it right now, but at the very least get this inhibitor down, but they want to go for it.
Oh, Garen! What? He can end off that. Kalista can't walk up.
Break through the base of the Golden Guardians.
Wait, what's that noise?
Moments away from match point. Golden Guardians finally ready to mount a defense, but it is too little.
What's that noise?
Too late. 2-0 start for BDS.
Oh, too easy for EU in this one. BDS, it looks a bit dicey to get the get-go, but honestly, this has been a fantastic performance from them coming in with the comeback.
I mean, recovered very well, and I think clearly comfortable playing around the
What's that noise?
composition. You know, respected the
Is that
cooldowns. Once the Weaver's wall was down, were willing
Yo,
to make an aggressive
Dom.
play. Knew when they wanted to pick the fights.
Dom, answer the call.
And I think really just the desync
Dom, answer the
on
call,
when
answer the
ultimates
call.
were available to connect those objectives cost Golden Guardians so much around the Baron.
I think a lot of people will talk about the Baron as the big turning point, which it is, but I think the little steps
Answer the call, Dom. Answer the call.
Interrupting the dragon stacking.
Where is he?
Those little 1v1 trade kills back. Adam
Where is he
finding
at?
a kill on Stixay when he was dead to rights on the turret. Those kinds of plays stem the bleeding so you can get to the point where at Baron you're still only 3k down. It's not
He's
5
not
or
answering.
6K and you're taking an impossible fight. It's actually a very winnable fight from that position. So I think that stuff was really critical as well.
And I think this is where the frustration starts to build if you're a Golden Guardians fan, because it was very apparent in Game 1 when Gory made those mistakes.
He doesn't
that
want to
that
answer.
Was the oopsie. Now we see the same thing in Game 2 with Stixay, where
Ain't
it's like
no
there's just
way.
these little mistakes you can't afford to be making in this high-stakes game that are costing so much in the long run, even if ultimately the Baron is the most obvious, flashy thing that went wrong. However, that's enough from us from the caster desk. Let's hear more from the analyst
Bro, what do
desk
you
on
want, man?
exactly happened in that
What do you
Game
want?
2.
What's going on? This is your... I thought people said this was like your third best team.
Yeah. I mean, they might be.
I was laughing
Yeah? Can we get... What do you think's going wrong? What's going on? Just bad game or...
There's 3 Americans on one team and 5 Europeans on the other, so it's just GG.
Okay, fair enough. All right, well, see you in game 3, buddy.
Yeah, thanks, man.
See ya.
It's going to be 1-1.
Yeah.
So Raz,
well.
because it was indeed a Baron throw, a burger
I've got nothing to say. I thought he would defend himself.
Yeah, they learned from the best, and sadly we're just
I thought he would defend himself.
Really threatened the backline a lot. So anytime Golden Guardians tried to stop the Baron push from happening, we didn't really have
3 game tourists.
through. So of course Callista tried to separate herself from the team to force Adam away, but by that point they got completely crushed.
He sounds defeated. Now BDS is very good at getting reverse swept, so let's pray that that doesn't happen. Okay, no reverse sweep, please.
Let's talk about it. Who does he realistically speaking hit? Do you ever get in range of
no reverse sweep?
No. Are you hitting the Ezreal? No. What are your options? Yeah. Rakan, Maokai, and Garen. And what do those champions want to do? Yes. They want to be on top of your face. So it was just super easy for them to. Once the team fight and Baron broke loose and Shio secured that, which was huge because Zach has easily gone over to River, they out team fight them and they get back into the game. And once that happened, there was no way back for Golden Guardians.
I was screaming.
Oh, I can't wait to read the thread when EU wins. I can't wait to read the thread.
I do not believe in their ability to actually play out those team fights. Now, I don't think
let's already read the thread of this one.
5v5 team fight, right? Because it was a Herald
game 2 discussion.
It was a Baron fight, both of which our boys
Riot really has us watching Worlds in stop motion.
Let's zoom out
Garen Gaming. What is that picture?
I want to quickly apologize for the issues that our feed has faced during the last game. Our production team is working behind the scenes. We are working on some of our backup connections between here and Seoul, and we're hopefully that hopeful that the problems will be resolved.
They're not in Seoul.
We are working on that. So let's zoom out. Let's talk a little bit more about how things changed this time around. Gulborg, this time, Licorice had a better time in the top lane.
Oh, absolutely. And it looked like that with Shio and Adam coming up there. They were looking to try and at least equalize on an level it, not an advantage, but trying to get Adam level 6. You can see that Licorice hits it here, and Licorice hasn't backed yet. The reason the lane state is like this is because Adam just ran up and ignited him because he wanted to...
Alright, chat, I'm gonna go get some water real quick. I'll be back in like 2 minutes.
With you pathing up there.
1 sec.
I don't know what the XP was like here if he still missed one minion to hit level 6. If Adam hits 6 here, Licorice dies. But they messed it up somehow, and when the level 6 didn't come through from the Garen, Licorice takes over.
Yeah, and Maokai was so far behind from what happened earlier on the level 1 from the Bel'Veth, constantly invading him, that was just so much easier for, honestly, to get ripped apart by the Cassante.
But where I really think it becomes more weird from here on is how Adam tries to influence the rest of the map with his Garen, because he's like, well, top lane is kind of lost now. How do I actually have a different impact on the map now? And while he's trying to do what he had so much success with in other stages of LEC, you're not playing a champion with CC right now. You're literally just leaving lane, standing there at time as well, walking into XP range of some of your laners as well, hindering their lane. This one was the most random, where you don't even get any solo play for yourself either. You're just walking up there with the enemy just being able to run you down. You don't have the proper vision set up for it either. Licorice probably thinking to himself, what the hell is Adam doing mid lane?
This might sound really stupid,
in my top lane now.
But even if he's on vision, what happens is Talia has to give up the push. Like, Talia has to give Azir the push because she knows Garen's mid and there's a threat of a kill. And then he walks into bot side river, and then they have to give up bot side river. Here, they have to run back because Adam's bot, so they can retake vision. So what Adam's doing is he's basically giving pressure to his laners so that his team can get pushing lanes. Because he had 3 losing lanes, he leaves top, drops his waves, goes mid so Azir can push, goes bot side river so Maokai can walk in. If he's top and Bel'Veth Nico get bot river, how does Maokai face check, right? This isn't cope, I'm just explaining. I've spoken to Adam. I've spoken to him, I asked him why he does this, this was his answer, and it makes sense. And there you can kind of see it. They would not have gotten bot side river if Adam didn't walk in there. And as much as you'll get vision for like only a minute and they'll sweep it out when he leaves the lane, that minute can buy you a base timer, right? So like it kinda... Not a lot of top laners do it because they fall behind, but I think when you have 3 losing lanes, and being able to get some control for a couple minutes, it's fine. GG has 3 Americans and 2 Koreans. The math doesn't work. C9 has 1 European, 2 Koreans, and an Australian. And G2 is fucked.
Length in the game was a positive. So they got the vision set up a lot easier because of the room.
A small thing as well is that the Golden Guardians early game leads didn't cover a lot of team effort. It was a lot of mistakes that was then punished. But if you look at the kill participation, it wasn't necessarily because a lot of members linked up and created.
Oh, my kettle just boiled.
It was more catching BDS when they were making a mistake.
Let me pour the water in.
And going into the mid game, it felt like they had a hard time as well replicating it, then finding the way that they got leads because BDS didn't give them more mistakes to punish them.
I've got to quickly move on. I want to pull up the draft as we discussed this last point. Golden Guardians have selected red side now for game 3, potentially their last of even making it to the World Championship. This is not Worlds. This is the qualifying series to get you into Worlds.
Yo, what's up, Odo?
As we look at this draft with less than 90 seconds to go.
Mark, I just woke up. NA real quiet. Bro, Vedi, game 1 was a stomp. BDS murdered them.
I think the
game 2,
is not working out
they're
for
playing
them.
Kalista, Nico, Talia, fucking Belveth. They have a 3k gold lead, all pushing lanes. The boys scale. They get 2 items. They force Nash. Clean Nash force. Insta win fight. GGVP. Adams Garen one-shotting every... Bro, he one-shot Stixay twice. They 1v4 dove him, okay? He just ran at Stixay, QE, ult, one-shot. And he was 0-2 or something, 3 levels down. He was useless. One-shot him. And they did it again. Adam's a legend.
Things instead of something where Golden Guardians could actually play League of Legends.
Yeah, there's small bits and pieces. Even in the draft, the fact that they banned the Renekton because they know if they're first picking Talia, that BDS is going to go for a Renekton themselves. So they're not even going to get that combination.
Adam is a legend.
That is so well known from the Talia side for a three-wave stack dive top lane. So they're not getting it. They're moving it away. That's actually an indication that they agree that it's not as high of a priority for them now. So I'm interested to see what the pick is. If they see a Talia picked out by BDS, they've seen how good Maokai is.
We're having a good day today.
I'm ready.
5 seconds, 10 seconds. What do you say to Golden Guardians coming into game 3? What message, what 1 or 2 thoughts do you have? How nervous are you that this series is over?
The first message I'll say is, LOL Park's pretty nice. I'm glad the series is starting. I'm excited for the series to start.
Just before we go, Goldberg, I'm going to need you to trust me, but do I have consent to touch you?
Absolutely, bro.
Fantastic. If I can get Jack to put the camera back on the wide for me, just as we're about to head to break. It turns out I need to stand up, my friends. We are moments away from a BDS 3-0. Let's go. We'll see you on the other side. Thank you, brother.
What the hell?
Get this out of here.
All right, it's a break, so I'm going to run ads in the break. You won't miss anything. It's going to be a countdown timer. You know how it goes. We'll do it after this voice comes.
Just be ready to play 5 games, guys, okay?
I would rather finish it in 3 games.
Yeah.
Holy Adam.
Sante should be fine in the trade thus far. She doesn't really have the damage yet.
I won't run it now. We'll run it in break. Ad break. Wait, is Vedi here? Maybe you'll see it, Vedi. Watch this. Never mind. I don't know what's going on. Oh, this is after he one-shot him. Let's go.
Where's the E?
Trevor says get fucked, and then he takes his mic up because he knows he might say it down the feed. Might go Trevor. All right, 3-minute break, 3-minute ad. You know how it goes. You can sub to avoid it, but you don't have to. Bum 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 bum. Trevor based as always, bro. Trevor is super based. Trevor's funny. Funny guy. What did Licorice tweet? I guess, 2018. I guess this is what a main region versus a wild card should look like. Oh my god. Oh my, the retweets are coming in already. The retweets are coming in. The retweets are coming in. Check SK Gaming tweet. NA woke up and said, what the fuck is a win? Good one. Good one, good one, good one. Actual good one. What the fuck is a win? Did GG sub in Caedrel mid and jungle? What do you mean? What do you mean did they sub me in as mid jungle? Alright, here's the All this talking at both NA and EU are speedrunning flights home. So what? Let us have fun while we're having it. No fun allowed. Guys, you can change your pick'ems. You can change your pick'ems right now. You can change them. You can change the pick'ems. They haven't locked them. They lock them tomorrow. Bro, change them. Change the fucking pick'ems. If you got it wrong, bro, force and CD that shit. Discord pick'ems is locked for me. Yeah, the Discord pick'ems is locked. Yeah. Hoping for 5 games because I woke up at 4 AM for this. Wait, you want to stay up late? You woke up at 4 AM for this?
Welcome back to the World Qualifying Series. We are at match point for BDS, currently up 2-0. And we're going to see if Golden Guardians can bring it back in this series, or if EU's going to get to go back to bed before it's time to wake up, Mark.
Let me cast your minds back to spring finals in the LEC.
Okay.
The reverse sweep. They're just trying to make it as painful as possible for BDS. And so they could have 3-0'd, but now Golden Guardians wanted to.
What you're telling me is that Golden Guardians are going to emulate the Mad Lions.
Yeah. I'll take it at this point. Give me anything.
Feel good? Does that feel good when you say that with
I
your
will
mouth?
take it. I have no shame. Yes.
Okay.
I
get it. We've been here. We know what the 0-2 feels like. We know what the 3-0 feels like. We'll have to see if it happens. This stage, however, I think, players coming back on stage, feeling confident, looking good. I hope the Golden Guardians can kind of keep that composure again. For the side of BDS, if you're a BDS fan, you have full faith, I think, coming into this game 3, Rob. Like,
oh yeah,
you won with a dominant early
Where are
game,
the casters? What do you mean, where are the casters? They were right there.
Managed to hold on, managed to play with respect for what the enemy's composition could do, and came back in a big way. You've shown everything you need to show so that it feels like coming into this game 3, today at least, you're the better team.
But I think it's also like you kind of saw the big advantage that they got in the early stages for Golden Guardians.
I stayed awake all night for this.
Sheo, and that's kind of been when we look at BDS, like the main focal point is Sheo having control in the jungle matchup and then being able to give that over to BDS, get early dragons.
What do we got?
Over-under on a Maokai ban. Over-under on a Maokai ban.
No, don't ban Maokai.
I feel like Maokai is the biggest problem in this series. I don't know. He is annoying.
Don't ban Maokai.
Skill gap, so I don't think it really matters.
Yeah, that's like.
Can you move to a corner? I will have to draft. I have to wait to draft.
I didn't expect you to agree. Now
Yo, Kobe's here.
No, it's not.
Kobe.
Legitimately,
Yo, Kobe, how are you doing?
The between game time, you have to figure out what is the problem.
How are you feeling, Kobe?
Is it this thing that we need to ban, or is it us playing and how we need to improve? And I think you don't want to trick yourselves into just banning things that aren't going to change anything too much. And I think you can see what
how are you feeling?
To go to. I mean, they already went to red side, so there are these changes coming in for Golden Guardians. But yeah, I just don't think the Maokai is like this overwhelming presence that they just couldn't.
Okay, wait, GG went red side.
Time, and it's
and yet,
there you go. Fair enough.
EU casters predicting right.
Now this is going to be really interesting.
Right.
Is Orianna a first pick champ?
Maokai at least is one of the champions where
or Renekton, are they first pick champs? Or is there something else? Because Rel is open. I expect Rel to be banned by GG. Otherwise, Maokai ban doesn't make sense. How the fuck do you think I'm doing, bro?
That said,
well, at least you get to go to bed early, huh? We get to go back to bed. You get to go to bed. Everyone's happy.
Trying to swap things up here for Golden Guardians. Moving over to red side means they can get 2 of these picks on rotation, and it feels like, at least for the moment, that Talia has been what they keep.
They banned Rel. Why did BDS ban Rel? They want to first pick what?
In the hands of Gory, they tried.
I thought that GG would have to ban Rel.
So they're actually going to ban the Talia away themselves and say, hey, look, this clearly hasn't been working. Let's just try something completely different here.
Yeah, I mean, Talia is one of the champions that people identify as probably being one of the premier picks for all of Worlds. I think you were asking earlier about, like, what can we take away into the rest of Worlds from this series? I think that's what I said.
Is Orianna a first pick champ?
Like that.
Is it? Or is it Zaya?
It all sounds the same. Point being that Talia is, I think, a champion you'll see a lot over the course of the World Championship.
Yep. Ultimately, I think it's a champion that can be very feast or famine, though. So maybe just looking to find more stability both in the jungle as well as in the mid lane for Gory. This is, speaking of stable, Ahri remains relatively stable blind pick. You know, a champion who can, in most situations, give you something, but instead, going for comfort. Seeing the success of
Rakan first
2
pick.
times in a row, they say, why not just go
Poppy.
for a third?
They should just pick Poppy jungle.
2 games. We can afford to experiment more.
What? They should just play Poppy, Kai'Sa, Nautilus or something. Poppy, Orianna, Nautilus, Poppy, Azir. What? Is Rakan that OP?
Vision down. Even if he gets chunked out at times, he actually didn't really die, and so he was able to continue providing value for his team.
They should
The
pick
Orianna
Poppy
is the thing that I think is
1000%.
really
Poppy,
Yeah, that's the
Zaya,
one I'm looking
Poppy,
out for
yeah,
here. I
good.
was curious to see if you get locked up immediately coming into
Please
this,
pick
but
Poppy,
looks
stop
like Golden
breathing,
Guardians
otherwise
are
they will
very
take it.
fearful of Zaya and Rakan going into that bot lane, but I think trying to take an Ori here could be your best bet, because you saw how good Nuke was in the last game. But also
Please
means
give me
that you
NA
just gotta
Hope
get to
speech
go back
for
towards
one
bot
game,
standard
Caedrel. I'm
jungle.
getting
You
sad
don't
over
have to
here.
go for something that's a bit tricky in the AP scenario. And
Listen, Kobe.
just try and get
NA
that
is going to get
comfort
a
in
good
the
draft
teamfight,
this game.
because it feels like that's where
They're going
BDS
to go
are
into the
take
game.
it.
They're going to get an early lead.
Instead, Jax, the blind pick,
They're
now
going to
coming
get Baron.
through. And overall, this is a champion
Everything
that can
is
take
going to
over
go
games. It
well.
seems like Faith is being put into licorice after
Up
the
until
previous
they
game,
lose
you
the
can
last
understand
fight and then
why.
BDS ends the
Incredibly
game.
well in
And
the
you lose
1v1.
3-0. But
And
until
obviously
that
a
point,
champion
you
who
might
generally
be
limits a
okay.
lot of Adam's
Alright,
comfort,
Ezreal.
specifically,
Nice
I
pick
think.
like
Yeah,
that.
a lot of people think Jax is just a
Orianna.
very strong champion in the
Wow,
current meta.
why
He's
don't
getting
they go
banned in
Poppy
phase
top?
2, so they want to grab that before that can happen. But on the flip side,
I'm
BDS
smoking
going
some.
right back to the things that have been working well for them. And
Azir is
Nuke on
good.
Orianna had an incredible game 1. Crowning on Ezreal last game. Was doing quite well despite the early pressure that he was under in that aggressive lane phase out of Golden Guardians. Weathered it just fine.
Yeah, I do like the Orianna.
They should ban.
Here, sorry, the
BDS
Azir
should ban
if they end
Nautilus.
up going for it into the Orianna, because a lot of situations when you're looking at
Maybe
what BDS
Set.
are going to
Nah,
try and
Set
set up,
is a
it will
useless
be
ban.
something like Sejuani
I know
or
who he
something
plays
going for
Set,
Shield,
right?
some kind of ball delivery system, either on the Rakan or something else. So having that Azir to try and reset these fights is going to be great. You've got enough range that Orianna can't use that clockwork wind up in lane, so I think it'll set up nicely now for Golden
Yeah,
Guardians.
what is
Just
Darius going to
slow
pick into
the pace,
Jax? Does he
try
pick?
and let
Does he
Licorice
pick?
do his
What
thing in
is?
the side lane,
Is he going
but
to pick
still have a
Darius?
strong 4v4
Is he going to pick
team fight.
Olaf?
It was Gory's most played.
Is he gonna pick
champion this
Ornn?
Summer split, so it's not like he's afraid of playing standard control mages or anything. He's obviously one of the most prevalent champions.
Well, there goes
worldwide,
Darius.
So he can't.
Yo,
play. It's
no
cool to see
fun
Gary
allowed.
Say like, okay, we've tried the zany.
Why are you
champs
banning him
2
out?
times in a row,
Don't be
more early game
weird.
oriented.
Come
Here,
on.
with both the Zaya and the Azir already locked in. You can see them kind of saying, okay, BDS, we're not clean enough to take early game champs and just close you out quickly. Let's go with the option to potentially team fight you later in the game.
And there's a lot
Play
of great
nice.
tools here, and a lot of good defensive tools for Stixxay as well, so he can kind of play on himself while Jax maybe fishes for a flank. They're banning away some of the champions for Adam regardless. Darius is going to hit the bench. I like seeing the Nautilus ban. Good call out. Want to just take away these
ban
reliable
Olaf.
engage options from the side of Golden Guardians was what they put
Lee
together.
Sin
But
ban.
the Lee Sin for Chio. You know, obviously a champion that I think
Lee
every
Sin ban.
jungler can play, but we've gotten very used to, at least domestically, seeing Shio mostly be about facilitating picks overall.
That is a
I'm
very
curious if
good
it's
ban
something
by
like Poppy
BDS.
you might look at. Like, I
Vi
still think,
is
like,
a
you come
really
to
good ban.
objective setup, Poppy's very, very strong. She's still quite strong in the meta at the moment. And if you do end up giving it in towards a jungle, you got answers for. Azir if he's trying to dash away, Jax if he's
That
trying
was
to
a
get in on
really
top of your
smart
carry. So,
ban.
might be an option here, but I think you kind of want something that's a bit more engage focused than Rakan. You kind of want Rakan as your secondary engage. And when we
They're
look
last
at
picking
BDS,
jungle.
it's been Sheo who provides
I mean,
that initiative.
BDS should play Poppy jungle. Shio mains it.
Poppy as a whole, though, against his team composition, especially with the
Please go
struggles
Poppy, please.
Golden
Oh
Guardians
my
have had around
God.
objectives.
Are you playing Sejuani what?
What
What are you playing into
Seg
Jax?
to go for the Sejuani, kind of as predicted. Excellent synergy with the Garen. See if they want to put attention towards the side side, or if Shio's going to remain focused around like mid lane.
There's no way he's playing Garen into Jax.
That cheers, like we said, has a surprising amount of fans.
Oh,
in the
Ivern
Korean
last
audience,
pick was
Adam
pretty good
does,
there.
because of the LCK casters, Cloud Templar, and people.
Ivern
hyping
last
him
pick
up.
pretty good.
You also have, of course, Wolf watching a lot of his stuff, and it's just cool to see this when you have fans of other places because you have a unique play style.
Yeah, I think it's a great call. It's one of my favorite stories coming into Worlds because it's just something that
All right.
catches you off guard. We don't speak.
You can
Korean,
sub
we
to
don't
avoid
engage much
ads.
with
You know the
Korean
drill. You can
casters, so
prime or
finding
tier
out that
1
they've been hyping up Adam all year,
before
that
the game
Wolf has been
starts.
shouting
It's up
this
to you
guy out
though.
is crazy, and I think for Adam, you know, we talked to him on Euphoria. He's really feeling special coming to Korea and feeling that welcome, and has to feel good when you're playing on a new stage on the international level for the second time for Adam, obviously after his experience with Fnatic, but for the first time coming in here and fighting for that chance to officially
It's
be in Worlds. If
a 30-second ad break.
do feel
Not
like
a big
you're
deal.
already there.
This time around, though, for Golden
It's 30
Guardians,
seconds. 30
You
seconds.
need to try and get the ball rolling early here, because if I look at this squad, I'm like, all right, well, who's really going to like try and face check into BDS if they fall behind? It's not going to be too pretty when it comes to those objective fights. So I think for Golden
Weibo is in the
Guardians,
arena.
trying to see if again River can have
Wait,
that
do you think
control
is
over the
Weibo
jungle
there?
and, like, just
No,
get
they're not.
in two
No way.
lanes, probably around this bottom side, and see if you can get affected.
You haven't gotten a
Feels like the way
single
forward
ad
here.
till now? I don't know. You're lucky, I guess.
I'm very nervous currently. I think
You're chilling.
there's
You're having a great time.
inklings from game 2 of ways that
Carmina Corp.
What? Of course, Carmine Corp. Why would they not?
Why not?
Holy Carmine Corp.
If there's a blue wall, there will always be a blue wall. We have blue walls here. It's inevitable. They'll be there. Yeah, shout out Carmine Corp. Obviously.
What country the cast is in?
Me and
I don't know if
Master
it's public.
Champions
Can I say it? Do
many
you guys
former
know where the
members of
casters are?
now on BDS.
I don't want to leak anything.
Here we are. Match point. An interesting position to be in because I think it's all fun and games. It's all
Dublin,
banter
yeah, they're
here
in
at
Dublin.
home. But obviously for this players
Okay,
and
I'm
for
not
Golden
leaking
Guardians,
anything
it's now do or die, which is an interesting.
Yeah, they're in Ireland.
Because for us, it's a regional rivalry. We're having a good time. But for 5 players,
Riot has a very big
someone is
production
going
studio in Ireland.
Yeah, high stakes game right now. Do or die for the next 3 if Golden Guardians want to reverse sweep. They cannot lose another game, or it's the last game they'll lose this year. For BDS, it's a chance for redemption after missing out on the previous international tournament at MSI with a reverse sweep at the hands of Mad Lions.
Okay, if there's any game that I think GG can win, it's this one. I'm not even kidding. Jax Ivern is here.
But not going to be able to find
It's
BDS
pretty good.
as they start to work their way through. Instead, Sheo getting a ward down just the back of Raptors.
It is pretty good.
So let's spot out exactly what River's up to.
So I will say also, River on Ivern is something we had not seen at all in Summer Split. Obviously, Ivern, very popular champion. Sheo himself playing a ton of it.
He goes
and
to Inspiration
it
second
doesn't
Israel.
immediately scream a River champion. He is good at pathing. He does often play a gank-heavy style, but it's definitely not something where you often see him as one of the main initiators.
I'm scared of a
on
reverse
the side of
sweep,
Golden
you know.
Guardians, and to not have
Because
that in his
BDS
hands,
will
it is a little
lose, then they'll
scary.
pick blue
They're
side.
clearly going for a different playstyle. Sheo.
What the fuck?
Clever.
This is the Sheo from Scrims. The man who will cheese every game and flip it at level 1. Here he is once again. Not a flip, though. Has the vision, has the setup, just trying to take away this buff.
Bro, BDS are psychopaths.
Maybe look for a play onto the top side after this.
And at the end of the day, this is a position that that BDS have put themselves in because of the previous 2 games where they can make really
Holy
aggressive wild
fuck.
plays early game to just try to take over without not worrying.
Licorice.
Wait, is
Why
he?
would there be a Sejuani here? Why would there ever
But-
be a lady riding a boar
He's gonna level up.
on the top side?
With Hex
Here comes
Flash.
the Bear Cavalry, and
He's got the
Licorice is
Q.
not ready.
What?
There it is, nice bit of Gouda to get things kicked off in game 3. First blood for Adam.
And this is what we were talking about.
What is going on?
Unpredictable. You can say, oh, we know they cheese level 1s all the time, but you don't know how they're going to do it or when.
What
And
is
that flash
going
over wall by
on,
Sheo
man?
On this elimination match, immediately jump-starting BDS in this game is absolutely massive, especially onto Licorice, who was, I think, the shining point in some sense. In
That's
game 2, getting some of those
unreal.
solo kills, those
Come on,
1v2
how
plays.
can you not
Obviously,
love
there was a
them?
lot of invades by
How
River,
can you sit
but
there and tell
just
me BDS is not fun as
immediately
fuck to
hopping on
watch?
this Jax and putting him behind is massive.
Also the fact in bot lane, Huhi taking a lot
How
of
can you
damage,
say
he's
that?
still level 1. I think they would have liked to try and answer for this with River, but Huhi, he's not really in a position to try and set things
My
up here.
goats.
So kind of your opportunities for Golden Guardians to respond on the opposite side of the map falling apart.
That was
Yeah,
disgusting
so
what
you can see River
Sheo
going
just
for the
did.
invade right now, trying
He
to
took Hex Flash.
snipe away
Oh
one of
my
his
god,
cancels,
he
have a
is
charge,
disgusting.
grab the potential red buff
That
here,
is
but
the
I
most
think Sheo
disgusting
very
thing I've ever
happy to
seen in
just
my
go
life.
vertical jungle and continue to maybe make Jax's life a problem.
Yep, Jax though, Licorice taking the time, taking the lane priority that he does have for himself to wander in and place a ward. The good news for Licorice is that because he has TP, he's able to return to lane. Adam with the Ignite doesn't get to reset and spend his gold. So it's mostly an experience difference that we see for now. We'll see how much easier the lane is for Adam once he can spend that first blood money. And Gory also able to get pressure.
That was the coolest
But
thing
Nuke
ever.
once again, getting aggressive here in the mid lane. Gory playing on the edge, as kind of has been expected.
Didn't an
at this
LPL
point in
jungle
the
do that?
series.
I think
really
people did it
awkward.
with
He wanted
Trundle.
that wave in, but couldn't quite do it. Now it's going to have to teleport back, and it's a little annoying that you don't get the push back by getting the wave into the turret. Here you see this kill, and like you said, you get the teleport, so you don't fall that far behind immediately in golden experience necessarily. But the bigger problem is
Where is my man
6, when the
flashing?
Ignite comes back
He
up
even
to
gives
a
first
shorter
blood to
cooldown,
Garen.
You still will not have your flash available. Adam has his, and that's just like a repeat gank waiting to happen to get 2 kills on the Jax. Pre 8 minutes is going to be huge.
He's
if
going to put
BDS
a ward
can pull that
down
one off.
as he's finishing his
Yeah, it's
recall.
very
You can
tricky as
ward
well,
when
because you talk about
recalling,
splitting
makes
the map,
life
and it
easy.
looks like everything's kind of just going to reset, but you can't. Licorice just
Gives you an
cannot
extra
be
5
left
seconds on a ward.
alone around level 6. He's going to lose all control of the top side, at least on paper. See what he can do and see if River wants to put some attention up there. First resets now coming in. Ezreal getting a tier as expected. Maybe this is where Stixay and who he can feel a bit more comfortable in the lane as Ezreal after first back notoriously pretty weak.
Yeah, I think that's where you gotta try and put your focus here. It's River. Dragon is going to be up, so maybe if you can try and get onto this bottom side off of the resets.
Bro, Adam is such a legend.
To make something happen, but Labrov is now mid.
3-man pincer attack.
Gory.
Oh.
Throws up Sand Soldier, needs to dash out.
Close.
He's just going to be forced to flash away, but overall successful gank for BDS. Not able to find the kill, but do get the flash. And the avenues of attack for Sheo
Yeah, Sejuani Q is not that long.
limitless. I mean, he's got a top laner without flash. He's got a mid laner without flash that he can look to capitalize on. LeBron's still sticking around here. Ball attached. It's just buying time. It's just taking some of Rivers. But right now, the early game.
Fix your stream graphics? What's wrong with them?
BDS.
Again, it's the vision control on bot side as well. They'll spot out Ivern as they come through, which is why Sheo's moving up here. Knew that he entered into that bottom side jungle, so they want to try and go for a play off this. Adam, don't think he'll quite hit 6 off this wave. Yeah, it needs, I think, 1 more creep before he does.
Also has a good chunk of gold waiting in his back pocket right now. He's got 2K on him, or sorry, 1.5K on him, 2K total. So
I wonder if
get some items, and it looks like he's just going to opt for a clean reset here. Needs to be careful about that. We'll go for boots too, as well as an extra longsword.
You can breathe a sigh of relief a little bit for Licorice and Golden Guardians fans. The fact that this
Make the
timing
audio
window
a bit
will happen
louder.
when your flash should come back up. You're still going to have to be worried because it is a
that
lot
better?
of damage that the Garen can do, as we saw in the previous game. But at least the
Yeah, I was gonna say, I wonder if
equalized
this
out
feels like a
This is what I wanna see
720p
from Golden
stream,
Guardians, though.
even though
Look
it says
where
1080p.
River is at the moment. He coming in on the backside, and the wave's in a horrible position. This could be a great play for them.
Q, healing coming in. That's 1 E used up. River not going to commit. Crowny, of course, still has the Arcane Shift, still another Battle Dance stack
Too
available.
loud.
Very difficult lane to lock down the Rakan and Ezreal.
And I gotta say, BDS are playing this very well. You know that there's a lot of folks on the top side. River does not really want to go up there and try and fight that 2v2 right now. And so the side for Lebrov and Crowny playing very respectful. They always have a ward in that brush, and they've done a good job of being able to avoid Huhi or River when they want to come in.
I think it's also the fact
Too
that
quiet?
Huhi ended
Shut
up
up.
like missing
I'm
out
done
on
with
so much CS in the early stages because he got poked out. He's still only level 3 versus the level 4 and level 5
Oh,
with the Ezreal
proxy
as
time,
well.
baby.
So I think it's been a bit of a disaster on the bottom side, which means you just don't have as much control as you would like, especially since like
Bro, the Koreans love
early
Adam.
stage
I heard
Leona
he's got a
is when
big
she
fan
wins
base
this
in Korea.
matchup. And when you get to the later portion of the game, the amount of input that Rakan can have with his ultimate means that in team fights he can be so disruptive comparatively to the Leona.
It's definitely one of those matchups as well that feels like it's gone further away.
What
You
is
see
he
Adam
doing?
doing his dirty farming, cleared the wave topside, moves into the jungle to start stealing away the prime
Bro.
camps by River, who's not going to be able to get this one. And if Gory wasn't back in base, I'm sure he'd be hovering around for a potential dive maybe. Just doing Adam things.
Certainly is.
I would love to be in the mind of
Little
Adam
gold
during a
here.
league
Good
game
news is
one day.
Licorice is still farming. He's got the flashback, as you've said, and obviously as we get later into the game, the Jack's going to be a big threat. Maybe can't get something done there. And I mean, it's a struggle right now for Golden Guardians. Have more tools. Their composition not nearly as reliant, although as you highlighted, the Leona definitely tough against the Rakan. Feels like you're always the one reacting once you're outside of lane, which removes so much of the agency of the pick. BDS
And then they take Drake. It's so perfect.
Slow, steady, very
What happened in that
reminiscent of
sequence
game
was
one,
Licorice saw
minus
Adam come back
the,
top and then spam pinged
mistakes
here,
on
I
mid
think.
lane.
And
Or
while
someone was,
Golden
I
Guardians
think
do
they
have
probably
much better
thought they
scaling
warded
this
top
time
side.
around. It's not full panic mode, quite like game one when you have
They have
this
vision on
draft- or
Raptors.
this
They
start
took his
for BDS.
Raptors.
It is still concerning because BDS are no
They get
slouches
Drake.
in the scaling department either. They still have
The way
great
they use
front
Adam
to
is
back.
great.
Adam is the kind of weird Garen pick, but as you saw in the previous game, it still scales just fine if you can be intelligent about how you pilot it, and Adam is definitely an expert.
I think it's also when I look at Golden Guardians, I kind of like their opposition coming from one direction, right?
Flash in,
hang on.
E, he's going to ult him the Ignite. Will it be enough? Trying to block the auto attacks. The stun coming out. Licorice ticking, burning, falling away with the health
so
pot.
close.
Keeping him alive. TP probably going to have to use to return to lane here, but Adam not able to quite find the all-in.
I think surviving that is big for Licorice though, because as you say, he TP's back in, so
So
it's essentially
close.
summoner for summoner, and you got the flash out of Adam, so now he'll get to pick up that farm, and he's actually going to be in a relatively okay spot. And now there's a position where River, with the Licorice having his flash, maybe they can actually make a play onto this top side as long as they avoid Sheo.
Yeah, that was. I was just rewatching the replay there. I was wondering if Adam could have done anything differently.
If
Get
he
an
had
extra
Conqueror, he'd
squeak
have
of
that
damage
kill.
in there. Jax had the E up during a lot of Adam's E,
Yeah,
and you
but
do take reduced AoE damage
I
during that
don't
time
think-
period,
I don't
which
think-
maybe
I think he
was
needs
just
face
enough
rush
for
against
Licorice
their
to
champs.
Stay alive. Then he got the stun jump off after the ultimate came through. Got to save his flash as well. So that is a lot of pressure relieved in the top side. While Licorice is now not going to have to worry about the ultimate, not going to worry about the Ignite combo for a couple minutes, and that's why they can actually take away this Rift Herald.
I like your new
Gory.
designer shirt.
Or maybe not.
Yeah, thank you.
Stun coming in, but there's not really any follow-up damage quite yet. Huhi on the way in. Sheo in no man's land. Nice sidestep on the Zenith blade. The flash over the Q. Rakan now looking for the engage. Gory now could be in trouble, but the ball attached to the wrong target. Gory walking out for now. Disruptive.
Big.
But at the end of the day, Herald comes through.
Yeah, I mean, nice job from Golden Guardians, right? You
Wait,
got
who got-
Hui's out
okay.
to roam up.
It didn't update,
Sheo
I
was
was
trying to
up
be a nuisance, but you had no push in mid, so and no push over at the top side either. So you end up being a little bit late to
Daisy,
the party.
yeah,
So
rip
although
Daisy.
Gory was in a bit of a weird spot, there was just no follow-up from Nuke because he was under his own tower. So Golden Guardians, they
Deserved.
get the Rift Herald, and again, it comes back to Adam not getting the kill, Licorice able to TP back into lane, and it's a Golden Guardians advantage off the back of it.
It was a big clencher, though. I mean, we are not joking around anymore with all the EU, NA rivalry stuff here as do or die, and that was one of those fights we've seen a couple times now where Golden Guardians gets the objective first. They started, but then Sheo had really good smites in game 2, had stolen or finished off a lot of objectives, as well as punish Golden Guardians on the way out.
Silence, ulti coming in. responding with an ulti of his own. Now trying to just run.
No Sejuani ult,
Rakan on
but
the way up,
Rakan's
though.
here.
He's getting pinched. Between a Born of a Stein, the knockup now coming through. Licorice holding
flash.
on for now. Azir on the way in. I think he can make
Can
it
I kill
out.
him?
Corey, is he willing to burn anything? No. Locked up, and finally he will fall. Flail of the Northern Winds. Gonna find that one.
Nice, big
BDS
kill.
secure the kill.
Yeah, Gory, no
Adam
ultimate
gets a lot of
there. I think
plates
if he
now.
had it, he would have walked in and just pushed those two guys off, but didn't have it. During
But
that
they're
time
losing
period, it
plate
allows
spots.
both
They
teams
might
to start
herald it
pushing in
too.
the opposite side lanes.
Yeah, Crownie going to be left alone. We kind of expect it when it's an Ezreal, but this is going to give Stixxay a lot of goal coming into
Didn't
this.
get the cannon.
Plates and now getting the Rift Trail as well. He's in a great spot. Roam's coming through from BDS down to the bot side, but you can see they kind of realize we can't do particularly much. So
His bot
instead,
tower,
Nuke
no,
gonna
it shouldn't
move
die
back
on this
towards the
wave.
mid lane. So
I
Adam
think it
getting
might
that
live.
advantage, but it's
Yeah, we're
really going to
chilling.
be Stixxay who's the big winner.
We're hard chilling.
And this is something that, as we see, Gory all in should be able to
Nice,
just
that's the Orianna poke
skirt
with
out of there
the
if he
ult
needs
right
to.
there.
During the regular season
Really nice.
for Golden Guardians, a number of times there were some shenanigans up on the top side of the map, and Stixxay ended up quite farmed and could carry a lot of those games. It didn't work well in playoffs, and I think people saw internationally at MSI, Stixxay was a bit of a weak
Stixxay has
point for
3
them.
biscuits.
So there is a concern
Yeah.
sometimes about
You
his
can eat them on
laning
the plane
phase
on the way
and
home.
sometimes some decision making in the mid game. But come straight to back team fight, he's actually usually quite good in at least North America, and so this is not necessarily the ideal start. But at only a 600 gold deficit, and you're Zaya, one of the best late game team fight carries right now, getting a lot of farm, you're feeling decent.
Yeah, I think that is the thing, though, for Golden Guardians, is I don't feel like BDS are going to be coming from one direction. It's going to be a front-to-back team fight. It's much more going to be a case of,
He's
okay,
flashing the
can we
SK
try?
Gaming.
Oh, Sheo actually got it.
Forward, caught out here immediately. Damage.
Oh!
We're now going to go for the pushback. Can they try to find one in return?
Wait, they're out.
Sheo tanking the tower will deny the play. For
What?
now. Ripper,
That
how much
worked.
longer does he want to push with this?
Holy fuck.
BDS. Overall, relatively clean dive. Nice effort.
Did
from
that
Corey to turn it
Azir
back
ult
with
help
the
them?
Shurima
No,
shuffle.
it didn't, right?
But the Sejuani tanking the whole time is healthy enough to just walk away.
Yeah, no other support there from the rest of Golden Guardians either. Being able to overload him in the man fight. Gets
How is
that kill
Crownie
down,
level
and
9?
now the
Mamma mia.
pressure just keeps coming on the side lanes. Adam
Why do I
almost
feel like
finishing
Adam's
off his
gonna
turret
grief it
before
soon?
14 minutes.
And if you can try and get, well, top lane turret down, get some pressure on towards Dragon as well, again, it kind of becomes a question of how to go to Guardian set up for these team fights. At least with Stixxay having that early goal, should be able to push it a little bit on the spot side, has River to support, so maybe trying to make a play onto Crownie before this Dragon spawns. And
I told you,
Crownie
they don't
being
know how
as
to
low
play
as he
against
is on
Adam.
Mana just may not be an opportunity for BDS
All
to
the NA
contest
analysts
this
said
early
Shio
Dragon.
would get smoked. Bro, Shio's underrated. He's fucking good.
Try to slow down the dragon stacking of BDS or to take it into your own
Shio's
control,
super
certainly,
underrated. He's really
as those
good.
objectives have been crucial. But again, just clean, slide in, lay down the ultimate, more than enough damage to finish it off. Downside
Well,
for
I mean,
BDS, of course,
Sejuani
that
still had
Shio grabs
flash,
the kill
so
instead of Nuke, but
don't think
you
there
can
was ever
walk
threat of a
away
kill.
alive and
I'm just
healthy.
so surprised that he
Not gonna
died
hurt too
there.
much.
Damn.
That's some pure cope right there. Very happy to get that kill for BDS. Now 3-0 in kills, 1.5k gold up. Dragon stacking a little bit slower this game. It is up, and they're overloading on that side. They're trying to find someone.
No flash,
poking
but I don't
around
think they have
river.
the damage over the wall.
Guhi. Cut out a little bit here, but they're not going to commit with the shockwave. Maybe we're hoping to catch out Gory. Sadly for Stixxay, though, Recalls doesn't quite have enough money to finish an item. So instead, walking back to lane relatively empty-handed and going up against the Trinity Force of an Ezreal is a bit frustrating for at least the 1v1.
And that's why I think you missed your opportunity there. As Golden Guardians, you had pushed with Stixxay in bot lane. Crownie was still not in a position where he finished Triforce and very low on mana. I think that was your time to try and take the fight at Dragon, but now BDS...
Did Huhi say that?
They're coming back strong. And
Did Huhi actually say that?
When you look at the map, it's not like you're really in a position to try and cross-map anything. You don't have control over mid. Jax is pushed underneath his own tower at the moment, like, well, not, but like can't really step up against the
Oh
Garen.
my
So
God.
the opportunities for Golden Guardians to make an answer back just isn't there.
Now, still waiting on mythic items. Makes sense to not contest that dragon, but does mean that BDS is keeping their foot on the pedal here, accelerating themselves to
Zeus and Carry are in low park watching the game.
North American 4th seed.
Nice
Oh,
footwork
that's cool.
from Stixxay. Good bit of a trade there, but ultimately BDS just playing for pressure here, and they are able to get the creep wave forward, force them to clear it out. No freeze opportunity there from the side of Golden Guardians. 2 Drakes stacked. It is a Cloud Rift. Ults are pretty
Why do you guys say
important in this
NPC
game
when I say
overall.
cool? What's wrong with that
Movement
word?
speed as well is going to be nice to have, but probably happy not to see a Hextech or an Infernal.
I want to see Zeus
Adam
playing
Rodriguez
Garen
take this
in
top
solo
tower,
queue.
no problems at all. I'm trying to see what I'm like. Basing my eyes this entire time are glued to River. Like, what is he going to try and do to shut this down? But it just feels like yes, he's getting some vision there, but there's not really much. that he can do.
Gods. Whatever, Godskin.
Adam.
Guys, get it?
Yeah, get it.
I got it. Yeah. He's got a 12 C or 16 CS lead. I can do math. That's what River's up to. He's spent a lot of time running around the bot side, but they just haven't had enough pressure in bot
What a
lane to
legend.
set up dives. The vision control by BDS has been very good.
Holy
So
fuck,
anytime he
Worlds
does
is so
show up
epic.
there,
I love Worlds.
They quickly back off, and all he can do is steal away some of Sheo's camps, and that's really not like what the Ivern game plan necessarily is. Like, you're not going to accelerate yourself crazy fast and be like, sick, I got to my support items.
This
Way
isn't
faster.
actually
And
Worlds.
guys, I got
I don't
redemption.
care.
It's so good. It is really good, and it's really cheap, and that's sick, but also, like, we need damage, and our Jax is behind.
Yeah, it's definitely a tricky path to navigate. Obviously, some of the defensive items can maybe mitigate some of the upfront burst of a character like Orianna, but she's already ahead. It's going to be a bit difficult. And
1.5.
here we are, 1,500 gold leads. There are no even top lane matchups in this series. You're only smashed or getting smashed. There is no in between.
Feel that, brother?
And BDS, of course, able to take this. There's not really an opportunity for the side of Golden Guardians to contest. Stixxay finally recalls and finishes the first item as well as grabs a crit cloak, but during that duration, they had already started the Herald on the side of BDS.
Yeah, I think our biggest takeaway from this series is that BDS would have beaten BLG. I think that's really what my takeaway is.
That's a bit of a cope there, and here comes goodbye to Gory.
I appreciate Gory also giving the free escape. He burned his flashing.
He's possessed.
Scoops him out there before
He's
the
just-
teleport can come
Bro.
through. Adam popping off.
He's
like
playing-
You said, BDS potentially the best team
He's playing a different game.
in the world.
Yep.
What is going
Thus
on?
far, you cannot tell me otherwise. This is the
I
only
can't even
series of
breathe.
international play we've seen on this
What did he
patch.
just
They are
do?
winning.
Worlds, so
I think they're favorites now for Worlds.
What is he?
that's
What
possible.
is?
Distinctly.
What is he?
I'm
even-
just going to say, I put the
What?
mess tier in my tier list at the
Same,
start of
I
summer.
put the mess
Yeah,
tier.
we put the
Yeah,
mess tier
yeah.
together. Which was a horrible choice. But it's paying off now, baby. Crownie in trouble, though. Feather pullback is going to hit the roof, but there's not a whole lot of follow-up. LeBron now trying to make it safely. LeBron!
Oh shit.
Stixxay able to finish the kill.
I didn't
clean
expect
the
Garen
guard.
just
What else can
100
they
to
get
0
done
him.
with the pressure. Almost able to make it out.
Yeah, during that time, though, BDS had dropped the Rift Herald on the top side, getting Nuke a ton of gold there, finishing that one off. And so it's
-1.
nice that Golden Guardians could find an area on the map that they could make a play. They get that one kill. They'll have the push as well. But is that going to be enough?
I think it's actually interesting to see kind of the adaptation from BDS, which is like how heavily they are playing around Nuke, but
Oi, mama.
It's an okay TP
Shockwave
in the
that
end.
way?
Maybe he can solve the wave and try to clear it. The
Okay, not
pullback,
bad.
not
Jack
gonna connect.
Slash styled.
Feathers laid down, but they're holding on to that mid lane tower. They will not let GG just
Not
bully
bad.
it down.
That was a bit of a touch and go for both teams there. Nuke teleporting in, not realizing that Licorice was behind him, but then Licorice grabbed turret aggro and didn't walk quite far enough forward to avoid taking all those turret shots, which forced his flash as well. And at the tail end of that, there's a lot of sums down.
yeah, I know BDS in a position where they can start to push up again. You got Dragon in a minute 20, so with these
Wait,
resets, I
Golden
imagine
Guardians
Adam
boot
back
camp
up that
for
top side
2
push
months?
Out, they'll get the Orianna to bot lane, but this is the play that you were saying. Immediate
Bro,
flash
BDS
forward.
went on vacation
Adam is
for
not
2
afraid
weeks.
To use that. Guess the ult.
Then they
Like,
locked
gets out.
in Garen.
I mean, even the swag points on the ollie out, like that was kind of sick.
Man's playing Tony Hawk Pro Skater. He's just living his best life.
I just saw Oruamne's tweet saying it's GG bootcamp for 2 months.
Dicey for a moment, and credit to LeBron really trying to get everything here to save Crownie and walk out with his life. Stixxay, of course, has the flash
They
available.
didn't? Okay.
Sucks for him that he's forced to use it and later use his ultimate as well, but the ultimate cooldown not too
Oh,
long
it's
to
4
stage the
weeks?
game.
Okay.
So they are going to grab that kill. A bit more money to the 80 carry. Again, can be that reliable carry force for Golden Guardians as we get later in the game. But BDS taking steady control of the map. Haven't broken down mid lane yet. Instead, setting their sights on
Adam's
bottom
just
lane.
chilling.
Licorice not in a position to walk up.
Yeah, it does feel like Golden Guardians are not exactly sure where the enemy is. Gory had pushed in a wave topside and could be hitting the turret right now, but backed off in case there was maybe people up there, not realizing there was the Licorice side that had been overloaded with Dragon spawning soon. Maybe.
Guys, the Garen
Not quite
won't
sure. He
count
has
for
teleport
pick'ems. This
available, so
champ,
he could have been pushing this whole time.
none of these games count for
Zero
pick'ems.
vision on the map. Like they've got one
Doesn't matter
ward
if
that's in
Garen went
the
5-0
red
in the
buff of
series.
BDS,
It wouldn't
but
count for
outside
pick'ems.
of that, there was a ward where Sheo stand at the moment. That was on a ping, so they just don't know exactly what's happening on the map right now. And I mean, credit
None
to
of them.
BDS. They've
It doesn't
taken
count as
control over
worlds.
the bot side jungle here, and GG just not in a position to really do anything about it.
Yeah, willingly sacrificing top lane tower or trading top lane and bot lane tower so that they can get priority access to the Drake here. Of course, I sympathize with Gory. It's the Garen rule. It's the oldest rule in the game. If there's a Garen in the game and you don't see him, he's in every bush. What bush has the Garen?
You
All
don't
of them
count
at
for
all
worlds?
times.
No,
Yeah,
I
to be
don't.
fair, he backed off, made sure there was no one actually
Why you
up
have to
there,
do me
played
like
it
that?
safe,
And
and then
then
was
went
able to
forward.
finish off the turret. So
Yeah, exactly.
does work out still well for Golden Guardians, knowing that they don't actually want to fight this here. They're going to wait for the actual soul point, trying to grab a couple more items. I assume trying to get to 2 on Stixxay if they can get there in time.
I mean, that is the big question at the moment, right? I think
Oh,
we've got
this is great.
Stixxay is in a
Being an
decent
EU
spot, but
fan
at
is
this stage,
lovely.
Crownie is coming online. He's going to have 2 items soon. The Orianna is going to be massive in these fights, and at the moment, when you're coming in from multiple different angles, with Labrov potentially having an angle, you've got Sheo who has his flash up. He can try and come in as well.
Until
You've got so
you
many
face
ways
T1
of getting that ball into
at
the
MSI.
position that you need to.
But other than that, or your name's Mad Lions. But other than that, or if you have to play at World's Knockouts. But other than that, or if you have to play at World's Main Stage. But other than that,
it's so tough to
being a new
fight
fan is
straight front
great.
to back right now. You need Gory to get so much damage done before anyone gets into range. The shuffle maybe buys some time and a reset similar to the Xayah ultimate, but it's very tricky. Orianna Shockwave can just end a game.
What is bro doing? Where are you going, my mans?
Stun not quite going to connect. Nuketown just looking to walk him down. Clockwork wind up. Ulti now coming out. Just a solo bolo.
I thought he was in good form. What happened?
Welcome to what Orianna is for Worlds, everyone. This is the thing that you need to be worried about.
To be fair, Jax is also very far behind, 30 CS, 0.
Oh, here comes the cope.
No. We do hyperbole.
Burned his jump in at the start of that.
No, you don't need that. That's context. We don't want that.
That's fair.
Orianna's broken.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
I'm trying to give you the way out.
We don't need context. He got solo killed. Boom.
You're right, Dagdy. You're right. This is him.
Flame Freak, please. Not the teams, not the players.
Very fair.
Just kidding. Don't Flame Freak. We love him. This is looking dire. That's a Garen with Black Cleaver Stridebreaker. That's an Orianna one-shotting a Jax, which you just don't see a lot because the opportunities for her to do it are rare.
Yeah. What is this copy pasta?
You know, you watch a lot of North American League of Legends over the year.
I don't.
Well, I do. And you get very
What
used
is
to
this
it.
copy
And then
pasta?
You watch other regions, and then you go back to it. And it's kind of like trying to play Starfield after playing Baldur's Gate. It just like it doesn't hold up quite as well, the gameplay out of North America right now.
I understand.
Yeah.
I'm struggling with it.
Are you telling me by any chance that the LEC is the Baldur's Gate?
Ooh.
That's maybe an overstatement, but it's a step up.
Okay.
I'll give you Cyberpunk.
Are you calling your region Bethesda?
Unfortunately, right now, yes.
Wait,
there
hold
it
up.
is. Nuke. Let's see. The dive
Oh,
options are
Adam's
good.
here.
The romance options are good. The
Oh, LeBron James is here too. Don't even try. Don't even try. Just die.
And this is looking
Bro, you don't do that.
0-4-0.
LeBron James is there.
For
Chatham
Licorice.
is there. Nuclear intelligence is safe.
Falling apart.
Oh, flash in. What's going on? It's Baron. Yo, that's Nash.
Fuel for the fire, Golden Guardians, and BDS are burning bright.
That's Nash.
And it's an elimination game, and it's tough, and it's sad, but
It's fucking free.
I didn't realize this was the Dark Urge playthrough.
When does NA show up? Did Golden Guardians arrive in Korea yet?
Oh, BDS. So
the Dark Urge on this cast.
you could see Licorice wanting the reventure after the previous failed attempt.
Wow, this
Gets the
timing
stun,
was so
does
good.
the combo correctly
Look
this
what
time,
Nuke
but
does.
BDS having the inside track, so even
Well,
though
more
the
like
teleport
LeBron
comes through,
James.
there's extra
Flash
men
is the
here,
flash.
And then just the nice
And then he
charm
stands
on
there.
Ladrov to make sure Gory
Orianna
can
just
actually get the
stands
proper
there.
combo off. They end
Ults
up
him.
isolated. Golden Guardians feeling completely desperate then to just try and force something in mid lane, hoping it can go their way.
I mean, you can see the damage that Stixay has, though. Like,
What
he's
is
trying to
Stixay
stand
E
it up,
flashing?
Like, shout out to Stixay. That was nearly the play that GG needed to try and claw
That
this
was
one
trash.
back.
Nearly on a
Unfortunately, he used everything to try
Sejuani.
and make it happen,
Bro.
and Labrov knew it.
BDS.
He has flash up as well.
And at this stage, they can afford to make mistakes.
If it was on Ezreal, I get it. But on Sejuani?
Back them up. Massive gold lead. Every single lane is ahead. It's feeling like it could just be their victory lap. Maybe GG can find an angle, find a pick, but it's looking dire.
Oh,
This
Ezreal
is
flashed it.
feeling like BDS are about to punch their ticket.
Oh,
to
my bad. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Stage.
I didn't see Ezreal flashed it. Still,
That
good reaction
starts
from Crowning him.
tomorrow, right after. I think they have the day off.
They have the
and
day
they'll
off.
be- Yeah,
Day
they'll be back
two.
on
Yeah,
day
yeah.
2.
I'm getting carried away. I'm
Huge,
getting carried
huge
away.
stuff to extend your stay in Korea if they can just
I know
close this
someone
one
just
out.
Alt F4 the stream was like,
And
this
obviously,
fucking
if
idiot.
the
I'm
BDS
done
do
with
make it
that
through, we're
fucking
talking
clown. I'm
about
going
lots
over
of
to
Golden
fucking, I
Guardians.
will dominate.
This was the
I'm going
opportunity
over
to
to
turn
LS.
around what was a lackluster summer. It's a shame for them that they haven't been able to show more. I think a lot of people were waiting for the Golden Guardians that made it to MSI, but that form has just not been present today. BDS outclassing, not quite across the board. Obviously, Golden Guardians having some excellent moments, but making a lot of these mistakes that sadly have let the game slip away from them.
It's definitely a sad ending to the year. It is still the best year in the organization's history. It was a big bounce-back year for guys like Licorice and Stixay and Huhi. Even
Well, I like
extended
Golden
to
Guardians'
the
jersey.
many regions
I like
he's
it.
played around the world. It was
I
really
think their
cool to see
jersey's
them
cool.
rise up in spring split.
Mine's better.
Even have a great regular season summer split.
But it's
That's why
cool.
This kind of sour ending is going to not be too enjoyable because it was such a good year for them and it didn't feel like they ever got back to those highs.
And again, I think that for most people, it's it's how you finish. It's
That's
whatever
the
form
only
you showed
upside.
most recently that
Yeah,
people
definitely.
remember. And that's
Cloud
not always fair,
Soul,
but that's just
Baron
kind of often how
Nasher,
the cookie
it's
crumbles.
8
And
a.m. I woke up
again,
at 5:30.
there
The
are
series started at
opportunities. The game is
6,
not
2 hours
completely
down.
done.
We're at
Based
Worlds.
on what we've seen in the previous game,
Could
BDS
today go any
controls
better?
clean. They haven't been making a lot of massive mistakes around objectives. It was just the early game where Golden Guardians were able to outclass in game 2. So right now, game feeling very heavily in their favor.
But this is feeling very similar to like the BDS we saw in spring, right? Where it's like Sheo, apart from game 2, having a ton of control in the early stages, going for some of these funky plays that we got to see. Nuke as well. I really think that coming into Worlds, this meta just suits him.
Maybe
down
it's
to the
time
ground.
for
He
McDonald's
loves his
breakfast.
control mages. He's looking fantastic on the Orianna.
You predicted it ends at 8 a.m. I told you.
For these guys, I mean, apart from Adam, to make it to Worlds for the first time, this is such a massive turnaround. And I think that's the similarity I draw between Golden Guardians and BDS. Like, this has been a breakout year.
Are you going to coach him LCS next year?
Yeah, and I think even for Adam,
yeah, I think so.
back to the
If they
world
let me
stage,
coach
he
him
was a
LCS,
very
I'll coach
different
him.
Adam that a lot of people saw, and seeing this newer version where, yeah, he still does really cool, crazy things, but with an extra level, I think, added on top of it in terms of just a game understanding and make sure it's usually working out more in his favor.
Siege coming through, Ezreal doing so much damage to the tower. Root will connect. Chain
Nice
CC is
cleanse.
there, but Crownie still holding on to the cleanse. Means there's not much of an angle. But yeah, a lot of players on this BDS team, either first opportunity to prove themselves or a second chance, really at redemption. In the case of Crownie and Adam to prove they've got what it takes to compete at the highest
BDS
level.
are flashing Fnatic emotes because Fnatic knocked them out of the season finals. They were up 2-1 against Fnatic and then Fnatic beat them 3-2. So I think that's why they're flashing it.
To the Swiss stage, where the biggest and best in the world are waiting.
Yeah, all new format to show off there, and I think for BDS, based off how they look here, probably going to be one of the favorites to make it through play-ins. They are someone to just watch regardless of like how far you think they're going to go. Just a really cool blend.
Also, it looks like T1 can host me in Korea.
Very
So I think we're going to book the
stable
Korea
team
trip
fight
for
with
sure.
splashes of
And
genius
we're going
in
to coach
terms
him
of
from Swiss
average
stage
GP
onwards in
pool.
Korea with T1.
I love their level 1s
That's
and
gonna
stuff
be
like that.
PogChamp.
They're
They have a
very
streaming
easy
room
team
for
to
me.
cheer for and enjoy watching
So
their
that's
gameplay.
insane.
Thin line between crazy and genius.
They end up on the wrong side every now and then, fair enough. But like, I appreciate that they go for those kinds of things, and they're not going to be a team that come Swiss stage if they make it there and they start playing against the heavy hitters, the JDGs and stuff like that. Like, they are going to have haymakers and strange things to throw at them. And I think they're going to be a very exciting team to watch, assuming that they don't somehow throw this game and then 2 more.
It's good that you
That's
have
gonna be
the
PogChamp.
caveat just in case.
Same floor as Faker? Yeah.
It's level 16 Garen
Same
with
floor as
Deadman's
Faker.
Plate.
He's a big boy. Iron Elixir on as well.
He is he's a problem.
Yeah, I couldn't find a setup, and I didn't
So,
trust like hotel setups, so
This
this
is
was
the
really
point
nice
of
by
the
them.
game in League of Legends, just to break down for you guys casting dynamics, where it's tough to talk about stuff, because frankly, nothing's going to happen until an objective spawns, because BDS are
only a
incredibly
minute.
far
It's
ahead.
not bad.
Holy
We're
fuck,
almost
Adam.
All right.
Almost there.
Is this everything you wanted today to be, Mark?
This is like when I woke up, what was on my mood
We
board.
get to see you after all? Yeah. I can hopefully see you,
I
Kobe.
saw what this looked like.
Yeah.
I'm not sure yet. I don't want to get my hopes up, but it looks like
He's
it.
very fast, though. He's just too fast. Cloud, Soul. Cloud, Soul.
Get
Walk
stunned, leaves.
Zoomy boy. Full stack Deadman, just not going to auto anybody. Keep that movement speed going.
Yeah, I think that was Golden Guardian saying, hey, look, maybe we can make a pick before Baron spawns, and then we can go 4 versus 5. Adam has no TP. That's the play, but that's kind of the Hail Mary they have to throw, because now they're going to lose complete control over top and mid, which means they're not really in a place to contest Baron. But I think at this stage, they're kind of aware that, look, a team fight is just not going to go their way.
Yeah, you have a lot of peel, so you're hoping that BDS at the Baron or one of these inhibitor turrets will overdive. You can melt Adam and Sheo maybe, or Lebrov if he gets stunned up while he goes in. Those are the only angles, but that's not what they're going to give him.
Ulti immediately silenced.
Oh, he got the ult off.
Just barely able to survive.
Unlucky.
Flash burn from Adam. Ulti burn from Crownie. Close exchange there. All of 60's sums down now, though. Makes it essentially
No sums on Zaya, no ult on Zaya. Baron in 10.
Yeah, that should
Mid
buy
wave
them
push,
Baron.
top wave push,
With 6 being
Nash
the
shot.
strongest member, no defensive tools available means that if he
Perfect.
does walk forward, Shea will have very easy targets. Same with Lebrov, so Golden Guardian's probably just going to have to back off here and wait till at least the ultimate comes back up from Stixxay before they contest BDS again.
But how do you even do that? All you've got is your inhibitor turrets left at the moment, and even bot lane inhibitors down. Baron buff going to be coming your direction as well. This is going to be a bit of a disaster now for GG, because trying to contest any sort of push is going to be a nightmare.
No, this is tough. This is Helm's Deep minus Gandalf. Plague lost.
There's no riders coming over the mountain.
There's actually just none of the major characters are left at this point. They're not here yet. So you're
Golden Gondor calls for aid.
Yeah,
Nothing's coming.
They tried to light the watchtowers and stuff in the
it's
Terrace,
raining.
nothing comes
The
down.
torch won't ignite. Like there's just, it's tough.
Yeah.
Does Adam kill him?
He wins this.
He doesn't
I
greed.
think Adam's just
Respect. That's
Yeah, I
respect right
you,
there.
Adam's like, I could try and fight in 1v1 and chase him down or whatever, but like realistically, they're setting up for the push. They know that they are a couple minutes away from potentially closing this one out
Respect.
with the Baron buff on, break the bot inhibitor while Adam splits up on the top side.
It's important to have that level of discipline, at least for a moment. The Ignite going down very likely means
50%? I stand corrected. He is looking for the 1v1. Adam finds it.
What the fuck?
All right.
Oh, they're on a ward as well. All right.
Oh my god, Adam is destroying him.
It was tight in game 2. It was back and forth, but game 1 and game 3 have been dominant.
Adam is
from start to finish.
destroying.
On the day, BDS feeling like the better team. 1 moment away. A few more autos, a few more towers, and a nexus away from officially locking Worlds as the LEC's 4th seed.
What a
Dominance.
stomp.
Europe waking up early, annoyed that they have to, but damn proud to get to watch this incredibly dominant performance. And now the BDS have finally broken into the base. They're taking their time. They're
GG
playing
pack.
with their food. They're stacking up the kills. They're padding those stats. And right here in this moment,
That's it.
BDS have made it. to the
BDS are
World
Worlds.
Let's go!
Kind of tough in those moments because you don't want to oversell.
Oh, the crowd.
You guys can see it. It was a
BDS.
huge crushing win over North America's 4th seed.
There it is.
Dominated them 3-0. They secured their international performance finally this year, especially for a group like this. Like, it's very easy to be excited.
BDS, baby.
No, I just meant that I was excited 10 minutes ago. We've just been waiting for that.
That's why you mean. Oh, I see.
Because we knew that win was coming. At the end of the day, Rob, how does it feel to be better?
Well, I came from the LPL,
Oh, yeah.
so I'm kind of used to this feeling. You know?
Oh, I see.
Oh, yeah.
Did you miss this feeling at MSI? Did you miss this feeling at MSI? It feels
Oh,
good.
yeah.
Shout out to the boys on stage.
That's the boys. Chatham, Godshio,
Adam
Nuclear
Shio,
Intelligence, King
incredible.
Crowning, LeBron
Rob
James.
Doing well. And obviously, condolences and hearts out to the Golden Guardians. I think the struggle of playing such a high-stakes game like this in a rivalry.
Let's get an
is
Adam
so
interview.
much
Come on,
pressure.
Adam interview.
And there's so much banter back and forth.
Adam interview. Come
and
on.
ultimately, like, at the end of the day, when you're the one who has to go home at the end, it
We're going to do a Reddit read.
feels pretty rough.
Yeah, definitely going to be a sad trip home for them. But they did, have, like we said, the best year for Golden Guardians in their organizational history. The players themselves had a lot of bounce backs. But I'm just still stoked that we got this match. I had so much fun casting this, the smack top coming back. It ended in 3-0. I don't like that part, but it was really, really cool to see these guys and see how excited they are now in front of the Korean crowd, getting ready to play in the play-in stage in just a couple days.
Oh, no 3-1.
I mean, I do
Family
agree.
in the audience as
Oh,
well.
the fam's there.
I mean,
Coming
it's
through, flying out all the way to Korea.
It's gotta
Wait,
be
Dom
incredible
turned the
for
stream
BDS.
off already.
The lads, as we said, like Adam getting back to world,
Dom
like,
rage
getting
quit
to
his
prove
stream.
himself once more on this international stage, especially against like some of the top laners that we do have at Worlds, would be absolutely insane. But then for the rest of these guys as well, first time making it to the international stage, getting to kind of cut their chops up against the best in the world. They're going to appreciate that opportunity so incredibly much, and especially Crownie. Like, this guy has been wanting this so badly for so long, finally getting that opportunity.
Yeah, I think it's a fantastic thing to see, and obviously a huge
Bro, Golden Guardians got
opportunity and a huge
cooked.
break, and like showing up in this series, I think is a tricky balancing act. 'Cause it's been so long since we've seen you. You're going to practice so much in isolation. You come out, you're able to show a performance like this.
There it
Everyone
is!
else gets the chance to
Smoke
come
the
back.
doubters, the whole pack!
And
Yeah, it's really cool to
Smoke
see
the
their
downers. Baby.
Yeah,
Shout out to Caedrel. Great song.
They had 5 in there.
Yep.
That was epic.
Cool to see the Orianna stuff come out. The fact that they can bring the new
What a
pack into
legend.
their fold, but still have what makes them unique. Adam, obviously. I don't know how many other Garens we're going to see that are not from Adam and stuff like that. So it's a really cool to watch them do that.
Yeah, I'm.
We made it to Worlds. We made it to Worlds.
Going to the
We
bottom
made
of
it to
with very
Worlds.
Different reasons. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
Like I said, you smash or get smashed.
Smash or get smashed. There's no room for anything else. I think at the end of the day, shout out to BDS, hearts out to GG, but like incredible series. Glad we got the opportunity to cast this, to be here for this. Excited to see
It's
what this
actually
means
not
for
Worlds.
plans, what this means for the rest of the championship. It's the perfect appetizer for Worlds, I feel like. Yeah.
I might send mine back to the kitchen. I didn't like I didn't like that dish.
Let's give some love to that guy. Give some love to that
I
guy.
don't like that
Whoever that guy is,
cheese
you're a legend.
Yeah, the fromage, the Gouda.
Yeah.
I don't think, is that even a French
We're in
cheese?
Dublin,
I don't
it's
know.
spice bags.
Yeah, it's spice bags.
American, you just melt it on. It's plastic.
It's plastic. Yeah, it's 50%.
We go to bed,
easy.
Pedro.
Yeah, anyone can see.
Oh my god, Reddit has 400 comments already.
That's fine. It's fine. We are setting up for an interview with the victor. So in the meantime, I think this is ultimately, I think, a bit of a deflating series because we wanted it to be closer. But I
Give
think
some love to this
wild
guy.
how,
T1 Caedrel
one
PogChamp?
of these
Yeah,
teams
hopefully.
completely surpassed our expectations.
Hopefully
and I think
T1
that is
Caedrel's gonna
BDS, 'cause
Pog.
we approached on Euphoria with a lot of skepticism for what the level they were going to show was.
Give me an
but
interview. Give me
I
an
think
interview.
as a pleasant surprise, BDS showed us pretty close to the peak in spring in terms of level of execution, consistency in gameplay, and they showed us the whole gambit. It wasn't just a stomp. They managed to come back when they were losing in an early game. overall solid to see. And while I'd love to hear what you guys have to say about it, I've been told the interview is ready. So later on, of course, we're going to hear from G-Sun and Adam on stage, as well as Nuke and Lore. But for now, let's send it over to the analysts.
Let's go!
No!
I must admit,
I wanted to play it subtle, but
exactly. We actually just had moments ago a brief discussion. We want to be a little bit respectful, want to be subtle of this. Dracos
Respectful.
and Dagda, they've taken all the energy. BDS 3-0 Golden Guardians.
I want to hear what he has to say.
While we do wait for that first interview to be set up and obviously wrap up the first show of the event, let's say our condolences to Golden Guardians. Let's talk a little bit about that game. From the moment it started, it felt like BDS got an early lead, and they just ran away with it. I do think it is fair to say that Adam has been a challenge to solve for different reasons.
He is a boss.
Yeah.
Like, came in with questions, and a a lot of fans were like, but Licorice is first team All-Pro, and by some people I meant me.
Goldberg was right. Goldberg was right.
That was happening.
Explicitly to a bunch of people on Reddit. Why are they talking about Adam and Licorice? That's why. You just saw 3 games of it.
Oh my God. Yeah. I literally started being like, it's a shoe-in top lane.
I got a coffee for this. I woke up early.
They didn't ban the Darius.
That was 2 hours of gameplay.
To be fair, though, you did explicitly say during the pre-show that BDS, they do the way they utilize Adam, the way he plays the way the team plays. It's a little weird. It's not exactly traditional, and the answers weren't there. I mean, Golden Guardians, they tried different drafts. It didn't work. Game 3 went back to kind of something a little bit safer, more reliable, and it just fell apart. Goldberg.
I know maybe I sound a bit harsh right now, but you had a lot of time to only prepare for one team.
Yes.
Like, it's incredible the amount of time you had for this series, especially from Golden Guardian side as well. And
I saw BDS dominate in my dreams. I didn't even need to wake up for this.
Be the response to
yeah, are we dreaming?
I was a bit disappointed.
I pinched myself. Wait, we actually just murdered them.
I expected more out of Golden Guardians, but I also will say
my faith in Europe in play-ins has gone up already.
BDS completely went back to a form where we saw them in spring, where Adam was on point with his picks.
Okay,
Nuke with his mid lane picks was absolutely amazing with the meta as well.
Interview's ready.
BDS overperformed Golden Guardians, underperformed. What we are going to celebrate, however, is G-Sun interviewing Adam of their 3-0 win and qualification to the World's Play-in stage.
Let's hear it, Adam.
네, 승리한 BDS의 아담 선수 모셨습니다. 우선 가장 먼저 승리를 축하드리면서 골든 가디언즈를 제패하고 월즈에 진출한 소감 여쭤보겠습니다. Congratulations on the win. With this win over GG, you guys managed to qualify for Worlds. How do you feel?
I would say I'm pretty happy overall. I qualified 2 years ago, so I'm happy to be back for my second time, and hope I will make it far.
네, 너무너무 기분이 좋다고 합니다. 특히나 2년 만에 월즈로 복귀하는 것인 만큼 이번에는 더 높은 곳까지 진출하고 싶다고 하네요. 사실은 대륙간 라이벌이 굉장히 강한 LEC, LCS의 매치업이었는데 어떤 점에 가장 집중하면서 준비하셨는지 여쭤보겠습니다. So, the rivalry between LEC and LCS is so strong. What did you focus on the most in terms of prepping for this series?
Well, they got eliminated pretty early, Golden Guardians in LCS. So we didn't have much data overall, but I had kind of mixed feelings about today's matchup because I didn't know if we were about to win or lose actually. But actually it was a storm, so I'm pretty happy. Something inside of me was like convinced we would storm them. In the end we managed, and I said I'm just way better, so.
Yes, you are.
사실은 골든 가디언즈가 LCS에서 워낙 일찍이 탈락되었기 때문에 많은 정보가 없어서 오늘 경기를 이길지 질지 확신이 없었다고 합니다. 마음속 한구석에는 오늘 우리가 압살할 것 같다라는 생각도 했지만 또 한편으로는 우리가 과연 이길까라는 걱정도 있었다고 하는데요. 오늘 실제로도 3대0 완승을 거둬서 너무 좋고 내가 확실히 더 잘하는 것 같다라고 합니다.
They're Nuke's parents? C9 hat. Say something about Adam. Say take it
또
off.
아담 선수는 한국에 굉장히 많은 팬분들을 보유하고 계시고 또 슈퍼스타라는 별명도 갖고 계십니다. 아담 선수에 대한
Superstar?
밈인
That's
가다세올에
right.
대해서 아시는지 여쭤보겠습니다. So Korean fans call you the superstar, and are you aware of the Korean meme called 가다세올?
I knew about Caedrel only 2 days ago, because of Twitter. So 감사합니다.
Oh, they love him, bro.
네, 불과 2일 전에 트위터를 통해서
Rip it in half!
대해서 알게 되었다고 하는데요. 너무 감사하다고 합니다. 이제
The
또
sign smoked now his whole back was
시작되면서
there again.
발표된 월즈의 주제가 제목이 가츠인데요. 이 타이틀을 또 이니셜을 따서 가렌, 올라프, 다리우스 세트라고 말하면서 이제 아담 선수를 상징하는 거 아니냐라는 반응도.
Oh, that is sick! Wow, that's insane.
그런 만큼 오늘 보여준 가렌의 퍼포먼스 또한 정말 눈부셨고 자신감 있게 이 3세트에서 가렌을
That's
뽑은 것도
some of the best
굉장히
drawing ever.
인상적이었습니다. 오늘 가렌을 뽑을 수 있었던 자신감의 원천은 무엇이었는지 또 오늘 경기 어떤 점을 가장 집중적으로 분석해서 전략을 준비했는지 여쭤보겠습니다. So you were able to pop off on Garen today for sure. You know, you were so confident to lock it in game 2 and 3. You won POGs in game 2 and 3 on Garen. So how did you kind of analyze Gordon Guardian's strategy and prepare for the tactics and draftings?
Okay, I will start. In like American League, I don't think players there are like have much practice against my champion pool, So I knew that if I was able to pull out, I don't know, my 4 champs, I think they would be already in trouble. And looks like, he was in trouble. So it was not really a gamble because I knew that I would win in the end if I had those champs. And, I just managed to win, I guess.
이제 북미 선수들을 고려했을 때 아무래도
he's a merciful
바다새울
god.
같은
He's a
픽에
merciful
대한
god.
준비가 많이 안 돼 있을 것이라고 예상을 했기 때문에 상황만 맞다면 이 픽을 꺼내들 수 있을 것이고 이에 대해서 굉장히 난처해하는 것부터 이미 우리가 좀 유리한 곳에서 시작하는 거라고 하는데요. 그리고 오늘 경기에서 드러났듯이 상대방이 실제로도 본인의 이런 픽에 대해서 굉장히 조금 대처할 줄 모르는 듯한 모습이 나와서 좀 효과적이었던 것 같다고 합니다. 그렇다면 LCK 11년 역사 속에서 단 한 번도 가렌이 픽된 적이 없고 유일하게 픽되지 않은 픽도 가렌인데요. 가렌의 아버지로서 이에 대해서 어떻게 생각하시는지 여쭤보겠습니다. Do you know that the only champion that was not selected in the LCK over the course of 11 years was Garen?
Really?
Yeah.
What?
Well,
no way.
Need to play Garen, I would assume. So, good luck.
오늘 경기를 이제 보셨겠듯이 이제 앞으로는 가렌을 해야 될 것 같다고 앞으로 좀 힘을 빈다고 합니다. BDS가 오늘 정말 시리즈 내내 압도적인 경기력을 보여주었습니다. 이렇게 오늘 승리로 월즈 무대에 합류하셨는데요. 이제 다가오는 월즈에서 가장 만나고 싶은 탑 라이너는 누구인지 여쭤보겠습니다. So now that you guys are part of Worlds, you guys will be competing on the World stage. So which top laner do you want to face the most?
Is it true? Garen's never been picked in LCK ever?
I would say the Shy.
The Shy! What? That's fucking right, Adam! That's right!
The Shy is like the #1 because he's always been like someone I looked really up when I was not a professional yet. I was watching, his streams, his videos, etc.
He knows.
And the second one is also Juice, which I think he's really good. So if I get to face those top laners, I will be really happy.
가장 만나보고 싶은 선수는 더샤이 선수와 제우스 선수라고 합니다. 우선 가장 먼저 더샤이 선수는 내가 아마추어일 때부터 굉장히 많이 존경해왔고 방송과 영상을 보면서 많은 플레이를 배워왔고 또 제우스 선수도 월즈 무대에서 만나고 싶다고 하는데요. 이 두 선수를 월즈 무대에서 꼭 만날 수 있다면 큰 영광일 것 같다고 합니다. 그렇다면 마지막으로 이번 월즈에 대한 각오와 목표를 여쭤보겠습니다. Lastly, what is your goal for this Worlds and how far do you think you can go?
I would say that we can probably make it to the thing before quarters. I don't know. After planes, I would say.
Swiss?
Yes, Swiss. Yes. I think we can make it, that far.
Doesn't even know what the tournament format is. Just plays.
To the planes, we have kind of big chances to make it further. So really looking forward to it, and who knows what will happen in the end. So.
네, 스위스까지는 진출하고 싶고 진출할 것 같다고 하는데요. 플레인 스테이지를 놓고 봤을 때 꽤나 가능성이 있어 보이지만 그 이후에는 사실은 완전히 가능성은 있는 건 아니지만 승부의 세계에서는 모든 일이 일어날 수 있기 때문에 최선을 다해 볼 거고 굉장히 기대가 될 것 같다고 합니다. 여기까지가 아담 선수였습니다. Thank you.
Thank you.
Adam.
Yeah, Thank
You can change
so
your pick'ems.
much, G-Sun, and
Yo.
congratulations to Adam and BDS. That was a fascinating interview to watch and to listen to, especially because you can legitimately hear the fans in the audience, a lot more Korean fans than I was expecting.
You can still change your
reacting
pick'ems.
once G-Sun actually translates and you know, interprets what Adam is saying. The cheers and the laughs after the "I'm just better than them" was fantastic.
I loved it.
I do
actually.
also want to explicitly say Adam was, I think, respectfully confident.
Yes.
Right? I think he
Yeah,
recognized and
Adam
acknowledged
was
they played
kind.
well.
Adam
And
was
he did a
humble.
little bit of trash talking there. That was a bit of fun. I mean,
Humble
GB,
God.
Immediate thoughts off the interview.
Yeah, I mean, I think Adam is a person that's really grown throughout his time in Fnatic. He was talking about he was there at Worlds 2 years ago, but the Adam you see nowadays compared to the old Adam, they, despite still having some of the same picks, could not be more far apart. He's way more mature than he was back then, and also the way that his playstyle is now incorporated with BDS when it's a bunch of rookies that can build this up together from a foundation around him too. That has just created an entire different dynamic, and
So
when it works brilliantly.
I've just heard the next interview is ready, so I will get a reaction in a second.
Another interview.
Just before we go to it, what's the theme song for Worlds again? It's Gods. Why am I doing that? Because Adam's champion pool spells gods. Garen, Olaf, Darius, Set. And I believe is where the origin of that meme is coming from G-Sun. I have to look it up. Like, you're talking to the old man. I don't know what Twitter is. Anyways, let's head to the next interview. I believe Law is standing by with Nuke.
And welcome back to Korea for the post-game interview here with Nuke.
I'm yoinking that.
Thank you so much for joining me. Congrats on defeating Golden Guardians. Not an expected victory, I would say, given the odds and the hopes that people had for you. I mean, even the LEC did not believe in you, Nuke.
That's true.
How does it feel defeating NA, especially given the rivalry between two regions?
Oh, it feels really good to win against NA, like the first match,
Bro,
I guess.
good
to qualify
Trevor.
for
Trevor
Worlds.
giving me
This is the first
content.
time it happens, right? So just a crazy feeling. We actually stomped them really hard, really hard. So yeah, I'm happy.
And I know for a fact that your preparation was not the best in the sense that your coach told me earlier this week that you didn't have the best scrims. You actually had a hard time
Nuke
finding
actually played
scrim
super
partners.
well.
So how did you think it would impact the result of the game coming in today? And also, how did you know that you had the right read on the patch, the team, and yeah, basically stomp them the way you did today?
Stomp them.
Well, we came as the fourth seed in EU, right, to Korea. I guess I understand, like, because we mainly scrimmed like Plains team. And it was really like, I don't know, we couldn't know basically if we were good or not. And today was just like the match that showed everything. And yeah, for me, I had the same feeling of like the spring meta. So this is where I was finding myself of like this feeling of
Control
having
mages.
the right read meta with coaches. So this is why we managed to win today, I think.
And you played so well, Nuke,
Thank you very
honestly,
much.
on stage. How was it to play at LoL Park like this? Where Faker sat at some point, actually.
I mean, it's 10 times better than... Okay, I love Berlin, right? Love LEC Studio, but it's just a whole different thing here. It's just a crazy feeling, just a vibe. Like
He was gonna say it.
people are so loud. It's just a crazy feeling. And I'm really happy to experience this.
And I know that you had your
He was gonna
parents
say it.
here today as well, cheering
Yeah,
for
they
you,
come through,
same way they did in the LEC studio back then. How important is it for you to have your parents supporting you on your very first Worlds run?
Well, but they basically come at every important matches. They always find time for me, so I thank them so much for this. You just give me strength. I just keep going. When they come, I don't want them to make the travel just to see me lose. I want to make my proud dad, my mom
it's so
dad.
nice that his parents came
When
out.
we did the banter interview yesterday, you were telling me that you're a rookie compared to these experienced players on stage. This is going to be your first Worlds, Nuke. Next step, Team Wales, play-ins. What
Team
is your
Wales?
resolution for your first Worlds?
Smoke 'em.
Well, I think GG is still a better team than the Plains team, so I guess we will just make it through. And then the real challenge will come, right, against all those big team, big names, so yeah, we'll see.
Well, on behalf of the LEC, thank you for winning today. Congrats on defeating Golden Guardians. And Trevor, back to you.
Nuke.
Law, it is so good to see you back on broadcast. Thank you for that interview with Nuke. And it was great to see Nuke and his parents in
chat
the
is
studio
so
as well. I really love that reply. Like, I don't want them to travel all this way only to see me lose. And I think he popped off. I think he played incredibly well.
Yeah.
I think the entire team did. Rez, I obviously cut you off. Tough day for LCS, tough day for Golden Guardians. When you do see the players, when you see their reactions, interviews,
What did I will dominate tweet?
Like, I'll start with the BDS side because it felt like they had a complete
Crazy that
understanding
Golden
and
Guardians
alignment in how
practiced
they wanted
1 month
play.
just
Like,
to
even
sprint it
hearing
completely.
Nuke in that interview, talking to his coaches and saying they had a great
I guess
understanding of the
BDS
meta.
only needed
You
2 weeks in
mentioned the
Korea
fact
to beat
that-
Golden Guardians.
And actually, you mentioned how they play around Adam really well, and Adam plays around the rest of the map incredibly well. They know how to play.
Bro, if you're an NA
each
fan, you need to
situation,
mute me on
Barons,
Twitter.
Rift
It's going to
Heralds,
be
and it works out
obliteration.
completely
I'm
well.
sorry.
So from their side, incredibly proud of the progress they've had as individual players to play as well as they have, and the coaching staff to have that support. From the Golden Guardian side,
Just
of
mute
course
me.
it sucks because they've had that meteoric rise as an organization and as players, and then since playoffs started, it really felt
dropping.
like it's been dropping again and again. Some of the holes that you can tell is always
almost
been
like
there.
that downward spiral's continued, whereas BDS kind of picked back
The
up.
good news is because
exactly
BDS won so
And that's
hard,
amazing
maybe
from
some of the
them
Swiss
because they've
teams are
had
like,
in
actually
Spring
streaming
Split,
BDS,
that
we can
rise,
stream
Summer
BDS.
Split, obviously a fall, but that says a lot to the team to be able to find troughs and still be able to pick themselves back up again.
Yeah.
So a lot of good that this boot camp did for
GB,
them.
I'll come to you now. Let's quickly take a look at some clips from the series as we wrap it up. And Goldberg, take away some of your thoughts, either focus on the gameplay, the players, opponents.
Yeah, I think in general there was just no oopsies from the bot lane either. I think that was something that came around in summer where sometimes one mistake would
coughing
come
a lot.
through. We
Yeah, I
only
know.
saw
My
it
body
one
is really
time
sick. I
where
don't know why.
Crowny got caught in this game on the Sivir, but outside of that, they were so reliable. And also huge credit to
Yeah, she
Laprop,
fell.
which I at times had been critical on. His performance under Rakan was great. Just pretty much the entire comp could not have been played out better for BDS. And it is the kind of meta
Fastest NA run, GG, your flight is ready.
The only question that I had that actually did
Good
not
one.
get answered today is what happens to BDS when they start dropping games in a series, and how did they come back immediately? Because they're still a young team, and we still don't know that either because they
Actually, good
didn't
one.
lose. They came back in this game too, and for that, I mean, huge credit. And game 3, I think as soon as we started seeing some of the kills come through, it was just over.
I have a little bit of blind faith in their ability to adapt because coming into this tournament, I thought they were going to be a one-trick pony in terms of playing.
Yeah, someone
front to
DM'd me on
back,
Twitter and
playing
said, I'm
around
in
Crowny,
Lowell
that
Park,
their
can we
solo
meet
lanes
for
were
a
gonna be
photo?
little bit weak, and I was just
I'm
far
not at
off.
Lowell Park.
And so the fact
I'm
that they
in
can
my
play through top side,
house.
that Nuke and Shale are actually coming out really strong and really aligned in how they want to play the game. They have a lot of angles, and it seems
I don't
like
know if you
only
can
the sky's
tell.
the limit.
Is it fair to say today Golden Guardians underperformed versus their expectations?
Actually, no, I'm backstage. I'm
BDS
backstage at Lowell Park.
overperformed versus expectations. And
They're
that's
doing
why this
interviews
gap
over there.
this
That's why
year
there's so
looks
much
as big
light.
as it does.
Looked like a canyon, and I align with you. I think,
You're on
especially from game
Fraudstrasse?
1, the way
Bro,
you
shut
saw
up.
Gory play his lane, not expecting the level 3 gank. There were a lot of things, and I thought, yes, BDS played so well that the vision game really made it so a lot of the players on Golden Guardian side felt uncomfortable. But then you started to see them make kind of rudimentary mistakes.
Rez,
so
I'm going to stick with you to start this next clip because it's what started the day. It's what's going to end this series.
Yeah.
What on earth does Team Wales have to do against Adam? Let's assume BDS make it into the Swiss stage. What do the rest of the teams do? Because the
You don't do
duality
anything. You
of
lose.
Adam
That's what
and
you
his
do.
gods
Just lose.
champion pool. What is this? And then we're going to follow with some good clips. But like, explain it to me, boys.
I think because Nuke was right. I think the teams and plans are just worse than Golden Guardians. But when the playing teams succeed, when Wales succeed, it's through, hey,
Wales
taking the L in laning phase, playing a scaling composition, playing like an Ornn or something that can play front to back, and making it a little bit harder for BDS in straight up team fights. So as long as they simplify the game, I think they're setting themselves up to succeed.
I'm curious about the top matchup because Sparta's been playing a lot of the Aatrox as well in the VCS too. So just how that's going to pan out, it's going to be really interesting. But I'm the most
Adam.
excited about the mid lane matchup actually. Glory, for me,
Today was a
has
great
been
today was a
super
great
solid
day.
on Control Mages too. He unfortunately lost the final in his last game, but he was playing Syndra, and that Syndra was a monster. So he's kind of pairing up against Nuke with the champion pool we've been seeing. And
Today's a
I
great
think lot of
morning.
people's gonna
All
love this
EU
guy.
fans
We've
can
never
go
seen
to
him on
work,
the
they can wake
international
up, they
stage,
can
but he's
enjoy
been
themselves.
one of the
Good
best mid
morning.
laners in VCS for a very
Thank
long
you all
time.
for
So
coming
I'm
out for the
excited about
first day of the
that.
co
And you
stream.
can see just
There's
based off this information,
5
a
weeks
lot
of
of
this,
attention paid
so make
towards
sure
mid
you're
lane. That's
hyped.
great
Make
for
sure
Wales to be able
you
to look at that and say, okay, great.
tune
we
in.
can send our support and jungle towards mid lane too and see if we can tip the balance.
We're going to find out. Could I get a single for this next bit before we talk about the play-ins bracket and begin to round this one up?
I'm gonna go back to bed. I'm gonna go back to
The
bed.
anthem for the World Championship. Fun Plus Phoenix went on to win the finals.
Tomorrow's
This year-
stream starts at. I'll probably start streaming at around 8:15 a.m. 8:15, 8:30 a.m. I'll probably start streaming, and I'll see you guys for tomorrow's series: Movistar versus PSG, Loud versus Gam, and then it's Oyster, DFM, Wales, BDS. We're gonna be starting around 8 a.m. for the next few days. For the next 5 days in a row, it's 8 a.m., but then it's a 4 a.m. banger. Jesus, it's a 4 a.m. start. Fuck me. That's going to be hard. All right, we pull it off for Worlds, for the boys. We do it. Thank you all for coming out. I appreciate you all. Enjoy the rest of your days. Enjoy your morning, enjoy your evening, sleep well wherever you are in the world, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'm gonna go back to bed and sleep. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Big kiss. Bye-bye.